everybody.
Hi.
Oh wait, are we even being heard? Hang on, that would be just the icing on the cake. Oh good, we're being heard.
Okay. Hi.
No, we're being heard through the black magic though, so this is gonna sound really.
Hello and welcome to our show. I'm gonna eat a warhead on live.
Okay, now we're being heard for good this time. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Bae, don't feel bad. If it's 3 a.m., go get sleep. I made the same mistake. I also was not asleep at 3 a.m.
Oh no. I went to bed early last night. I went to bed at 11:30. But I also wasn't doing a charity stream.
Thank you for being our first like.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Technically, every stream this month is a charity live stream. This is a charity live stream.
Yay! Support charity, please.
We're raising money for the Trans Housing Coalition, which is here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
It's a grassroots organization that helps trans people in the city experiencing chronic homelessness stop and be in permanent housing.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I woke up at 3 a.m. Adriel says, hello. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel says, hello, besties. Hooray, trans housing, yes! Yes, we're raising money all this month. I've said that I'm going to stream every day this month to raise money all Pride Month for the Trans Housing Coalition. So far, we have raised $136 over the past 2 days, and when we get to 200, when we get to 500, we're going to read Volume 3 of Sailor Moon. When we hit the 200, I will eat one of those warheads. Gabe is here to demonstrate.
I'm eating one right now. Oh, and and please consider following me on my YouTube channel.
There is a place to donate. Hang on, I'm sorry. I thought I'd already pinned the thing. No, you're good. You're good. Not you. Me. It's not you. It's me, Gabe.
It's me. Hi.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Wow, is that Taylor Swift?
Hang on. I thought I'd already pinned my donation link, and I was like, well, not pinning the donation link is kind of counterproductive, Avery. Good job.
Oh.
Here we go.
Please consider donating.
Here is the donation link. I'm pinning it here. Please consider donating, and if you can't donate, that's fine. Just like the stream, watching the stream, liking the stream, sharing the stream. The more people that are in here, the more likely it is that we raise money. Yay. Thank you guys very much for being here. You are supporting a good cause, and you're just hanging out with us. Hello, Wendy McCoy. Welcome. I know I need sleep, but I was just checking my notifications and noticed you started. Promise I'll get sleep eventually. Well, today we're going to be watching, maybe this will be a good thing to fall asleep to, or maybe it'll be stressful. We're going to be watching old episodes of Tyra, which was Tryra Banks's... I was going to say short-lived, but it wasn't even short-lived. It had 5 seasons of daytime TV show.
Yeah, it lasted from, 2005 to 2010?
Oh, God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hang on. That was the donation.
Oh, yay. Thank you for donating. And Bert and Ernie were dancing, so good for them.
Yes, because Spencer said it had to be Bert and Ernie as the little thing because it's Pride Month. The most iconic gay couple of our childhoods.
Yes.
People have argued. People argue with me. People have come into my comments and been like, how dare you try to sexualize Sesame Street? And I'm like, sir? Are you okay?
Don't. It's just like, calm down and leave the boyfriends alone. Rude.
Well, I'm trying to pull up my feed so I can see all the donations to say thank you personally. Wait, what's happening? Everything broke. I'm sorry, we spent 20 minutes trying to get the camera working, and it only works because of Spencer.
He unplugged something and plugged it into somewhere else.
He was very confused as to why that worked. Are they canonically gay? Like, have they actually acknowledged it? No, they have not. But the way that they've said that they're not gay was basically just because one of the creators by themselves. So the guy who wrote for them primarily for like most of the time, like through the 80s and 90s, I believe, is gay and was basing it off of him and his husband. So I know. It's to the point where, like, their friends were like, oh, you guys are Bert and Ernie, because they'd see Bert and Ernie and be like, that's you guys, and which I think is adorable. And then One of the... Yes, this is Tryra Banks, the author of Monoland. Yes, this is her. Gabe does not want to be reminded. Thank you!
Thank you!
Wait, I can't see everybody's name. Why can't I see everybody's name? I could see it before. I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm bad at this. Thank you guys for donating so much.
Thank you.
We're at $160.
Yay!
Woo! This is a grassroots organization, by the way. Their median donation is like $30. So like we just raised like a median donation for them right now.
Oh,
That's
yay.
really cool.
Thank you all for donating. I should eat this warhead now. I'm gonna eat it.
Yep. You go for it.
Okay,
I'm so
go.
sorry in advance.
I'll go. Sorry, what were you saying about Bert and Ernie?
that they were basically based off of the writer and his husband, but then another creator was like, they're not gay because they're puppets and they can't have relationships. And it's like, what about Kermit and Miss Piggy? Sir Gonzo has been dating a chicken since the 70s.
Yeah. The hypocrisy of it all.
Old school clip of Tyra giving Miley Cyrus a gift on her 16th birthday, a picture of herself at 16. It was such an eye roll moment. There's a lot of eye roll moments when it comes to Tyra. So many.
I remember seeing a clip recently where it was basically, or I mentioned this before, but it was when Tyra gave Taylor Lautner and Robert Pattinson, like, Team Edward and Team Jacob, like, ladies' undergarments, and had Robert Pattinson bite her on the neck.
I remember the biting of the neck.
And it's just like, why? This is why Robert Pattinson hates Twilight. Not because he doesn't like the movies, it's because of that moment.
Oh, someone donated under Tryra Banks' name?
Thanks, Tyra.
Thanks, Tyra. I can't wait to, the next time I donate a super chat, I should donate under Tookie's name.
Tookie de la creme. Oh no, do we have... Is there any Tookie repellent in this room?
Here we go. Garfield donated $25.
Thank you.
Christopher Russo donated $10. Thank you, guys!
Thank you.
Yay! Wait, I'm making sure that I'm
Poor
seeing...
Spencer.
Imagine it's actually her watching this. Can you imagine? Hi, Tyra. I know you watch every single one of our live streams. Thank you very much.
I love the picture you chose of me where I'm like, eh.
It's the same one that I put on the, what was our last video that I put out? The Sexy Beast video. It's the same one from that. Thank you, Rachel, for $20. Thank you, Tryra Banks, for $4.
Thank you, Tyra.
Thank you, Patrick. I suspected it was Patrick that donated under Tryra Banks' name.
So I know these warheads aren't that bad.
Real? I thought I was gonna die. No, I love sour candy, but they just taste like battery acid.
Oh my goodness. I'll eat more if I don't know how should we do this where I eat more? Should I just eat more, or should it's like if this happens then I'll do it?
If we get to $200, we'll raise $40 more, then we'll each eat one.
Okay. Well, I'll eat two in that case. And...
All right.
I'm just imagining like I'm constantly opening my mouth and people are just seeing me being like, nom nom nom.
When do you say? Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hang on, I've got it pulled up here, so I can say thank you individually. I love the notes that people leave with it, especially when people donate as different characters. Bert and Ernie donated $5. Thank you, Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie's wedding anniversary is coming up. We made up Bert and Ernie's wedding anniversary because people were like, "How dare you say that they're gay?" Because I said it offhanded. So the next video I made where Bert and Ernie were there, it was called Bert and Ernie's wedding anniversary and other things we learned from then the Muppet Family Christmas, because that's what we were covering. And I forget, it was like July. It was like whatever day I was filming that day. So it's a running thing.
Aw. Happy almost wedding anniversary, Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, the neck bite. I forgot about that, Wendy says. You remember? I do remember R.L. Stein, Patrick. Patrick donated under the name R.L. Stein at one point when we were reading a Goosebumps book.
I remember there was a movie called R.L. Stein, Don't Think About It, and had Emily Osment with, like, dark hair. And she's like, stop being a... Or, like, her brother's like, there's a monster. And she's like, stop being annoying. Then it turns out there was a monster. And I was like, oh, this is terrifying. But it was, like, kids' show terrifying, so it was weird.
Altrail says, I recently found out that sucking on sour icebreakers helps when my mouth dries out. I have really bad dry mouth. Interesting.
Good to know.
I wonder why our thumbnail is a weird...
Whoop. Thank you.
Thank you. To whoever donated the $5. Oh, it doesn't auto-update. It really should auto-update.
Oh.
I can see it up here, but it's so tiny. Why is it so tiny? I'm going to pull it up. Here, I'll pull up our video. Here, that's us. There we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to hear us. I mean, I like us, but, you know. Thank you, Wendy. That is so kind. I appreciate you guys so much. It's very, very, very appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so the Tyra show, Rachel, is a talk show. Is she unhinged in it? Yes. Yes, she is. Here, we're just going to start with, if I can pull up the Naomi Campbell episode.
Oh, Naomi.
There's a whole playlist up here, but there's also the Naomi Campbell episode that I need to find. Tyra show. Why is that? I don't want to know why that's blurred out. By the way, we haven't watched any of this, so I don't know what specific trigger warnings I need to tell people about. I just really want to say, oh, look, Jay Manuel was on that episode.
Mr. J. Oh, that just reminds me of Harley Quinn. Hello, Mr. J. Isn't that what she says to the Joker?
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
So, I didn't make that connection until just now, so I'm just like, oh, okay, me.
Okay, me.
Why am I like this? Why can't I remember things better?
I have a terrible... I used to be, like, one of those people that everybody was like, you have such a great memory. Not anymore.
Oh. I never have a great memory unless it's about America's Next Top Model. I don't know why that is, but oh well.
Okay, let's see. Why am I not hearing? Hang on, Tyra. Yeah, so Tryra Banks had a reality, or not a reality. I mean, she did have a reality show, but she had a. Why can't I hear anything, Tyra? No, Tyra's like, you don't get to hear me anymore. I've been disrespected.
Right before you turned on the episode, she's like, we're gonna turn the volume off on all these videos.
Hang on. While I'm getting this fixed, yes, Tryra Banks had a talk show. It was like a daytime, afternoon talk show. And yes, it was a lot. I used to watch it all of the time with my mother. There was a little ant. I'm like, oh no!
They're gone for the warhead.
I need to spray for ants now? Great. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, hang on.
Tyra got canceled not too long after the whole rabies thing. I'm not surprised.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary individuals, and everybody.
Tyra taking on the Westboro Baptist Church is one episode. I don't remember that.
How did she not win that?
How did she not? She probably, to be fair, she probably did, because it's kind of hard to not.
Or, and I was going to say, and that, everybody, is what we call jumping the shark with the whole rabies thing.
The rabies thing. All right. Was it just this episode? Nope, this one's quiet, too. And by quiet, I mean silent. Let's go. Let's do this. Anyway, yes, this show was a little bit insane. HDTV. Now? Do you like it now? No? Is this
I love her
silent?
outfit.
I do. No, she's beautiful. Truly. Is this working? Nothing is working. Why is nothing working? Okay. Okay, give me a second. Tyra, why?
School of Business and Banking.
So yes, while we're here, hello guys. Thank you for being here on day 3 of raising money throughout June for the Trans Housing Coalition. Yay! Tyra, please. I'll get it working. It's got to be something really simple.
Tyra, we bind you. Don't. It's something about doing. Don't do harm to us. Harm to others. Harm all the. Don't do harmful things to us. Harm to others.
Okay, that's playing. I'm hearing us. Huh. Wild.
Meh. Nice to hear you both. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Now I want to know what you sound like.
Australia. Shelley. I've had many confrontations with Shelley Phelps Roper. Oh my god.
Who's that?
I believe that's the. The Phelps Roper family is the Westboro Baptist Church family. I think that's the mother. Gabe just had like an out of body experience.
The reason why is because I can't remember which religion they are, but there is an individual by the name of Brother Jed who went to, or at my college on like the front campus, there's like a flagpole.
Production, that's why I came out of this vault today. It's a big hit on Monday nights at 10 p.m. on...
I figured it out. Now, okay. Disclaimer. I'm pretty sure this is not going to give us any issues. Knock on wood. Knock on all the wood. I usually do a test to make sure that if we're watching something back, it's not going to give us any, like, you're streaming content. It's like, yeah, we're covering it. That's what we do in all of our content. But anyway, on the off chance that this gives us any issues, we're going to improvise. But I'm not going to say that. That'll jinx it. I was going to say I'd be very surprised, but God knows, then it'll be crazy. Okay, so it's making sound now. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, there's at the front campus of my college, I went to Georgia College and State University, there is a flagpole where something about First Amendment rights, and you're able to say whatever you want at this flagpole. And this religious individual likes to come over and talk about how everyone is doomed to eternal damnation and how we all stink and that we're all terrible people. And he and his wife has a list of 16 things that if you do them, you're going straight to HE double hockey sticks. And so
he must be fun at parties.
So fun at parties. And I made the mistake of telling my father about this gentleman because apparently the religious gentleman has a bingo card, and one of them was Jewish people are only good for making bagels and something else that I can't remember. but I'm just like, this guy's a doorknob. I don't
that guy.
I don't listen to anything he said, but I unfortunately said that in front of my father, and my father was not happy about it, and I think my father tried to do something about it, and I'm just like, I shouldn't have said anything about that. But yeah, please don't be mean to people. That's all I have to say. And I'm just like, let's just ignore this guy.
I mean, honestly, your dad being like, we are absolutely going after the Nazi guy. And the video just got demonetized. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. I always joke. I'm just like, every time we talk about anything, what the fuck is this? Tryra Banks versus Naomi Campbell Supermodel SmackDown in Lego? In Roblox. What is this?
What?
I don't know. I had the episode pulled up just a second ago. Hang on. Let me find it. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Where was it? That's also not what I wanted. That's something that I was working on for work. Anyway. Let's see. Wendy says, I shared charity on a Facebook. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I really, really, really appreciate that. Tyra's show. I just had it up. I'm just what?
Where'd it go?
Tryra Banks. Oh no, it's right here. I'm looking past it. I'm just dumb. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're not.
So we're doing
Years in the making.
Whoa, God.
14 years in the making.
Do you want to give the backstory on why this episode is so cringe?
Mainly because it's Tyra trying to get a gotcha moment with Naomi Campbell because there was a feud between the, well, they were pitted against one another because they weren't the only ones, but they were two very well-known black supermodels, and you know, because they weren't, or because, you know, words, but basically they were pitted against one another, and so a kind of a feud started, and Tyra seems to have a lot of trauma from this rivalry, and during this episode was basically trying to get a gotcha moment and get Naomi Campbell to apologize or to get Naomi angry, but Naomi was just kind of like, well, they pit us against each other. I don't remember that. Or, like, yeah, that's something that happened because this person said this to me, and was just not reacting in the way that Tyra wanted her to. And Tyra was, I don't know, it's kind of interesting because during her rant, she's like, I'm not a victim, I grow from it and I learn, while also talking about the past and not, and just trying to, you know, try to re-spark this feud, I guess, but Naomi was having none of it.
Dragon of Gender, thank you for the $10. Woo! Again, raising money for the Trans Housing Coalition. Today and all this month, if we get to $200, which is $20 more, we're each gonna have to eat one of these sour things, and my reaction is gonna be better than Gabe's, just because I'm weak, apparently.
No, I know, I did not say that.
I'm saying that.
Oh, okay.
I love sour candy. Like, I really do love sour candy. I've got a whole thing of sour gummy worms down there. These are just, they don't have, like, a nice, like, ooh, that's a good taste, and it tastes like fruit. This just, I'm just like, huh, this tastes like something non-edible.
Warning, eating multiple pieces within a short time period may cause a temporary irritation to sensitive tongues and mouths.
We won't eat a ton of them.
I'm gonna have two if we get to $200.
Oh, no.
But and sorry, my explanation for why the episode is uncomfortable was very bad. Basically,
No, it wasn't.
Tyra wants Naomi to react in a certain way, and Naomi's having none of it.
All right, so welcome everybody who's coming in. Welcome everybody who, she's staring into my soul. She is. Look at that. Tookie. I'm Tookie. Pay the Fae. Hi. So Tyra was out here Tyra-ing. Yes. Tyra was Tyra-ing. Patrick says Shelley Phelps Rover was at wait, I'm trying to read, sorry, protesting live, and she walked into the bike lane and I accidentally hit her with my bicycle. Wait, for real? Wait, real?
Oh no. And then you realized it was her and said, "Oh, it's you. I'm not sorry." Oh.
Shit, writing Optimus Prime. Oh, could I ask, Rex, could I trouble you to share this in the Discord server? I can do it, if you cannot, but, I'm sorry.
Supermodel Tryra Banks.
Okay. Oh, somebody got the bad VHS. We're gonna...
It has to be just me and Naomi alone.
The backstabbing, the name-calling, the catfight on the catwalk.
You called me the B word. You said, you'll never be me.
Years of runway rivalry
I felt like you were terrorizing me.
explode in a dramatic confrontation.
Why, Naomi?
Why, Naomi?
Tyra starts now.
Tyra, why? Naomi, why?
Well,
Tomorrow is a conversation with Naomi, and it's been a lot of years of pain and a lot of tears, and I still have all those memories of a lot of negativity from the press.
I mean,
I had to
I'm
live
sure
through it.
there
It
is,
wasn't
like,
easy.
lingering negativity when they were, like,
I'm
pitted
nervous
against each
about it.
other. This is just, like, such a funny way to, like, do I don't know.
but the question is the press
You don't know,
saying
Naomi.
this? Did Naomi say this and the press is repeating it? Or did Naomi
Today,
just make, like, an
it's about
offhanded
telling the
comment and
truth.
Tyra
It's
was
about
like,
being honest.
took it personally? I don't know.
Because without
IRL living.
honesty,
Welcome, IRL
There's no
Living.
way that you can heal.
Thank you. We're watching old Tyra the old Tyra show.
and today is a healing day for
because
me.
we've been on a daytime TV kick here. Just
and I
like
hope it is
watching
a
back
healing
old
day for
daytime
Naomi
TV.
too.
every time I hear daytime, that reminds me of Luxeria. And one
I
of the
remember
clips she uses a lot is daytime tweet.
the very first time I saw a picture of Naomi. I was around 12, 13 years old, and I was sitting in the kitchen with my mama, and we were looking through some magazines, and there was this picture of this model, this black, beautiful model. And I was like, Ma, look how beautiful she is. It's funny, I felt worlds away from Naomi Campbell when I looked at that picture. But the ironic thing is that she would become a significant part of my personal history. And to admire somebody so much and to follow in their career, to actually follow in her footsteps, it was overwhelming for me in a lot of ways, especially since I was just a teenage girl at the time. And the press had cast Naomi and I as rivals before we had even met each other. And there's conditions in the modeling industry that are fueled by rivalry, because back then, let's say there were 10 top models, 10 of them. But there was an unwritten rule, that only one of them could be black. Only one. 10 girls,
That does suck.
but only one could be black.
That definitely sucks.
And at
And
that
the rest
time,
are
Naomi was
probably
that
either
one
blonde or
black
brunette.
girl.
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell set the modeling scene on fire almost 20 years ago when she was discovered on the streets of London and immediately began to saunter her way across the catwalk.
I feel like Naomi Campbell was found
As
like
the
at an
first
airport,
black model
literally
to
just
grace the covers of
walking. They're
French
like, "We
and
love
British
you, be a
Vogue,
model."
Naomi was breaking down the walls of the
The
predominantly
dramatic
white world.
why, Naomi, for me.
Why, Naomi?
Naomi travels all over the world, working with the most
Why am I afraid of what this could be?
designers and
Because
sought-after
you should always. I have a healthy
By the mid-1990s, Naomi was amassing
fear
an empire.
of
collecting
anything
more than
Tyra
$10,000
does
an
after
hour for
Model
modeling
Land.
jobs. From hit music videos to dozens of commercials, Naomi has worked with the best.
I am who I am.
Naomi was one of my biggest inspirations when I began modeling. To this day, I still remember the joy I felt when the press first compared me to her. It was one of the most flattering compliments I've ever received.
They had to do a runway the first
But the
episode,
compliments and
they
comparisons
had to
soon turned to controversy.
do an outfit based on a famous
In the
person,
headlines,
two of
there
them,
wasn't enough
chose
room at the
Naomi
top for
Campbell.
two black models.
And they were both super fierce. And
Nice.
like, yay, Naomi.
And the press orchestrated a fierce rivalry between us. The
Who's on
reports were
Naomi's side,
relentless
Patrick
and
wants to
fueled
know?
a feud
I'm on
between
no
Naomi
one's side. I just
and
find this
For
interesting.
the media,
I am
the here
here
wasn't
for
big
scientific
enough.
purposes.
Yes, as a scientist, I'm here to do my research.
I don't
to
have an
study
in-studio
It
science.
is worth
audience
noting,
here
as much as
with
Tyra
us
has her
today.
issues, like, we were
So
talking
I'm
about
gonna
this
ask
before, and my
you
mom was
at
like, but
home
Naomi Campbell, like,
to please help me
allegedly,
welcome Naomi
like,
Campbell.
threw stuff at her assistant, right? We were talking about this. Like, there's also things going on with Naomi Campbell, too. Like, no
I
one's
know.
really innocent in this situation.
And I think I was watching a video about the rivalry, and they were
First of
saying
all,
how
Naomi,
it was
I
mainly
just,
the press
I
that
want
had
to
him
thank you
getting-
for coming
the
here.
press that pit them against each other. So it's just like
This
I don't
is not
doubt
easy
that.
for me. I
So
know
it's
it's not easy
just-
for
so
you
it's
too,
like,
especially
maybe
with so
Tyra
many
shouldn't be
years
putting
and years
as
of.
much blame
But I thought it was a good
on
idea.
Naomi all the
What did you think when
craziness on
because I
it.
didn't want to call you personally because I wanted the first time for us to see each other. It's been a while.
And I
wanted
didn't
us
want to
see
see
each
you
other
before
here.
the show because I think
Yes.
it's better to be fresh.
Oh, wait, like, she had her
but I'm
producer's
happy
call.
to
She
be
didn't
here.
even
I'm
call
really happy,
Naomi.
and I
She was
said
just
yes
like,
right
can you
away.
call
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell
I
for
want to
me?
go back to when I was 17 years old. So that was about 14 years ago.
How old was I? I was 17. I was 21.
21.
Yeah,
Yes.
21.
Yeah, they did not edit
91.
her.
Yeah,
When she
1991.
like messed up her
And
line, they were just like,
I-
well, whatever.
I don't know if
I
you
feel like
noticed,
Tyra. I think
but
Tyra
even
did
before
have,
left
and I
for
could be
Paris,
wrong.
I had your pictures
But I remember
plastered all over my
thinking that
bedroom
she had
walls.
at least
I
been
didn't
like,
know.
no,
Yeah.
we're not doing
All-
edits because I want to show the imperfection.
Oh.
And you know, it's like,
I had your pictures
okay,
all
like
over my bedroom
I
walls.
leave in bloopers in my
And
videos. Like,
I don't know if
I
you remember. Do you
appreciate
remember
that.
I was
Okay.
doing a Live fashion show
Yeah,
that we did
when we
together.
had the braids.
Yes.
Yeah, I
we
remember.
had the
And the little
braids.
white frilly things.
What
Yeah,
year
I
was
remember.
this?
Yeah.
And I called my aunt.
I'm
I said,
actually
she's right
not
behind me. Oh my
sure.
gosh, she's so
Let-
beautiful.
let me-
She's right here.
let me
Can you
use
believe
the
it? Can you believe it? Can you
Google.
believe it? Just a couple of weeks ago, I was at home looking at her pictures, and now I'm in a fashion show with her. But Naomi, do you remember what you said to me?
That's
Now, I want you
something
to.
awful and cruel.
Awful.
What did I say?
You said, I heard you talking about me.
Which
You
I
used a
do. I
bad
hear
word.
everything from everywhere.
Yes, no, but no, you said you heard me physically. You were right behind me. You
Right.
heard me talking about you. You called me the B word, and you said, and we have a photo shoot to do in Anguilla, and it's not going to be pleasant if you're talking about me like that.
I probably did
And
say that.
Why did you say that?
So this
Because I probably
was
just heard the tail end or just
Oh,
thought
so
it must be
cycle-
negative, which it wasn't negative. So
cycle
now
4 and
some-
just
yeah.
happened.
So I'm really sorry.
Yeah, maybe
What are
this
some of
was
the
around
things
time
that,
of the infamous
Specific things that
rant
people would
to
say.
Tiffany.
You don't have to worry about hurting my feelings or anything about me or about our, coexisting in an industry. What are some of the specific things they would say? And
I
can tell
do
you guys,
respect
it's
them for just
wants to
getting
be
right
you,
into
that-
this instead of
It's
like
that-
being
those
like
things to
typically
me,
like
it doesn't matter now.
this
It's
show
now that
like
matters for me and the
like
timing
every talk
of-
show like had
Did
like
I understand
we're gonna
or
have
did
the
I
opening
believe
segment
those
and then we're gonna
people?
have like
Those
the
people didn't
discussion of the
also help
day and then
me
we're gonna have
because
this and then we're
people
gonna have this
still
and
be
then we're gonna have the
saying
big
people
thing. They
watch
got
me
right
be
into it. They were like,
sad
nope.
And watch me self-medicate and tell me, Naomi, you look beautiful, you look fine. I don't want those people around me. Those are the people that are very dangerous to have around you. So those people are no longer in my life.
But at the time you bought into what they were saying?
At the time,
Because I'm trying to understand.
At the time, everything was just, there was photographers, there was editors, there was stylists, there was makeup and hair. It was just like,
But did they ever
ongoing
compare? Because
drama.
they would compare constantly. Oh,
course they
she's 3
compared.
years older than you. I'm like 3 years, 4 years old, or
Of
4
course
years.
they
That's the
compared.
same thing. That's something that I constantly heard over and over again. But what I wanted to say, and to be very clear to you, is
Thank you,
when I
Perry,
started
for
to become a
chewing
fashion
through
model, I never tried to look like
no,
you.
but that's
My
how
It
they
was,
yard.
did.
there was a certain look. There was a certain look. You were the only one. You're the only black girl. Make every black girl's hair look
We're
like
the
that.
same.
Make every black girl's makeup like that.
Right.
But that wasn't something that I
You wanted.
perpetuated.
I understand.
And I remember for the Aliyah thing, the story with the Aliyah when you said,
With the hair, the braids.
yes, the Aliyah fashion show when I was talking to my aunt and you kind of accosted me in the hallway there. And then
I'm
we
learning
went on
about
that
all
trip.
this
We
for the
went on
first
that
time.
trip.
What a
Yeah,
way to
yeah.
learn about
Yes.
this.
And
know,
it
just
started
right into it.
beautiful. I was like, Mama, I called my mama. She brought me into her room and gave me vitamins. She was so
I
sweet
remember
to
we
me.
were at Cap Jaluka.
Yes, we were at Cap Jaluka.
Yeah.
But I remember being on a
Came
boat.
out swinging.
and I
Rachel
get
says
seasick.
she
I was
did.
very seasick on
You were
this
seasick
boat.
on that boat?
Oh, I was.
I don't remember.
I don't tell people. Like I didn't, especially in the beginning of my career. I just say I'm just taking a nap. Really, I wanted to grow up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was laying down on this little plank thing. With that boat shot there. I was laying down on a plank. Laying down on a pillow.
Yeah.
And you came and you sat down next to me. And I think you let me put my head in your lap, or you put my feet on your lap.
Right.
And you're like, sweetie, are you okay? Are you okay? And I said, actually, yeah, I'm okay. And then you said, I have to ask you something.
Right.
See, I remember this because I was so new and young. You said, I have to ask you something.
New and
Do
young,
they try to make you
when
look
she was
like
saying
me?
how
Right.
3 years
And I
difference.
said, I don't know about so much now, but in LA, yeah, they really did with the little short
think I
black
remember
whibs
that.
and
You
stuff.
told me that, yeah, I
Yes.
remember.
And Naomi, you got up, pushed me away, and said, yeah, I thought so. And you turned.
I did.
You went from the
What?
sweetest woman
What?
that was giving me vitamins to
Okay, real talk though.
someone that terrified
In
me
this
on
specific
that trip.
situation,
Oh my God.
And
if that actually happened, because she's like,
I-
Naomi's
I
like,
was
I
told
did
on
do
trip
that.
I was
Yeah.
sent home because you
That's
didn't want
fucked
me there.
up. That's
So I-
No,
weird.
that's not true.
That's what I was told.
I don't have the
know.
power in the winter.
Is there something I'm missing?
There
Am
were
I?
some specific
Am I?
things that I remember as if it was yesterday that hurt me to my core. And I want to ask you about that, and I want to see if you remember them too. We'll be right back.
Tyra.
I almost
Remember
gave
that
up
time
modeling
where you
because of
were
the
making me
rivalry with
push my
Naomi
feet
Campbell.
away when
So I picked
said
up my
that
backpack,
they let
walked
me wear
out,
this
and I was
hair
like, you know what, this is
Sponsored by
enough.
Campbell Select.
This is enough. And I said,
Oh,
if she
Tyra's
wants
like,
it
how
this
dare
badly,
you?
she can have this entire industry that
Okay.
has been going on for
Oh,
over
they cut out
a
the
decade.
commercial.
Do you remember that
Guys, you gotta either commit
Yeah,
to
I
cutting out the
remember.
commercials
I
or not.
remember
No,
that
I'm
photo
sorry.
because
I
we
appreciate the
didn't
person
say one word to each
who,
other. It was after the thing that
documented
happened on the
this.
boat.
Right.
You are an
And
archivist for sure.
It
Yes,
looks
thank
like
This
you.
we're
is
just
TV
chilling and
history.
talking, but if you see there, I feel the ice in that picture because I remember it like it was yesterday.
Naomi is so
I
That-
don't remember.
You don't remember?
I remember only about the.
There was no communication. I went from calling my mom, like, saying, oh my gosh, she's so amazing, to calling her going, I don't know what happened.
Right.
We just did a photo. She didn't speak to me. Like,
I don't
it
remember.
turned
I
into
remember
ice
just with
cream.
your. I remember you telling me about the wigs. I don't remember anything.
You don't remember
else.
anything else?
But I remember that the ending of that trip was not very. It was very cold.
We did a fashion show. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Jenny or something like that in Milan. And we were doing that fashion show
Milan.
backstage. And you came up to me right when I was about to walk out.
For small
And you
beers.
said something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so
They're
funny
both
because it was so
gorgeous.
surreal at the time.
Seriously,
you
they're
said
both
it.
wonderful
I didn't
models.
think
Like,
that
there's a
you
reason
could
they're
actually
so
say something like that.
famous.
What did I say?
You said something like, "You'll never be me. Don't ever think that you'll be me," and something
I
like
said
that.
that?
Yes.
I can't think. That's something. I'm not that. I'm very much in the. Yeah, I'm very much. I know the person that I am.
Feels like she was about to
and
say, "I'm not that
someone
mean."
to go and give myself away and say that to anybody. I've
But
never said
maybe
that in my
she-
life.
Maybe she's like.
So, but
maybe
if that's
she-
what you
or she could've
remember,
been-
I
or she's
accept
like,
that.
I'm
But it's
saying
not.
in a
Doesn't
way
sound like
that's
me
mean,
to
it's
people that
just
would
like,
know me.
don't
I'm
try
not
to act
sure
like
if you're
me because I'm me and you're
understanding
you kind of thing.
Maybe,
Like,
yeah.
how much it was painful for me, and I think it was truly a painful time for you, but I don't want to speak for you. But, and I don't think you know this either, that experience between you and I
Someone tell
was
Tyra how
one of the most
unreliable
difficult
memory
times
is.
in my
Memory
entire
is unreliable,
life.
and that might not
In
be
my
like anybody
entire
trying to
life.
I can be
lie.
really
That might
honest.
be like,
I
you know,
love modeling.
if you have an
I
emotional
love this
experience, your
industry.
brain
It's
is just
given me a
going to
lot.
remember
It's
it as
shown
like
me a lot.
worse
It's
than
made
it
me
was.
travel the
Like,
world, meet amazing
I've been there where
people.
I've been like, you
But
to a
with what I'm
person
going
like,
through
you
in my
were really
life
mean to
in the
me, and you said
last
this, and it came across this
5
way,
or
and they're like,
6 years of
oh
what
shit,
I've
I
gone
didn't mean
through
it
and
like
what I've
that.
gone
Like,
to know in
'cause,
making
like,
my mistakes, immature.
my feelings
with my
got hurt,
family,
and
with
then it's like,
myself, with
oh,
my,
your brain just remembers
relationships.
your feelings being hurt,
It's
and then
not
that like colors the way you remember
life-threatening,
things. You know,
and it's not
it happens.
that deep.
I'm trying to be very
I
charitable
really,
here.
It's not about, I didn't know myself
My
that
memory
age. I want to know
betrays me
what
a lot. I'm like, did I say that?
20
That's why I
between
would use
20
that in
to
reality. He'd be
25-year-old really
like,
does
I'm
know
so sorry if I
themselves
said that in
at that
front of
age.
him. I'm like, you son of a bitch,
Especially in
I
such a
didn't say it like
whirlwind
that.
career. What I was envious of you was you had your mother with you. I never was able to have my mother with me. I always remembered you had your mother at all your
Oh, and
shows,
remember how
and she was always
in
there
America's
with you, and I
Next
thought
Top
that
Model, Tyra's always like,
that's
oh,
I
you're
wish
not
that I
gonna
could
be
have my
able to be
mother with
around
me.
your
Why
family,
couldn't
and
your mother
Tyra
be
had her
with you?
mother
Because she
with
just had a
her,
baby.
like, early on in her
And
career.
it wasn't possible. She had to raise my brother.
Let me tell you why my mother was with me.
Oh.
When I went to Paris, my mom wasn't with me. We couldn't afford it. I went at 17 years old, right out of high school.
Right.
So she actually had 2 jobs when I left and went to Paris.
Right.
We couldn't afford it. And there was a situation.
That's
it was a
how
Versace
evil
fashion
clones
show.
work.
I
One
was
is always
backstage getting my
randomly
hair and makeup done.
British.
And this was about a year and a half into this feud thing
It's
that
just
was
a
going
shame
on.
that they pitted them against each other
And
because they're two
then, I
very
think his name was
different
Angelo or
women.
Italian
Like,
name. Can't remember his name.
it's
Angelo.
clearly
Angelo, is that his
like there
name?
definitely
Angelo
was
called
like
me,
a racism
and
thing
he
of
said,
like
"Tyra, I
they're
need to
both
talk
black
to you."
women,
And I said,
so we have
"Okay."
to pit
And he
them
had a really
against each other.
weird
Like
look on
that's
his
fucked
face.
up.
Yeah.
And I
And
said,
that's just a media
what is
thing.
it? He says, I have to cancel you from the fashion show.
Right.
And I was like,
And you instantly thought that was because
no,
of me.
I didn't. I
She
didn't.
thinks that
And I
Naomi
said,
got
why? I
her
just did my
canceled
fitting.
from
I did
the
everything. The
fashion
show's
show,
about to
and
start
I
in
was
20
like,
minutes.
no,
And he
do you know him?
gave me a
He's
look
like that.
and kind of did like that toward you. And I was like, okay.
What, do you ever know Johnny Versace?
No.
Okay, so
I
if
just- I
anyone
just
that
only
knows
knew him
him
from
knows,
work.
so I could never do that. But just so you know, you're not alone. Kate Moss was canceled after doing a fitting in a
Yes.
rehearsal.
No.
So
I've
was
been
Linda.
canceled as a model a lot. I'm not, Naomi, I'm not blaming
but
you. I'm
that
just
was
getting to
the Johnny
story.
Versace way.
Yes.
Like,
No, he's
we would do-
notorious. I knew he was notorious for canceling at
doing
the last
that.
minute. So that's not what I'm saying.
Nothing to do with me.
This is not my opinion. This is something that somebody did a head
Someone
nod.
said,
yes.
yeah.
So I picked up my backpack, walked out, and I was like, you know what? This is enough. This is enough because I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. I went to a payphone.
You called her.
I called my mother and I said, Ma, I can't take it anymore. I dropped down to my knees in that payphone. People were walking by, trying to help me in French, and they didn't know I was okay. I was just
Right.
emotional.
I was so new and young. It's
I
such
said,
a
I
low
can't
key
take
dig
it
at
anymore. And
Naomi.
I said, if she
Yes.
wants it this
Yeah, she
badly,
said it.
she
Shady
can have this
Tyra.
entire
I think she said
industry.
it previously,
I got
where it's
accepted
like,
to
I was
5
so young
colleges.
doing
I'm
this and
coming
the other,
home
it's
and
like,
I'm
but you
going
just said
to
that you are
school.
3 years
Right.
apart,
That's
which
what I
is,
told
like,
my
not
mom.
much. So it's just like,
My mom kind of calmed me down.
It also-
and I said, well, the only way that I can
It
do
also
this
kind of
is
paints
if you are
her
by
as
my
like the
side
child
every
in the
single
situation
day.
that's
But
like
don't you
being
think some of the things are like
bullied,
blowing
which
up
like
a
maybe
little
she
bit?
was.
When I
I'm
would
not
be
someone like
depressed, I'd be
negating her
this didn't
experience,
happen.
but
we didn't have a fight on the runway.
I just find that particular that specific
No,
framing
most
is
definitely.
interesting.
It was
You know, it's
definitely
like
blown up and perpetuated.
Yeah,
but
it's
there,
like,
to me, there are
are
certain
these
things in the press
subtle
that come from
knowing
nothing,
digs,
and then
or
there are
is it
certain things
just,
that
like,
come from truth.
accidental?
I
Absolutely.
swear to
And I
God,
do
I'm not on either
feel
person's
that
side in this situation. I'm
It
just,
came from
I'm
somewhere.
just
It came
taking
from-
it in.
But I mean, the stuff that was
I'm just-
written
I'm
was
trying to
not
observe
was
and form my own opinion,
exaggerated.
but,
Was you know, people adding that little here and bit
Oh,
bits
that's
here and
always,
there.
that's always
And
going
that's always
to be, but
gonna be
there
that
was some
way.
truth. Because negative press wouldn't have made me want to quit. If it was only negative press. You know, to be honest, Naomi, I'm fearful of you to this day. Not right now. I
Oh,
feel safe. I feel like
no.
it's just
I'm
me
so
and you.
sorry.
There's not a lot of
Oh, no,
hoopla.
I feel like I
Right.
jump
But
scared you.
even a couple of seasons ago, even a couple years ago when we did the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and I walk in the room and I see you, I'm like,
Oh, I'm
I
so
start
sorry,
thinking,
Wendy.
my heart starts beating faster. I go back to the 17-year-old girl
Yeah, that you used to be.
that I used to be when this powerful, strong icon woman that I looked up to was terrorizing me. We're gonna have more of it. We'll be right back.
Sorry if we stressed you out, Wendy.
Rumors swirled.
But do you have proof that photographers record?
A lot of these people have nothing to gain by saying that. Tensions rose backstage at high-profile fashion shows. I was tired of constantly hearing that this photographer was called or this magazine was called and was telling to not use me.
Tyra Banks hangs up her wings.
I am retiring from modeling.
Next time, Tyra takes you backstage at her final fashion show.
This is it. This is like...
Celebrity surprises with Heidi Klum, Ricky Martin, and even Tyra's mom. Don't miss the triumph
Today is about following your
I like
dreams.
that
And the
Tyra's mom
tears.
outranked both of those
Plus
people.
Mary J. Blige. Next, Tyra.
Ricky Martin, but Tyra's mom.
It is cute how much Tyra loves her mom. That is just genuine. I do find that cute. Like,
I'm having the conversation with Naomi Campbell that I have wanted to have for so long. And the day is here. There came a time in my
21
career
and 17
where
does seem like a
I
much bigger
started to
difference
gain
when
some
you're
weight.
either one of
I
those
started to
ages.
get
It's true.
curvier. And I was told by my modeling agency that I needed to lose some weight. So I tried to lose some weight, and I was like, you know what? This isn't for me.
Right.
And I'm going to have my agency call Victoria's Secret, call Sports Illustrated, so that I can change my career and won't have to worry about being so thin to be a high fashion model.
Oh, she talks about
And
this in
to this
Cycle
day,
1
that's the
magazine.
story that I tell the press as to why I left the fashion industry. I just didn't want to fit in those clothes anymore. I didn't want to have to be super healthy and eat only chicken and vegetables. But that's only 50% of it.
I don't know if we should
other half of
call
that
Victoria's Secret high
was
fashion
tired
skinny
of
super
having
healthy.
to deal with you.
Oh gosh, I've
I was
seen-
tired of
or
that
I've
pain.
seen
I was
pictures
tired of
where
the
people are like,
comparison.
even
I was
the
tired
skinny
of
models can't fit
constantly
into
hearing that I got
somebody's
canceled
clothes,
from
and
this
they
job or
showed, like,
this or that, or
examples, and I'm like,
this photographer was called, or
okay.
this magazine was called, and was telling to not use me. So I made a conscious
retiring
decision,
from
and I said, you
modeling.
know what?
And the entire audience
I'm tired.
yells,
I'm so tired of this.
seemingly
all,
happy.
that
The
photographers
energy
record?
on
Do you
that
have any?
was
I
a
have some
bit
close
weird.
people with
Yeah,
big names that I
it comes
definitely
from
will
the
not
just
tell
reality
their names
TV
today
of
because
like
kicked my
I've been
butt.
a reality
But
TV
I have to say that I do believe a lot
audience
of it.
member.
I do
I think
believe
you've
a
also
lot of it
been on.
because there's
Have
a
you been
lot
on
of
like
these
any of
people
the
have
like
no
Family Feud or any of the
nothing
audience
to
things
gain
that we've done?
by
I
saying
actually
that.
haven't
They're
been
not
on
people
it.
that
I
are
can understand you want to
gossip
believe
mongers.
it. For
You're not
me,
missing much,
it's not
but they
important to
they
me.
they make you. They
As I
always
said,
say
I'm
like
in a
we
part of
cheer
my
for
life,
everything here,
even
like
then,
everything, because that's
where
reality TV or that's daytime TV.
It's life means more to me than that. This
I
is
wish
just
someone would cheer for
the
me
fashion world
every
is a small
day.
pinnacle in the
Well, I'll
hemisphere
cheer
of what
for
really
me.
is
But
going
what
on in the
happened
world.
at that time for
And
me,
I think-
Naomi, what happened for me at that time is a big part.
But yeah, her
of
producers did her
who I
dirty
am
on that one. I'm
today.
retiring from
It was
modeling.
one of the
Woo!
lowest points in my life, but we all
Oh, I didn't
learn
think
from
about
the
it that
things
way.
that
I
happen
thought
in our lives that are
I guess
negative.
she's just
And
like,
I think
have
that's
enough
what made me
success where I
start
don't need to
T-Zone.
model anymore.
I think
I'm
that
moving on
that
with my
rivalry
life.
has made me
Or,
start America's
what if they
Next
put
Top
Julie
Model
in the
because I
audience
said I
and
will
she's like,
never be
boo.
Oh,
what
no.
that
You yelled at me
represented.
because I wanted
And
to
I
be
went
into
100%
fashion
against that and said,
merchandising.
and I don't think it was a conscious thing. It's something I look back on now and
You
go,
didn't
maybe
wanna be
that's
from
why.
Cycle
Maybe
to-
that's why I
from
started
Cycle
my
to
T-Zone. Maybe
American
that's why I
Idol,
started
it's a whole
America's
thing.
Next Top Model. Maybe
Listen-
that's why I
listen
have
to our
this
eventual
talk show.
podcast about
So
it.
to teach that no matter what people say or do or
Like,
try
I
to
know,
look
but
at
I was
women as
expecting an
marionette
aw.
puppets that
Yeah,
they
no, I
wanna-
totally
to
get that,
create
yeah.
this
I know what
bickering,
you're
this
saying.
battle and this
Right.
fighting that
Doesn't have to
we
be
have
Hello,
to be
people
bigger
coming
than
in.
that.
Absolutely.
We have to
This
be
is
more
day 3 of our
responsible than
stream
that.
for
And so
charity through June,
experiencing
and we
that
are
and being, I think, a victim.
subjecting
both of
poor
us,
Gabe
victims
and
of
all of
that.
ourselves
There's so
to
many
watching.
victims out there to be victims of.
Old
I don't
episodes of
actually wanna
Tyra.
ever say that I'm a victim.
Oh no, I'm living for
I'm
all
someone
this.
Yeah.
passing through my life.
I'm here for the drama.
It's gonna
Yes.
hit the lows. It's gonna hit the highs.
I grew
it's
up
gonna hit
watching like all
the
this kind of
successes
stuff
of
Yes,
with
my
but
my
in
mom.
being a
mom.
victim,
We
you
were
don't
like,
have to
ooh,
let that
Jerry
conquer you.
Springer's on.
It's
Yeah,
Putting
it's
that
not
on.
gonna
and then
conquer
being
He's
you.
the,
empowered.
you are
It's
the
not gonna
father.
conquer me. In
Is
fact,
that-
it's like
Uh,
when I
He
went to
did
recovery,
stuff
it's the
like
best thing
that,
I ever did
yeah.
in going to
Also,
recovery.
Maury
I
is
learned
like the one
so
that people are
much
like, you
about
are not the
myself for
father.
years.
But we didn't watch
I
Maury as
can
much.
remember
Maury
things
was a
when I
little
was
too
3
much.
years old.
Which is saying something if we watch Jerry
It's just
Springer.
very vividly, and I was like,
watched
wow.
daytime TV when
It's
I
like what from
visited
your
family in Wisconsin
Things that,
because
like,
my
it just affected me now.
grandparents only had
That
like
and at
5 or
that
6
time
channels,
when
and
it
the
came into my
CW
mind,
was like one of the only
when
ones that I could
I
watch
was a
without
child,
being like bored or
something happened
like,
to me, and
or-
my whole family
and
like,
one
no,
of the
no, 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 she's crazy.
channels
It
that
Sexual
didn't happen.
abuse?
entertained me.
And
But
it wasn't really sexual
I was really
abuse.
sad
It could have
because
been, but I was
during
very
times I
much
would
of a
visit, they would have
child
America's Next
that
Top Model on, but I wouldn't be able
I
to watch it
came
because
in
my
and
cousins were in the room.
I spoke up
and
very
They
much
probably didn't
for
want to watch
myself. I was
America's
like,
Next Top
so
Model.
I
And
screamed
I'm
out. I was like,
"Can
go
watch
away. And
like
that
a
by
little bit
being
of America's
loud.
Next Top Model in
So it's a
peace?"
possibility of sexual abuse,
but
but you
because
did
I was
stop it.
loud,
I'm retiring from modeling.
happen.
Woo!
And
The
I-
evil
no,
is defeated. We are finally free. It does kind of give off that.
Something
It
that
does
I
kind
want
of give
people to
off that
know.
vibe, and it's just like,
Should be taught in schools.
This
is
It's
her
something,
show,
once
you
know the
guys.
tools,
But
you know,
then you realize
when
that
you're not happy, when
she
to
still
stop and
is
say, I gotta take
hosting
time
America's
out.
Next Top Model.
When to say, okay, I'm trying
yeah,
to
she's
please
not like
everybody, I'm not
retiring
pleasing-
from
this
the
is not working for
industry
me.
altogether. She's
I'm
just
not
like, I'm
be afraid
tired
to
of
say,
modeling,
I'm
which is
gonna-
honestly
I don't
good
wanna
for
do this anymore,
her.
because there's a
Modeling
lot
is
of, like,
probably
you get so
mentally
secure in
stressful.
one thing and you say, okay,
I've
if it's
always wanted
over,
to
what
be
do
a
I do?
model.
I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of anything
I could
anymore.
be
I'm willing
one
to
of
just
the-
face things
At
as
one
they
time, you
come.
were afraid.
I
What were you
think
afraid of?
definitely, I was afraid.
Or-
Like when I
king
just when I
size
was
male
realized I had to go to rehab, and
One
I
of
was
my
like,
idols
okay,
is Zach Nico. He was on
I
a
need to
photo
take
shoot
off a
on
month
Cycle
of work.
24
Oh my
with
God, I can't
America's
take off a
Next
month
Top
of work
Model,
because I'm gonna miss
and
this,
he
this,
models a lot,
and I'm gonna miss this
he's
because
not,
I got a perfume.
like-
I'm like,
What did you
Or
think
he's
would
not
happen
like
at that time? The fear if you
I
did take off
stereotypical
that
male
month. What did
it
you
wasn't
think?
a fear of
like,
that. It wasn't a
yay.
fear that I
Good
was
for
gonna.
them.
Actually, I don't know.
Inspiration.
I really don't know.
You think your
I
stock
could've
would have
died.
gone down if you would have
That's
taken
not
off
about
drop?
stock. It's about emotionally drained, spiritually drained. I would have been no good to myself, not healthy in mind, not healthy in spirit, and not good to anybody.
We'll be right back.
What a
Up next,
Healthy in
more
mind, healthy in
with
spirit.
Naomi
We'll be
Campbell.
right back.
I was really not knowing how to cope with grief.
And how did you deal with it?
I drank. I went out. I just was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
I know I could hold out long.
Campbell, about the feud that has been going on between us for 14 years. And I feel it's a conversation that we're having now. I feel it's 14 years overdue. Do you feel like you've had to put up a lot of defense in this industry
Absolutely.
to survive in an insane world?
I put up defense because I don't want to show my vulnerability. I put
What
up
is your
defense
vulnerability?
it's like I think people who really know me, Tyra, my really close friends, you know, I have a big heart, I'm very generous, when I'm very loyal. And I'm happier now than I was in my 20s. I'm much happier now.
Why is that?
Because the way I was living my life then was too much. I was like trying to make everybody else happy, but I wasn't happy.
You weren't happy.
No.
So what did you do by not being happy? Because to me,
Well, I
as a
tried to
young-
self-medicate and I tried to numb my pain. And in, 97 was a really difficult year for me. I lost 6 friends in very strange circumstance, one of them being Gianni Versace. And I think that was a year when I started to go down because I was really not knowing how to cope with grief. I didn't know.
You didn't know. And how did you deal with it? You dealt with it by taking...
I self-medicated myself. I drank. I went out. I just was like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But each time another drama or another grief or death came into my life, it wasn't enough time to catch up from the last grief. So it was just one big melting ball. It just rolled down.
So when I met you, when I
Is
was
that We'll Be
17
Right
years
Back a
old, say
pre-recorded
until I was a
film?
fashion model till about 25 years old.
I'm not actually
Were you
sure.
self-medicating yourself
Daytime
at all?
TV
No,
sometimes does it like that. Like if they didn't want to like
24,
ruin the
really.
flow of the
Let's go
conversation,
back
they're
to
like, we'll
Paris.
save that for the
Let's
editors
go
to
back
ruin the
Paris.
flow
I'm
of the
17 years
conversation.
old, and all these people are saying these negative things. Oh,
They
look
could have
out,
had her just
Naomi,
say it
here
like
comes
3
the new
different
one.
times,
Oh,
like
you
in
better
a
get
row.
back. Oh,
We'll be
look,
right
she's trying
back.
to look just like you.
We'll be
You
right
better
back.
get that.
We'll be right back.
How would you handle
Not now.
Be right back.
if you
I
could
had that
do it?
knowledge of
If you could do it all over again, how would you handle
Wind in
it?
her
I think
hair.
I just simply,
We'll be
really
right
simply
back.
wouldn't have bought into it. I would have just not bought into it, and then it would never have escalated. I think when you buy into things, people are malicious, people like negative, like you said and sat here and gone over many times, and I think that only you are the one, if you pay attention, that makes it escalate. But I didn't realize at that time that's what would happen. I was like listening because I was not a little older than you, but I was also not in my country. I was also used to, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. I think, really
That's
is
gotta
going
be
into it.
really
If
scary
I
being
knew
like
then
in a
not to buy
different
into it
country,
like I know
dealing with
now,
like the modeling world. It's
it
always
would
like you're too
never have
skinny, you're
escalated.
too short,
We
you're
would
too
never
tall,
be
you're too
sitting on
fat, you're
couch
too
right now.
whatever.
But I am happy to be sitting on this couch right now. So,
And,
you know, I'm happy
and she
to.
didn't have her moment
And
with her,
I
so
was
she had
only,
to
as you say,
emotionally
14
support
years later,
herself,
to be sitting here and
not trying
to
dig at Tyra.
wanting to have done
But
this
her
show.
Naomi mentioned
And
earlier that
I
she
didn't really tell
really
anybody
have
that I was
anyone
coming to
with
this
her,
show
so
because I didn't
Yeah,
want to have
that's
to
gotta
hear
be
what
hard.
they
very
thought.
stressful.
So I thought I'd come. They don't know I had to go to LA, but they don't know what I had to come there for. And they will now. But no, I'm happy that I came.
I'm happy that you came
Yeah,
too.
I really am.
I really am too. Are we ready for the audience?
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't have done this with the audience here.
Oh,
so
the audience wasn't
when
there
we
for
come
that.
back,
I
we're
was
gonna have
wondering why everything was so
everybody here,
quiet.
The entire audience, and Naomi
I was
and
waiting for the-
together for the first time. in
Oh,
front of an audience.
like
I don't know
the-
how long, a
You
long
said
time.
14 years.
14
So she's
years.
14 years,
Yeah,
14 years.
14 years. All right, we'll be right back.
Yay.
Happy ending.
They healed. Everything is fine.
Well, before the break, I have to say that one of my wishes, one of the biggest wishes that I've ever had, has come true. I had a conversation with Naomi Campbell, a long, in-depth conversation, and I got a lot of answers, and it has started my healing from all of the devastating rumors and gossip and rivalry and pain that I have experienced. I've started to heal, and I think Naomi has too. And now the audience is here, right?
Okay, bye, audience.
Yeah, right.
We're here for 5 minutes.
So now I want all of you to again welcome Miss Naomi Campbell.
She is generating her own wind in the hair.
Different, right?
There was someone who was really excited.
Wow.
Who would have ever thought Tyra and Naomi would be on the stage sitting here together? Who would have ever thought that?
Me who knows none of this prior
I
drama.
have to say.
No, I
we
I
start,
never would have seen that
However
coming.
I've affected you, or have you felt that I've affected you, I take my
So
responsibility.
extra having her
I'm very
leave
proud
just
of
so
you.
she
You've
can
been a powerful
make
black woman
a
sitting here
dramatic.
doing what
I
you're
mean, to be
doing.
fair, they
And please
probably like
continue,
filmed.
okay, Ruth?
They could have filmed it at two completely different times. They could have like gone to lunch and then come back, like,
Yeah.
because they would have to bring that audience in again. I know because I've been
Naomi,
part
thank
of
you
those
so
types
much
of
for saying
audiences.
that, because
It's a
I have to
long
admit,
time. There's like a
before
warm-up
the
guy
break,
that comes
it was
out to like get them all
the
hyped.
beginning-
They have to like
beginning of the
seat
healing,
them. They
I
usually
know,
seat
but I
them in a
still felt
specific
like-
way based on like
Yeah,
the
I
colors
still
of like
felt
what they're
I don't think
wearing.
she's
They give them the
owning up to
brief of like, here's what we
anything,
do.
or,
You clap
you
at
know, and
everything.
by
You're
you just
basically here to
saying that
work.
one
Blah
thing,
blah blah
you have
blah.
no
So like,
idea what my heart
basically
is
just like
feeling
extra
now.
work,
Thank you
right?
so
It takes
much.
like forever to set that
you so
up.
much.
So like,
I'm sorry.
This is like an entire day later, but she had to wear
I'm
the same
tearing up right
thing.
now. You're tearing up right now. And one of the things that I didn't know and that you didn't know is that your mom and me have the same exact birthday. Why do you think that made you tear up when you found that out?
I'm going through a lot with my mother. My mother has breast cancer and also cancer in the arm. And she's right now in America having treatment. So it's been a lot of things. I mean, a lot of having to learn and read and books and doctors. And I'm her only daughter.
I'm glad
and
they
she
didn't
has
have
my brother
the-
is 20. And so it's been
wait.
just how
I'm sorry,
valuable.
my
and
eyesight
my
is
mother's
terrible.
really been the only one there for me.
They're glad
So
that
it's
they
like
didn't have the
been
original conversation in front
very
of the
much
audience.
like
Yeah, I'm glad they
learning
didn't do
something
that
new,
too.
which is fine. I'm
That would
happy
have been
to
too
learn.
much.
And I
The
know
earth
mother's-
would have
I'm very
combusted in on
optimistic, and so
itself.
is she.
Just the
And
audience
they have
being like,
incredible
"Oh,
doctors in America.
This is awkward.
And that's why
Mom
I'm
and Dad
happy
are
that she
fighting.
got her here, and she's getting the best help, and she's very happy and optimistic. So
So so the reason why you teared up is because you're going through that with your mother. You say that I look like her mother, which I have to agree. I look like her mom, and we share the same birthday,
And
and
she
we've
has
had a history.
yeah,
So it was just a
absolutely.
whole bunch of
it
emotions.
was a whole bunch of things, and
I
that
wish they would
just
do a
like put the
side-by-side
lid
of
on it for
Naomi's
me.
mom and Tyra.
I know, I
My
wanted
prayers
to see.
Are with and for
Maybe
your
her mom
mother, and I'm
doesn't
sure
want
my
me.
audience and everybody at home too. Thank you so much. Thank you for a speedy recovery. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
Hey, Yeah, she's a fighter.
She's a fighter. Yeah, she's a fighter. Okay, now one of the things, Naomi, that that I was fearful of in the past was this reputation. Oh, Naomi, she's violent. She'll kick your ass. You know, like don't mess with her. And so I never saw that happen. But you hear all these crazy stories.
Oh, I've had some crazy things happen to me in my life. Absolutely, some that I am not proud of. That if I could turn the clocks back, I would not have made them happen, which they've never happened, but they happened.
Like that? Let's be
and
honest.
as I said, I'm human and I make mistakes and I'm living with them, but I'm aware that they were wrong. I'm aware that no one should ever push you to the point of making you lose control. That is so important because it's all everything you've ever, every self-respect is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So what do you do now?
I walk away. I mean, it can be a boyfriend. It can be I have to walk away. I can't relapse on my anger.
Because what happens is you're Naomi
But
Campbell, the
also-
millionaire, and they're like, hit me
also-
right here.
Yes, exactly.
Hit me right here. You know, they'll try to take advantage of
But
that.
there's been situations where it has come up that, you know, because I have had that past, it's easy for people to say, oh, she did that to me, and it is a payout. And that's the double-sided sword, basically, if that what happens with that.
Well, you
know,
do have a sense of humor about it.
I got it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I was sent a T-shirt last Fashion Week. Someone sent me a T-shirt saying Naomi hit me, and on the back it said I loved it. And they sent it to me and said, will you wear it? And I said, of course I'm going to wear it. What am I going to do? But it's
You know what's so funny? Miss J.
Hi, Sadlo.
You know,
Alexander?
Miss
Yeah.
J. Alexander actually wore
Watching
that
old
shirt.
episodes of
He wore it. How
Tyra.
did he get one?
I don't know.
Tyra
He
Banks'
wore it on America's
reality,
Next
or
Top
I keep
Model.
saying reality show.
So
It
I
kind
was
of
gonna
is.
blur it
Talk
out.
show.
Do you want me to still keep it in the show,
No,
or do you want
keep
me
it
to?
in the show.
Okay, it's in the show.
As long as you don't make it bad,
It's in the show. I was gonna blur it out. I was like, is she gonna think I did that? I didn't do that.
Thank you.
All right.
No.
Well, I know you have a sense of humor about this whole violent Naomi thing, and you actually did a very funny
Wait, what did she
commercial
want her?
spoofing
What did
yourself.
she ask
So
to take out?
Saw that?
I have it.
Oh, I didn't
my
hear.
God.
I'm
Check
gonna
this
go
out.
back. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just like, wait, I thought I missed something.
He wore it on America's Next Top Model.
Did not. You wear it, and I said, of course I'm going to wear it. What am I going to do? But
Naomi hit
it's,
me.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah, I loved it.
Miss J. You know,
Alexander?
Miss J.
Yeah.
Alexander actually wore that shirt.
he wore it.
on-
How did he get one?
I don't
Where
know.
did he get it
He wore it
from?
on America's Next Top Model.
Did not.
So I was gonna blur it out. Do you
Oh,
want
she
me
was
to
gonna
still
blur
keep it
out
in the show, or do you want me to-
Keep it in the show.
because
Okay,
she
it's in
didn't
the
want there
show.
to be, like,
It's in the show. I was gonna blur it out. I was like, is she gonna think I did that? I didn't do that.
Thank you.
All right.
No.
Well, I know you have a sense of humor about this whole violent Naomi thing, and you actually did a very funny commercial spoofing yourself. So
You saw that?
I have it.
Oh my
Check this out.
Okay.
Wait, what's that? I need the Naomi hit me shirt.
Naomi took a she took a guitar and like smacked the. This is
Okay,
$5.
so today we're going to talk about our anger. We have a new member.
My name is Naomi.
Okay, Naomi, okay. Vocalize the anger of Naomi. Now sit down in your chair. Sit down, Naomi. Now sit
I'm
your
glad
butt
that she's
down.
like
Sit your
self-aware, but also imagine you got beat up by this woman, and then everybody's like, "That's so funny that she's talking about how she hits
my God.
people, or she used to."
Well, my mind immediately flashes to
Like 5 perfumes or 6
6 perfumes.
In your
gosh, I
name.
probably-
In my name.
Okay, so tell us about
maybe,
them.
I don't
And-
know.
That's
They've
good.
never really
Patrick
been
says
American,
Naomi's
they've
mother
just
is
been,
alive
like, in
today.
Europe
Yay.
and
Yay!
Asia
I
and
was
Middle
so
East.
afraid to
And
ask. I'm
now
so glad.
the 7th one
Yeah,
will
I was
be
like,
for
oh,
United
should I take
States.
out my
Oh,
phone
really?
and
Hold
put it
on, let's see.
Google?
Tell us what they
No,
are.
and
This
Pay
is
the Pay was
Sunset.
just talking about how
The
Naomi's
first
talking
one
to Tyra
ever
and
was
Tyra's talking to the camera.
this one, Naomi Campbell. And this is look, I didn't actually want to take this.
Oh, that
this
is
kind of
interesting.
deal
I didn't
because I
notice
didn't want to
that.
put my name on a product
Using the
because the
language
promotion
she
is
did
heavy.
this, just
And I
an
was like, at first, can you put
interesting
someone else's
note
name? I'll just
of
do
how
it.
they
Put
relate to
Sunflower or
each
something.
other.
Like, we can't do
I
that.
mean, you have a
And then
point.
we've got a couple missing.
is
I'm
What's
gonna
the
say.
names, just in case people want to buy
Then
them?
this is Mystery, Naomi Campbell Sunset. That's just
Okay.
Naomi Campbell, the first one. Then we've got Naomi Campbell Paradise Passion. And then all of them have like body lotions
Tyra's
and
just like,
She just don't know how to display it. Explain it all
I do
backwards.
not. Body lotions
Cool.
and-
I know you're trying not to be very product placement.
Precious
I'm not
behind
gonna-
them.
Yeah.
Body
it's like,
lotions,
no, you have to
this
make
is how you
sure
do
you
it.
have it
And
up,
the
find
shower
your
gel.
camera.
I know how to see it.
And I
Stuff.
can
She's
put-
being
I can
all
put product
Or a
for other
modest.
people, but not for
candy
myself.
maker, or the
There
or a
you
candy
go.
maker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So can you get them on the internet?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So
is it?
even though
Okay, I
Naomi
didn't
says that these
realize
mostly
they
are
said
sold
we're gonna be
overseas,
paper
if you
or
want to
not.
get them,
I was like,
you
that
can
is
go
a
to
good ad read, not
tyrshow.com,
sponsored,
and you
but
can find out
sponsor
how you
us.
can get all of Naomi Campbell's products. Now, when we come
Tell 'em
back, I
about
want
me
to talk
making
about
Dana
something that's very
salads.
close
All
to my heart, and the
origami
reason why
paper
I did this
companies
show in
are
the first
welcome to
place,
contact
and it's about
us.
Yes,
sisterhood.
please.
This is my crusade for this season, sisterhood, and I have a lot to say about it. And when we come back, you'll see. We'll be right back.
Later, it's a
Oh,
showdown
that's cool.
on the runway. Naomi and I set the stage
France must
for a
be
clash
beautiful.
on the catwalk.
I've never been out of the
one-
country except, well, I've almost never been out of the country. I've only been to
of the
San
top magazines of the
Salvador,
world
but
to being multiple designers.
I'd rather go to another
And Naomi didn't
continent.
stop there. She's lent a hand to such philanthropic efforts as Nelson Mandela's Children's Fund.
Transcontinental.
To have such an outstanding model. I really like it.
Other than
And
I
organized a
remember
fashion
in
show
Cycle
for
4
Hurricane
there was,
Katrina relief.
there was an argument.
With her energy and
Oh,
passion,
that's in the
she
final
really
4
does make a
episode
difference.
that you haven't seen yet. Not to be shady. Yeah,
No,
that
no.
came off as shady, I'm sorry.
No, it didn't.
Today is
haven't
a
seen it.
beautiful
No, I'm
day.
just kidding.
Today I can rejoice.
It's not on
because I have
Hulu,
made
so I had to
peace
watch it
with
in a
this
less
woman
than-
right here. I have made peace
the
with her.
official way because it's just not released
And
anywhere.
I remember,
one of the
I think it's
reasons
on,
why I wanted to do
the
this show
Roku
is
channel,
because
but, like, hardly
sisterhood
anybody
is
has
so
that.
Yeah.
important to me. I feel like women
Don't worry, I
hate
have a
on each
great
other. We're
memory.
jealous. We fall into prey. We become marionette puppets of what people think women are supposed to be, and it has to stop.
I just think that
Sisterhood,
females
that's
fight. There's
traveling
competition
hands.
everywhere.
There is a dark side to sisterhood, and it involves breaking, not making bonds. I call it the 7 deadly sins of sisterhood. The first sin,
You and I both have the
You
same
and I both were
reaction.
like,
Sitting on
wait.
top of him, I just looked at them. It's hard for me to trust
I feel like we can relate this
Not
back to
because
Scandal
I lost
because the betrayal,
The
the
betrayal.
lack of sisterhood with Rachel.
I lost my best friend.
the second sin, manipulation.
That's
The whole
what
time that
Tom
the wife
Sandoval's
is
trying to do to
having
Ariana
concerns
and
of
the
husband's
audience.
cheating,
He's trying to
her
spin it
friend
and
is sitting there
manipulate the
going, "No,
audience
you're just
into
overreacting.
thinking it
What
was
are you
her
talking
fault.
about? He
Maybe
loves
that's
you.
what we
He's
should
always
do our
talking about
podcast
you."
episode on tonight.
Okay, I'm
Number
up for
3,
it.
judgment.
I look at everything.
Hi
on the girl's
Milo.
side, so she
How are
can
we
really
watching
pick
the
what I don't
infamous?
like about
Wait, have we watched the infamous Patti LaBelle incident? No, we have not. I remember that. Yeah.
Is that where? Is that or is that the Where Am I Back
Number
of
5.
Singers or is that the Beautiful
Gossip.
Gowns? Beautiful
I confided her and told
Oh.
her about.
You're
the
right.
guy
There was
that I
more than
with.
one.
Oh, okay.
Performed
Wait.
in bed, and it got around. I feel emotionally raped.
Number 6, competition.
Go eat. Everybody go get a snack and a drink. Speak for yourself, Tyra.
All of these sins get out of control. You have the last of
We
our
should watch that
deadly
episode.
sins of
Let's see if we can find it.
That night,
We're at the mercy of what people have cataloged, but I'm sure somebody has it
towards
because
the end of the night, she spills punch
I
on
think
my
I
dress.
remember this.
I was just
Oh,
embarrassed
okay.
to the point of
Yeah, it
tears.
was the one
Talking
where the
about
annoying
positions
baker
can
lady
turn
told
resentment
Patti
into
LaBelle
resolution.
she can't eat
That's
paper.
why I'm
Oh yeah, she
calling
was.
all
She
women
like
to
picked up the
action.
cupcake and she's like, "Is this edible?" And she's like, "No, Patty, don't eat paper."
If
And I think
Naomi and I
she
can
was
sit here
trying to ask
and
if it's like
after
a
14
real
years of
cupcake
going
or if it's
through
like
a
a
living
fake
hell,
cupcake.
you know, I feel
but
like
the baker
if I
person
can do
was
it,
kind of
you can do it.
sassy.
And
It's like,
this
"You
is
can't
my
eat
call to
paper, Patty,"
action
and she's like,
for
"What?"
women to
And they kinda
support
go back
each
and
other.
forth.
Yeah, I remember the
to
bakery thing.
Stop the competition, to stop the. You know when a woman walks in a room and you're like, oh, she thinks she's all that. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of the times what we're really saying is, oh my gosh, she looks fantastic, or she's so smart, or whatever it
it's
may
like,
be.
I
you could
remember
be
it
feeling
was one of the
very
earlier cycles
insecure
where
Yeah.
Tyra was like, you know,
yourself.
there's
Feeling
some
insecure about
girls
yourself
who,
and tearing
you know,
others
they're in the
down.
club and
And
you're
this is
like,
my
"Why are
call
all
to
the men
action to
dancing
get
with
that to
her?"
stop. And I'm creating a
because she
sisterhood
has
initiative, a
confidence, you need to have
crusade
confidence.
for us to
Yeah, I
be
remember that.
I think it was
one and
with
to stop
Giselle
the
and her
hate.
elimination, but I can't remember. But yes,
Okay, so here's what I need you to do.
But not too
We've
much
all heard the
confidence, or else
7
Tyra
deadly
will say
sins
you're
of sisterhood,
overconfident
and
and
now I
eliminate
want to
you.
hear from you. And I want to hear from you how these things have affected your life.
Apple product
So first, go to
placement.
tyrashow.com and find our new sisterhood page.
You see how it's
And then I
just
want
she
you to
they have
email
her
me your
holding it
stories
just
or
well
video or
she
your
turned it
personal
now, but
diary
they had
pages
her
or
holding
photos
it in like
of
just
examples
the
of how
right
we
way
as
so that you
women
could see
are
the
not
Apple product.
united. And I
Make
want to
sure
hear your
to
stories,
check
and I
out
want to hear the truth,
on the
okay?
Tyra
The
Show.
pain that you've gone
Once
through.
again, speak
Maybe
for yourself,
the pain that
Tyra.
you've caused. We're going to feature your stories right here on our show, and I'm going to challenge all of you to take on those 7 deadly sins, and together we can change these negative relationships you
Oh,
have
okay.
into positive.
I'll look for. Let's see if we can find that one
Can't wait to hear
after.
your stories.
This is one's almost off.
But we're not going to stop the hate just yet, because when we come back, Naomi Campbell and I are going to be working the runway, but it's a dueling competition.
That feels healthy.
A dueling competition.
She just said we're not gonna stop the hate just yet.
Yeah, I was just like, but why?
But Naomi, what about the sisterhood?
Tryra Banks Show, provided by...
At home for sharing
Yeah, you know
this
how you
moment
hate
with
your
Naomi and I. It was
sister.
very emotional for me, and it was a cleansing and a therapeutic session that we had with each other.
And closure.
So thanks for hanging out with me, everybody, with this. And I want to thank you for being brave and coming here. And I don't know if I'll know it's real until tomorrow, you know, but thank you so much.
You might not be calling.
I can call you. Oh, Lord. You will have to blow a number up. Okay. Well, now it is time to do our dueling runway.
A very specific stereotype.
Yeah. And then there's a point where in cycle 6 where she's like, you're gonna wear
There's
these
a
uber
twist.
high
The
heels
twist
where
is
even the
I
most
have to work the
talented
runway like
catwalker in the
Naomi
world
walks.
fell
And
wearing
she
these, so
has to
you're
work
gonna
the
wear
runway
them.
like
Oh,
I
good.
walk.
And I think I don't know if it was a dig or a subtle reference to Naomi Campbell, because Naomi Campbell apparently fell in the runway.
What do I do?
Also, another thing in America's Next Top Model, when they do runway walks, they like to cut around it so you can't see them do a full walk.
Yeah.
And then when they do kind of show it, you're like, oh, that walk is not that great. Oh, but this walk is amazing. I'm not talking about Naomi Campbell's walk. Naomi Campbell's walk is like top notch, one of the best in the world. I'm talking about on America's Next Top Model. I'm so sorry. Please, oh no, someone's gonna cut that and be like, this is a terrible walk. And I'll be like, no, that's not what happened. No.
How dare you? Oh boy.
Surviving Tryra Banks.
Oh my. Okay.
I've seen so many Tryra
Tyra
Banks videos.
Tyra Banks show. Let's see.
Patti LaBelle.
Patty. There's
Oh,
so many.
Lisa D'Amato freak out.
Patti LaBelle and Patti LaBelle and Taylor Lautner were on the same episode. SNL parodied it.
Oh.
Okay, but is there the full episode? If not, I guess we could just watch the clip. But what?
Patti LaBelle
Hang on.
checks rude chef on Tyra show. 58 seconds.
That's somebody else's video. I don't want to watch somebody else's video and, steal their stuff. Oh, Patti LaBelle had her own show. Has her own show. Had her own show? Oh, no, she was on the Jennifer Hudson show. Okay, I was like, when did Patti LaBelle have her own show?
It's hard to keep track of all the shows.
I don't see the full thing. They somehow don't have that clip. How do they not have that clip?
There's one where it's like
a quick clip. This is the clip.
Oh,
when Google Fiber first launched 1 gig,
it's just the moment. We'll watch a full episode of another Tyra episode after this, but for some reason we don't have the full episode.
There's paper on it.
Yeah, you can't eat the paper.
Nope.
Now these are
but
made
you can
with.
touch them with your hands.
That is true. 2 kinds of cake mix, and also one of the little secrets I use diet hot cocoa packets to make to really amp up the chocolate flavor.
Diet hot cocoa. What is Patty saying over there?
I just causing trouble.
Yeah, no, what makes you think I could eat the paper, boo?
She's just like, she's not having any of it.
No paper. Paper bad, cake good.
Okay, next.
You're the one that wanted to eat the paper.
I didn't want to eat the paper. What's wrong with her?
Okay.
Man, that is Patti LaBelle. That is the closest thing we have to royalty in this country.
Which is also a great ingredient in fat-free cream cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
Must everything be a contest?
Are you okay?
Girl, yeah, but I don't eat paper. I just made sure my hands were clean, and when I said to the audience, this is paper,
yes.
I meant that I'm not touching the actual cupcake, boo.
Oh, I see.
That eye roll. That was beautiful. You get her.
Omarosa versus Wendy Williams.
Oh my god, Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams makes Tyra Banks... the Wendy Williams show sometimes can make the Tyra Banks show look not unhinged.
I mean, I've heard I've heard a little bit about Wendy Williams and how her platform is, I'm here to tell the truth, and she implied... Didn't she imply there was someone who was... She implied someone was gay, and they were like, no, this accusation is unfounded. And she's like, I'm here to tell it like it is. I'm going to get my own talk show, and she does. And she's said a few transphobic things. She says men should stop wearing our skirts.
Yeah.
And that is very unokay.
It is very unokay.
I remember Eddie Izzard. I believe Eddie Izzard goes by she, her pronouns.
Oh my god, there's an episode called I Hate Being Gay. What the fuck, Tyra? Self-proclaimed womanizer. Let's watch the self-proclaimed womanizer.
Okay. I was just about to reference this song.
Don't demonetize us, please.
Yeah, don't demonetize. Oh, but Eddie Izzard was saying, or some interviewer was asking them, oh, what's it like wearing women's clothes? And Eddie Izzard responds saying, they're not women's clothes, they're my clothes. I bought them.
Yeah, that is great.
Also, you can see some of the
Please stop playing the song, Tyra. I'm begging you right now.
Tyra, why?
Lyra.
Okay, I want everybody to take a look at these MySpace photos of a proud womanizer who
Her
says
show
that he has had sex with hundreds of women in over 15 countries. Those pictures are like from all over the world, like Aruba, Jamaica, Sri Lanka. Okay, we're gonna meet him later, but now I want you to take a look at this MySpace photo of a guy named Ahmed. Oh my goodness!
Why are they showing this photo?
Wait, what happened? I totally looked away.
Oh my goodness!
You please don't demonetize us, Tyra.
Had sex with countless women who
Tyra was on
at
at like 2 in the afternoon.
And one of those women is here with us today. But, this is Alina. Now, Alina, I gotta come down and talk to you, girl. I gotta get close. Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. So, what is it about Ahmed besides what's under the towel that makes him so appealing?
Oh, this is already so cringe.
I was running a spa at the time, and he called for an appointment.
I'm just like,
and over the phone, he told me that he was.
Hi guys, we're cringing for charity. This is cringe.
Well-rounded individual.
This was all. This wasn't even like a Tyra B. This was all
he asked me having a date over the phone.
Is like this.
A date.
Like this.
Okay, and how soon were you guys intimate? Because he's the womanizer man, so he's trying to score. How soon did it like the bang happen? I mean, no,
that
too. I didn't even mean it like that. It just came out awful. I meant like bang bang, but that's not any better.
No.
Look how he ruined people's lives.
Well, it wasn't no bang banging. It was. I mean, it was pretty. It was 2 days
when she wished death on Britney Spears'
date.
entire
Did you say
family?
anything special that lured you?
Wait,
Tyra or Wendy?
Honestly, I think it was really more that
I think
when he came in, when we went on our dates, I was just getting out of a 7-year relationship, so it was. It was really kind of more maybe for me revenge. And when I saw him, I mean, what other way to get back at somebody who did you wrong with a good-looking guy? And I think emotionally, I just really wasn't ready for anything emotional. Even
leave
though
Britney alone. I don't know why we have to keep saying it all these years later.
He was a total gentleman, paid for the dinner, did all those things that you would expect a man to do on the first date. I think it just was more me. I just kind of wanted to cut the red tape and just
where
just
she's
get
like,
straight to
people
it.
are like, she's risque.
You knew that he was a womanizer. You knew that he'd been everywhere. So when you were intimate with him, you did everything except to what?
I didn't kiss him.
Because before she would have to be
because you thought his mouth would been everywhere.
She was given lithium.
I think it was really more that I think it was really more that I needed a sense of control, and I feel really passionate about that. When you kiss,
for real said
you
unalive
really
to
breathe
all
in the
of
soul
them.
of the other person, And I know it sounds weird being on the stage talking about the second day, but I'm actually a really old-fashioned girl, believe it or not. But it was a way for me to kind of gain control without emotionally getting too invested with somebody like that.
Okay, and how do you feel about him, first of all?
I have nothing but love for Ahmed. He was a really, really great guy to me. He was, even afterwards, he was just really awesome. He's picked me up in places where I've been stranded, made sure that I had food to eat, and I mean, I really.
This is so cringe.
Great to me. And
Tyra.
Good friends. You don't have emotion for him at all?
I care for him a lot. I have nothing to love for
They
him.
really just jumped right in. I remember there being like introductory segments.
I think to have feelings with somebody,
she just walks out to Brittany, and then it's just like,
I'm not one of those women who are trying to like
fuck boys.
Now
we're gonna talk to a woman and ask why she was going out with a fuck boy. It's like.
But as far as what we had together, I mean, he respected me, we respected each other. I have to say, it was a good experience.
Okay, you guys ready to meet the man has vetted over 100 or hundreds of women?
I don't know that she said. Did she say that? I don't think she did. I think I'm saying that.
Ladies.
He's loving the attention.
I want to jump out of my skin.
This guy, hi,
you like need to hold
let me clarify one thing. Womanizer, how about ladies, man?
I'm not saying
I'm a ladies, man.
Like,
basically, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to a woman. I'm going to let you get to know me and let you know what you're getting yourself into.
Like, hold them accountable and be
so you can make your own decision on what
you're going to tell them, I just want you for sex, and that's it.
How do you say ended,
in her case, it was just a simple, we knew we wanted. She was going through something, and at the time, she just wanted to have fun. Everybody wants to have fun once in a while,
So you've never, like, kind of led somebody along
Oh, yeah, no, that bothers me so much. Where it's just like,
tell her what she wants to hear.
There's so, you can definitely tell who actually understands why what happened to Britney Spears is wrong.
What does that mean? Like 200?
Oh, I'm so getting
800?
demonetized over this. Thank you, Tyra.
No.
I would say in my lifetime,
you don't have anything to be sorry for. I have everything to be sorry for.
How many in one day? The most you've ever had in
one
day?
No, because Tyra just said, oh, so you have sex with, you've had sex with hundreds of women. I'm like, oh, YouTube's going to love this.
All at one time?
All at one time. And you want to hear the crazy thing about the 7? They were related.
Welcome to reality TV.
What about them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm so sorry.
I just had a salad for lunch and a little vomit just kind of went
I mean, I'm just happy that I'm sitting across from you. You know, like,
I'm not going to stop.
All right.
So when you say they
we're all
related,
desensitized to it.
Cousins,
so I'm just like,
sisters.
This is one of the reasons why I don't want to be in a
relationship. They were sisters, and were they touching?
It was a bridal party.
And they were hanging out, and they were touching and kissing each other?
Drinking, freaks.
Found Guiding Light episodes from 1983. Cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay, are you in a relationship?
Guiding Light was a
soap opera. You are in a relationship. You have a girlfriend.
Yes, I do.
And are you still womanizing with her there?
No, I think
as the world
honestly, I have to say that the stuff that I've done in the past, I am older now. So I realized that doing what I was doing in the past is kind of wrong, but then again, I was having fun with it, and it gets old, you know. So I think I met someone that pointed that out to me, and I'm kind of cool with it right now.
Kind of cool. And you're kind of faithful.
I'm very faithful now, but in the beginning, I got caught.
You got caught cheating. Yes. Because you were still a womanizer.
When I was 15, I homeschooled.
Okay, well, we're gonna meet your girlfriend now. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back. We'll be right back.
We all need a break, Tyra. Hang on, give me a second. Give me a second to emotionally cleanse. Suddenly pineapples. When I was like 15, I was homeschooled for a year due to mental breakdown. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of daytime during lots of Ellen, lots of Mari. Oh yeah, watching daytime TV is like a quintessential part of being homeschooled because you're home so much. Well, you're home obviously all day, but like you get done with your school earlier than the kids that are in school get home. So you're just like, ooh, I'm watching all the mom TV. I'm watching TV that's definitely not geared towards me. Nobody is expecting me to be watching this right now.
You're not supposed
before the break, I was talking to Womanizer, Ahmed, but you prefer to say ladies man?
I think ladies man is an appropriate title.
Ladies man.
Why are we asking?
Womanizer. So I'm gonna say womanizer.
She just asked, what do you prefer to be called? Okay, fuck that, which I kind of respect, honestly.
And you were very
honestly though. For real though,
clarify really quickly
like
that
real
it's
talk.
It wasn't just a sexual thing. I mean, he was very much a gentleman.
If he's like cheating
the type of woman that I am, I was never disrespected. I was never treated badly. I was never coerced into anything.
And right? Like if it's all consensual,
I was in a particular period in my life where it just wasn't.
That's fine. Like,
so you're.
I think the implication is he's cheating on all these women. So I just want to preface that.
Okay. Well,
I want to preface that.
Your girlfriend is here, Betsy. Now again,
if he's like, oh no, it's all consensual, and I'm just not very serious.
and 100% faithful.
You do you, guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay.
I'll say that she
I'm
knows
not
I flirt,
serious,
but then
it's
it doesn't get beyond
Beyond that. Okay, so we're gonna meet the girlfriend of a born again,
Yeah, we don't correlate shame over
straight,
here.
faithful man. Come on out, Betsy.
Yeah, if it's like, oh yeah, we were dating at the same time, then it's like, that's
So
not
Betsy,
cool. But if it's
hi.
like,
How long were you guys together before you caught him cheating?
Serious, I was doing my thing.
Yeah, I just realized that was the assumption, which I think is supposed to be the assumption, but I just want to preface by saying we don't know for sure that that's true.
Within the feeling, I asked,
Oh gosh, I
and by him
remember
lying,
on Summer
led me to do my
House,
FBI.
You did your FBI, that thing that we girls know.
Yes,
Well, then
girls
you
know.
He wasn't
Okay,
So,
serious with Hannah, and Hannah
in
thought
process
they
of
were
doing that,
serious,
I
and
found
so he's
evidence.
like,
And the evidence
already,
was a picture
everyone's
of
like, he's
a
an
naked man
S-boy,
and a woman.
but then
Now, within the
Hannah, the
picture,
next season,
there
turns out
was
it's like, oh, it's not
a
working out with
particular
Luke. By
part
the way,
that
this
only
is my
I should
future
know.
husband.
Now, within that part, I found
Yeah, Mila
the
says there are women who want to have one night
only
stands too.
I
Yeah,
know that.
if
No one
everybody's
else should know that
consensual,
part.
then you do you. I think the implication is
So
that
you saw that and you knew that
he's
he was
like,
cheating. Yes. So then you went to him because
he's
you're
like,
you're an
serious,
ex-womanizer. I'm
or
trying
he
to
says he's
trust
gonna be
you,
serious,
but
but
he
he's
slipped.
not.
Yes. Okay. And what did you say, Ahmed?
You know, like when she asked me a
That's what
question,
they're
of course,
implying.
normal reaction is
But
gonna be,
if that's not the
I
case,
would never do
then
that. That's not me. What are
obviously
you talking about? You know?
And then she saw that you got the proof,
Get out
and
of
then you
this
said
guy's
what?
life,
She showed you
you
the
know?
proof.
Well, I didn't know until after I got caught.
Well,
Yeah.
before
So-
Scandal,
But you took him back. You guys are here. You're here together.
apparently
Do you love him?
Vanderpump
You do.
Rules, there
You
was
love Ahmed.
Yes.
And
Diane
Ahmed,
Oliver,
do you
who
love
is
Betsy?
Garcelle from
I care
Real
deeply
Housewives of
about
Beverly
Betsy.
Hills son,
Slow
and
down,
he
slow down,
said
slow
that
down,
he was
slow down.
separated from his
I don't like to use
and
the
so
O word. I
Raquel
show my
made out
affection
with
through
him,
actions.
but it
How many
turns
times
out
have you
he
women been
wasn't
told, "Oh, I
separated,
love you,
and so
I love
Raquel
you," to make you
was
feel
being
good, and then the
called a
idiot's doing what he has to do,
mistress,
and he gets
and
caught.
everyone was
I mean, she knows I care about her. I'll take a bullet for her. You know what I'm saying?
so
I'll do
it's
anything for her.
like,
She
oh,
comes
okay.
first.
And
I mean,
then
the O
later
word is
she
it's
had an
serious to
affair
me. You know what I'm
with
saying? Like,
Sandoval,
So that's
so
too
it's
serious.
like-
no, I'm just saying. Look, all right.
I think the point of the story
Like I
was
said, I just can't use a lot. The L word is a
they
serious
shouldn't
thing.
do
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but don't blame the other person.
I don't even know how to even say that
dating.
what is love? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Betsy loves Ahmed or Ahmad, but Ahmad is not in love with Betsy. Okay,
And
so
they're
it's
dating. Oh, and if they're dating and he's having relations with other people, that's not.
So she thinks that this is an exclusive relationship, and he's like, nah. I guess there's a disconnect between these two people somewhere.
I don't even know how to even say that what is love? You
What
know?
does that make you feel like with him not being able to tell you that he loves you?
I've never really gotten
He
into
does say
Doctor
it.
Who.
He does.
Oh, I like
He
Doctor
doesn't
Who.
say it in front of people.
It's a
He doesn't say it in front of people. What is that about, Ahmed? Now you're
Very
gonna
It was the key here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not like, how could you
That's
not
interesting
love
because
Doctor
that turns
Who?
back
It's
into the
a
womanizer thing where
very
like you
specific
don't
thing,
want to
I
like
think.
tell other people that you love her because it leaves it
Very
open
unique story.
to have other people.
I mean,
David Tennant's my
I
favorite
will
doctor
agree
because he was
on
my
that
first
in the
doctor.
past. I mean, like I said, I do
David
flirt.
Tennant's a great
You know,
doctor.
and
he
you're
got-
right on
he
that.
got
I
to
think
come back.
I know, I was so
you know,
happy.
but I've learned that in a lot of
Good for
cases,
David
a lot of
Tennant.
women,
And
you
then
tell
I
them
remember
if you have a
seeing him
girl,
as the
they're more
purple man in
interested.
Jessica
They try to,
Jones.
sister
I was
control
like,
things.
so
You know what I'm saying?
creepy.
So Matt,
But
let me just
Doctor,
explain to
why?
everybody. Matt is a
Barty
dating and
Crouch
relationship coach,
Jr.
and he's the author of the book Why
Barty
Hasn't He
Crouch Jr.
Called?
came
So you
out.
have gone from being on the other side and being this awful person in terms of dating and women, and being totally reformed, and now you're helping us. And I thank you for that.
We need to just abolish men writing dating books for women. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
The amount of men that are like, I was a womanizer, so now I'm going to teach women how to not date womanizers. It's just like...
Because what you do is you blame the woman for the man being a womanizer.
Steve Harvey has written so many books that are just like, I cheated on all 3 of my first 3 of the 4 wives, or 2 of the 3, or whatever. So now I'm going to write dating books for women, and I'm just like, they're called What Men Want, and I tell women to go hang out around the Ace Hardware store where all the men are. And it's just like, Steven!
Steven, why?
God.
Because that's what you need to do, is blame the women. Oh, and part of Scandal is Tom was like, oh, if she just would have followed me and not trusted me when I told her things, she would have followed me and known that I wasn't going to Schwartz's. I was going to see Raquel. And it's just like, but she trusted you, and you're blaming her for not asking questions,
Actually, me cheating on you is your fault, because you
basically-
should have seen it coming.
That's basically what he was like, and he tried to double down on it, where he was just like, well, you were very mean to me, and it wasn't good, and we put it on for the cameras, and she's like, I've been very open and honest with what I've done with the cameras, and Like, and it's like, I'm seeing the coaching tactics you use with me, and you're using them now. And what you taught me was when someone's trying to make a point about you, you just cut them off at the end.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I absolutely hate when people are like, I cheated on you, but you really should have seen that coming, because, like, whatever. I hate that argument. I'm just like, no. That's not how this works.
You don't, or it's just like, you don't get to manipulate and be like, I was in the right for cheating. It's very Midsommar to me, because in Midsommar, basically, the main Florence Pugh's character goes through like a traumatic event, and her boyfriend just doesn't break up with her, even though he's not happy and should have. But he's like, I'm not gonna break up with her because it would just devastate her even more. And then she ends up going on a trip with them, even though she wasn't really invited, and the friends didn't want her to go. And it just kind of devolves, and it's just like, see what happens when you don't communicate.
Yeah, lead them on. It'll be better for them.
Yeah, and it's like with Sheena during the season finale, where she's like, and Sandoval does a really disgusting thing, and is like, I tried to break up with her. She tried to. She threatened harm upon herself.
Oh.
And Sheena's like, you know what you do then, Sandoval? You fly in Tanya, her mom, you bring in Jeremy, her brother, and you surround her with her friends so we can pick up the pieces that you freaking left. You don't go and F her friend.
Yes.
And it's just like, and Ariana was on a podcast, and what her side of this, or what she did say was, she didn't threaten self-harm. She said that he apparently brought up the question, what if we were to break up? And she said, then this chapter in my life would be over. I would probably like leave the show and like go elsewhere, kind of thing.
A very normal thing, a very normal response.
Yeah, it's just like, I wouldn't want to be around the person that broke up with me. It would be bad for my mental health, so I would just leave. And so that's what she said, and he's trying to spin it.
Yikes.
And apparently recently on one of the on part 2 of the reunion, something else that he said that it's like really dirtbaggy was Lala, one of the cast members, called him a moron, and he under his breath said, I think that he used the term ripped out, or it's like, you took out your IUD when you learned Stassi was pregnant, or something like that. And Lala is just like, he is so lucky that I did not hear him say that. And it's just like, see, look at him being manipulative and mean. Don't be like this. Just break up with them. It's communication. Don't let F-boys get away with it.
Milo says, oofing. I remember one time a friend told me that her boyfriend said to her face that he doesn't love her, and when I said to break up with him, she refused and said, I don't understand love.
Thank you, Tyra.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So now, Matt, he won't say the
My
L
fight or
word, but
flight
says
is
he has love for her and will take a bullet.
I don't know if he knows what love is. I think he's terrified of it, which is cool. But what I like about him is that he's been straight up with where he is and what he's all about. And that's okay.
We want Tyra to
she
show
has to take
us.
the risk, to believe him. Ex-womanizers or womanizers, they're attractive. They have a bad boy mentality. The women love. They're passionate. Usually look good because they have to attract all the women. But when they're reformed and they stop, they're good men. Am I saying he is? I'm leaning that way.
Yeah, you're leaning to the goodness.
I really am.
The idea of, like, we need to
Leaning to the
coach
goodness.
women on
All
how
right,
to
so now,
keep
Matt,
guys
you
around
talk
that
about
don't want to be with them.
womanizers
It's just an
and former
issue
womanizers.
with me.
Why are you
It's
so
just
familiar with that, Matt?
Or we could just teach women to,
Tyra.
Matt.
Yes,
not waste their time on those guys.
Only maybe not
you know?
as big. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more skilled.
If you want something more serious and they don't, then you're just not compatible.
I lost
and that's time to move on, and that's okay.
And I cheated on my wife. And I was into other
there
chicks.
You go. It's always the guys that are like, I cheated on my wife. Now I'm going to teach women how to make sure that they don't get cheated on. And it's like, hello, victim mentality.
So you almost die. You're on your way to this chick's house.
I was, I had a horrible accident, and this is how deluded and bad I was. I woke up going into a CAT scan machine because they were checking me out, and the first thing I thought of was, I got to get out of this. So I pulled the trauma tech down, and I said, buddy, my wife's probably in the emergency room, and I know my girlfriend's on her way. You got to call my girlfriend and tell her not to come here and save my ass. Okay? That's it. Don't hate me, right? Because I'm a changed man. I try to help women all the time. The other thing is, the whole next week I was trying to coordinate hospital visits between my wife and my girlfriend.
Yeah, and not the wife?
Now, that's deluded when you have a punctured lung, broken ribs, and you've been unconscious. So yeah, you've been there. So, my job right now through the books and everything I do is to try to help women stay away from people like we used to be. I'm writing a book. Why is
or teach men to not be. Yeah, just teach men not to be terrible.
Wow.
Like if I would respect a dude who's like, look, I cheated because I was in this bad emotional space, and now I'm gonna like help people like get their stuff together if they're like making the same mistakes I did.
About these womanizers
but
with
like,
her new hit song.
oh yes,
So
women, I'm going to teach you how not to get cheated on. It's just
now remember
such
these
an
MySpace
icky
photos
thing.
from earlier?
I hate that.
Well, the womanizer in those photos, Sean, is joining us now. Let's talk about the photos, Sean. Explain to me why a woman would want to be on your MySpace page, or do they even know that they're on?
MySpace page, oh
I love
boy.
women. What can I say? I'm very, very excited about life in general. I'm a very open-minded person. You're showing pictures of these women, but there's also pictures of me in over 35 countries on that page. I travel the world. I'm very open-minded. I enjoy life. It's just a natural manifestation and expression of my excitement towards being with these women. I love pictures. I love being in front of the camera.
So you like, I this one guy years ago, like he had a booklet of all the women that he slept with. So is this like the next version of this? This is like the future, or shall I say the present now with MySpace? You document it on the pictures and you show the world. It's like Man Gone Wild. It's like Joe Francis would probably invest in you. Okay, so how do you meet these women? How do you get to these women?
It's all different types of venues. I mean, I might meet them on the internet. I might meet them in the club. I might meet them in the middle of a vacation while I'm traveling. All different types of ways. It's never really one specific thing.
You sound so conservative. Doesn't sound like, well, I meet them, I meet them on the airport. I meet them, business meetings. Usually guys that are womanizers, they're like, yo, Tyra, yeah, do a party. And you're just like,
I am a party person. I'm very excited about life. But at the same time, I'm very educated. I come from a very close family.
I can tell you're very educated.
I call my mom every day.
You call your mom every day?
Every single day.
Do you say, Mama, go to MySpace and see what I did today?
I might not be doing that, but...
Okay, so you're very professional about this womanizing. You have business cards?
Yeah.
Tell me about the business cards.
I have a business card. What you see in front of me right there.
Wait, I need to... Can we just take this in, please?
No. Oh my gosh.
We're gonna go through. All right.
Relationship X. Okay, sorry, continue.
Oh, no, you're good. Learn to live the dream. He's shirtless over here. The first thing says attorney. Can you imagine hiring this guy as your attorney? Like, not like, he looks great. That's not, shirtless attorney kind of feels like they're not going to be that, taken seriously by a judge. I don't know. But then it says author, model, self-help guru, relationship expert, and massage services.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench? You may. Your Honor, you look very tense today.
You look very stressed. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being such an asshole, but I mostly just have questions.
I'm just so confused. Like, wait, is he one of the individuals that's like, yes, I cheated so many times, but I'm here to help with relationship advice?
Rachel says it. Oh gosh,
does he turn up shirtless?
It annoys me. It annoys me that these guys are referred to as womanizers instead of just like misogynists. Yeah. The problem with writing a book teaching men to be better people and respect women more is that men don't want to do those things. I mean, some men do. There are some men who respect women.
But men are trash.
No, but like that's the thing is like putting men on this kind of like this is obviously geared towards women. And so this is geared towards the moms that are watching with their teenage daughters going, men are trash. And I'm just like, this isn't helping anybody. It's not helping the guys that aren't trash. It's not helping the women. I'm uncomfortable.
What? But you get to learn to live your dream with the shirtless attorney.
I would like to see him show up shirtless to court.
I'm imagining I remember there's like a sitcom that's called like Night Court or something, and I think there's a point where there are two guys that are like, wow, shirtless, dancing. And I'm just like, huh, interesting.
See that as an issue, the shirtlessness?
More of an advertisement for my lifestyle, and it's just a natural expression of why a certain part of me...
Wait, so, okay, explain to me the business card.
Is this the back of the business card? Okay, I'm just
Let's go back to it. It says attorney. Are you an attorney?
I pass the bar in multiple states.
Are you serious?
Yes. Not as dumb as I look.
I mean, good for him, yes.
You're a model. What the hell is self-help guru? What does that mean?
I just feel I'm very confident with myself. There's too many people out there that are repressing their fantasies. They're uncomfortable with who they are.
You help women like get the sexuality out. That's the self-helpness?
Not necessarily. It could be I'm not all about just sleeping with women. I'm about making connections with different people. I'm just not looking for a commitment, and that doesn't mean necessarily I'm just in sleep about looking to meet different women and sleep with all of them. I tell them,
guys, like, I'm not here to be the villain on your show.
Teach other people to be comfortable with themselves and not just worry about what people think so much.
You sound like on the Tyra show, we had this girl that was auctioning off her virginity for like millions of dollars, and that's
Side note, when I hear that, my first thought is Memoirs of a Geisha, because that's a thing that they did. It's called, I think, I can't remember how to pronounce this, but it's Misuage, the Mizwa.
Oh yeah, are you talking about like that one like really messed up book that we all had to read?
Yes, it's actually a very I consider it like one of my favorite books, just because I like learning about the culture and learning about the different things, and that just stood out to me, where it's just like, yes, we're selling this for you, have fun. And then they use a very interesting analogy to describe the situation. Should I say it, or should I?
I think we're good.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, basically when I hear like there's the person auctioning off their virginity, I'm like, well, that's a thing that's happened, so I guess I'm desensitized to that.
I mean, I just always am like, whenever I always am like, I've done this for too long, because I'm just like, I've done this enough to know that like people are like, this is a thing that people do in other cultures, and then it's not, and then I'm like, but is it really though?
Maybe.
I don't know. I just remember everybody had to read that book. The real women whose story the book was based on came out with her own real memoir that discounted a lot of the things that were written in
Memoirs of a Geisha. Oh, yeah. So wait, was that not a thing?
Yeah,
was I
like
wrong?
I thought I had heard people be like, yeah, that's like people, that was just not true.
Wait, is the auctioning not true? What? It's not a thing, I'm wrong. No! I was trying to be like, wait, that's a thing, but it's not. Dang it, I feel dumb.
I mean, to be fair, in school, everybody was like, you have to read this. It's culture. And it's just like, but it's not, because apparently Americans just don't teach actual history.
Well then, I feel stupid.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the clarification, Milo. See, opening to learning new things. I'm not saying no, Milo. I think you're wrong. I'm saying thank you, Milo, for...
Milo says, it's not that you're dumb, it's just that you've been misled. We've been... Yeah, the school... American school systems tend to do that a lot.
Yeah, now more than ever, unfortunately.
Oh, it's so bad. The amount of, like, rewriting stuff that they're doing right now, I don't even want to think about, like...
I remember, I think, or I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember seeing something where it was a Canadian textbook, and they're like, oh yeah, they basically had the Trail of Tears in one sentence, and they were like, the Native Americans were asked politely to leave. It didn't say that, but that was, like, to the effect of what was said, and it's just like, oh gosh, yeah. I don't know, but yeah, sorry for the misinformation, everybody.
You're okay.
Now I want to know. Well, so now what I want to know is the information that was given in the Entertainment District arc of Demon Slayer, was any of that accurate? Like the name of the name that they give to the geishas, and like the importance of the obis and whatnot. But
I think they're teaching more actual history now. I'm sure some places are, but then also like Florida just rewrote a bunch of their textbooks to take out the fact that Rosa Parks had to be moved to the back of the bus because of her race. Now it just says she was asked to move to the back of the bus. She refused. Instead of, it used to say she was asked because of segregation to move because of her race. Like, they took that out because they're like, that's too inflammatory to teach kids. It's like, but that's what happened.
It's like,
what the fuck?
You have to show, like, the terrible things that happened in the past,
yeah,
so we learn and grow from it. And you have people asking, why was she moved? Why would they do that? That's not okay. Equality for everybody, please.
As a cis guy, I'm just sad that guys are like this. I fully understand that not all guys are like this. And I don't think, like, telling women that, like, all men are trash in this type of situation is necessarily helpful. But, like, there are some guys who are trash, because there are some people who are trash. And I think society enables. It's like the Scandal thing is just, like, everybody's so over. We're so over this. Like... This is the millionth time something like this has happened. It's too far.
Yeah, and we just need to start holding them accountable. But there are rules about how to tie your obi as a geisha. Girls in training and full geishas wear different outfits and hair. Okay, so that part of the book was accurate because I remember like I think she had like a red one and the geishas had a different colored one.
Oh no, it's absolutely a backlash thing. It's absolutely a backlash thing. But like, yeah. America needs more CRT or, any substantial CRT. I'm sure in some places they're better about it than like here. Here in Georgia, everybody's like, we're conservative. We don't want to learn actual history. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna keep
something
playing
that is so
this
crazy, but because she's educated as you are,
we're past
you
the
make it
halfway
sound
mark.
like it's something that's just so high on the bar, and it's just something that is just so respectful. When really you're just like a male slut.
I don't believe that. I guess.
What? We're never gonna get through this episode.
We don't shame people.
Tyra! Jesus Christ.
It's just a certain part of who I am. Is I'm not looking for commitment, so I might be with a lot of different women.
What's the age range?
Varies. Could be from 18 to 55. It doesn't really matter. I'm just very open-minded.
Why are you oohing
You approach women in nightclubs, and you don't give women a chance to reject you. What does that mean?
I think, first of all, I don't think a nightclub is a very good place to meet a girl because I think it's more of a woman's home.
No. I'm
just go to a club and hook up. They have their guard up. They're there to hang out with their friends and all that stuff. But when I go up to a girl, my main thing is to just say something that throws them off their mark, not be like the typical, oh, you're so pretty, I really like you, I think you're a nice person, all that stuff. I'll say something a little bit more off the chain. Like, for example, one of the things I do, I always carry a camera around wherever I go. If you haven't noticed, it's my MySpace page, and I'll go up to a girl and I'll be like, hey, do you mind posing for a picture with me? I want to prove to my mom that I'm not gay.
18, 18 is it literally as close to the line as you can get. I wish she hadn't said 18, but I mean, I don't know.
And what if he's like, by the way, I'm 20, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, it depends on how old this guy is, I guess.
Yeah, I remember someone saying, or I think it was on Parks and Rec, where it's like, or how much younger than you should you date, and I think someone was like, you need to have your age and add 8 to it or something, and I think Chris Pratt wanted to date Aubrey Plaza's character, but like she was a little bit younger than that cutoff range, but he's like, I still want to date her, and it turned out fine, but...
I'm estimating this guy is about 26. Yeah, I'm 26, and I would not be dating an 18-year-old, but...
my list says 36.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's... Oh, boy.
Yeah, if he's 36, then that's not okay.
Yo, I mean, again, it's one of those things where it's like, not every age gap relationship is bad, but when you're 18, 36 is a lot. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, the half plus 7, which I think is gross.
Yeah, it's a lot. This episode is a lot, Tyra.
I don't know. I've never been in a relationship. I've just watched relationships in real life and on reality TV, so I have my opinions, and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. You guys look cute. Oh, you've broken up. Darn. I don't know. I feel like I'm just saying... I feel like I just need to stop talking. I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole here.
No, you're good. I mean... I thought I would have pegged this guy as, like, early 20s, so I was like, I'm not gonna necessarily say, like, oh, 18 is too young for him. If he's 36, 18 is too young for him. Yeah. Just my personal opinion.
It's just a playful thing to say. It works on a lot of different levels. It shows that I don't take myself too seriously. I have a good sense of humor. Women usually like to be in front of the camera, and this might be a nice ego boost to say, hey, you might think you're pretty enough to, just want to be in a picture.
Now, Titus, what do you have to say? Stand on up. Titus is a dating and relationship coach, and he's the author of Why Hasn't He Called? So... I think there's a double standard.
I don't know what to say.
I'm 25, and like
Sean,
I'm a mental maturity space where I wouldn't date anyone more than 1 or 2 years outside of that.
I mean, it also seems like you're overcompensating by trying to sleep with so many women.
That's what I think.
At one time. So, I mean, is there a sexuality issue here, buddy? Not at all. There's no sexuality.
Hang on.
Wait, what is he trying to imply here?
That he...
Is
Yeah, he's trying to imply that. He's basically, yeah.
Yes, at all, and it's not about sleeping with different women. I'm totally fine if I'm not sleeping with a girl.
You can't just, like, out someone like that, even if he is, but he's probably not. But what the heck? I don't know.
There's so many things wrong with the one thing that he just said. Like, implying that being gay is bad. Implying that you can just out somebody.
Saying that he only sleeping with women because he has something to prove. or not prove. I don't.
Hey, y'all, what's happening? Oh boy, we're watching the absolute cringest thing ever, which is the Tyra show. I forgot how cringe this was. Jesus.
And I've been digging myself in a hole for the last hour. I'm sorry.
Yay, biphobia, Derprex says.
I don't understand I remember Mike MGTV, he was on several reality shows, like he dealt with a lot of biphobia because he can be very, I want to say flamboyant, but I don't know, but people are like, no, you're just gay in denial, but then his longest relationship was with a woman, and then they're like, oh, you're putting on an act or something like that, you're not really bi, and it's just like, well,
yikes.
You can't tell people when it comes to sexuality, you can't just tell people how they should be just based on how they act.
Yeah, like, Adriel is like, the margin for reasonable age gap is very small when you're at 18. If both men, as you get older, I feel like that gap, like, as the both parties get older, that gap widens, I think, as far as just, like, I don't personally think there's anything morally wrong with, like, if you're like my age, 26, and you were like dating like a 30-something-year-old. If you guys have a lot in common, I think that's fine. Everybody kind of gets to a point where they feel like they're the same age relatively. And some people might be like personally not cool with that and like that's fine. But 18 that margin is smaller than for a 26 or a 27-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
Yikes. In my personal opinion, I think that's a very reasonable thing to think.
Yeah. Morally wrong.
People just refuse to believe in bisexuality. Again, during last year's Pride Month, the amount of bisexual creators I saw calling attention to the amount of people saying, don't go to Pride if you're bi because it's not for you because you're not really queer was very concerning. It was very, very concerning. It truly is, yeah.
They're just, my first thought is they're just jealous because they can get man and women kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't think there's anything morally wrong to date a 30-year-old. But, like, I wouldn't feel like I'm on the same level. Yeah, like, personally, like, everybody's gonna be, like, you know, once you get to, like, this is okay. Everybody has their own personal opinions on top of that. Like, you know, that's just, you know, person to person. Yeah, Adriel says, my parents were 8 years apart, but my mom was, like, in her 20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you're, like, you know... Once you're, like, above 25 and your brain is, like, fully developed, I think that age gap of, like, how much older you can date than you gets much wider, I would say. Like, just in a general level. And then everybody has their, you know, preferences and what they want for themselves on top of that, and that's all valid. I say as somebody who should not be giving dating advice. No.
I don't know. I feel like after all the relationships we've observed, we should write books. We're not womanizers.
For real, biphobia is... We're more qualified than this guy who's like, but are you gay, though? This is so uncomfortable. I don't like... You're going up to 2x speed, buddy. I just want to get through this episode.
Oh gosh, what is
that?
It's
about being confident, having fun in life, just living every moment to the fullest. You know, a true man wants to connect with women on many levels, not just physically. You know, they want an emotional connection, and they want to investigate her and understand her and be in love with her. But you seem, everything's on the surface. You seem to be very surface, and everything's sort of like materialistic, and you know, the pictures of women, it's all like, it's a little cheesy.
Dating
I mean,
advice, don't do anything that I've done ever, Milo. I'm so sorry.
Anna, I have a question. Have you ever tried to analyze why you treat women?
Yeah, I was going to say about 25.
I analyze myself continuously, and I feel I'm just very open-minded. I'm not looking to attach myself to anything for too long term. I'm very
I think if you're younger than 25, the gauge is like a year or two, maybe, depending, you know.
So we're finding out what makes a womanizer tick. So Sean, are you upfront with women? Do you tell them?
Maybe the place I'm going to hear a lot of phobia, starting with yeah. So this is mid-2000s reality TV, and it's cringe, and everybody talks about how cringe and problematic this show is. I kind of want to watch, after we're done watching this, I kind of want to watch, there's a bigger creator who's talked about, I think, I'll see if I can find it, just like how off, like, the ick of the show just kind of blends out of it.
Oh, he's showing the business.
Some things turn me off about Sean Valentino. Well, he offered to buy me a drink and he gives me his card, you know.
Chipmunk's version of Tyra. Look, Paulo, we're just trying to get through this episode. It's triggering my fight or flight. Wait, I'm trying to keep up with chat. For real, biphobia is so irritating. Even when I was in a 2-year relationship with a woman, my family straight up refused to believe I was bi. Well, yeah, because like if you're dating somebody of the same gender, then they're like, oh, so you're gay now. And it's like, well, that's not really my experience. That's not how that works. And then if you're straight, or if you're dating somebody that is like the opposite gender, people are like, oh, so you're not gay anymore. And it's like,
do you want me to? It's like, do you want me to date a man and a woman at the same time to prove how bi? I don't understand.
Yeah, the whole like you're bi but you're not like gay enough is like,
Yeah, and
it's a lot.
It's like, just accept people. I don't think them being bi is hurting you. I don't know. People genuinely think that.
Yeah. Did you guys see that it's like at least 30% larger than a normal business card? Oh no, I did not see that.
It's so he can...
Oh, it is a big business card.
Probably because
it's too big to put in your wallet, though. They think bisexual people are all polyamorous. Yeah, that's not how that works.
You can see the microphone in that shot. You can see why is the microphone in that shot? It's taking me out of the fantasy.
I don't want to begin this fantasy.
You're just like...
It's just so twofold, because like on one hand, let this guy live his life, except for the dating 18-year-old part. But it's just like, except for that part. But on the other hand, it's like...
I would go on a date with him. If he like maintained his focus on
nobody is in the right. Nobody's in the right, because one side of the argument is, I want to just be able to date around and not have to be open and honest with people. And the other side of people is like, hey, don't do that, but we're also going to be really judgmental about people that just want to have open relationships. Nobody's right here.
They wanted you to go away, but you wouldn't. Is that what a true womanizer does? He keeps trying?
No, I think I left a few seconds. I think you're incorrect on that one. Anyway,
we all watched it. It was pretty.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but I'm probably...
Did you hear that? He was like, no, you left out a few seconds. He was calling Tyra on the cut.
It's saying, no, they have the guard up, and there's a reason for that.
You can't call us out. If we needed those 3 seconds, we would have used those 3 seconds. Don't blame the editor.
No, not at all. Just me, I don't decide.
Oh, for fun?
Just for fun, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We, definitely meaning not Tyra.
For fun.
It's such a weird assumption to make, because they say like, oh, don't you miss being with women? You're in a monogamous relationship with a man, and like, do you miss every other man you're not currently dating? Yeah. Just got here. There's a lot of Tyra Y. Oh, you have no idea, Texas. Texas, we are uncomfortable.
They're like harlot shaming a quote unquote womanizer, and then someone implied that he's trying to overcompensate for something, or he's trying to. Is there something he's not telling us?
And this guy's like in his 30s and like, oh yeah, I'll date 18-year-olds. And so that was a whole conversation. So it's just like, gross.
Yeah, and he's calling out Tyra on the edit, so she immediately is like, you're going to
Texas. I feel so sorry for everybody. I feel like we need to put on As the World Turns, and that's gonna be less stressful. That's what's funny.
So you're down with it. Are you okay to be another girl on the MySpace page?
Yeah, Milo, it's one of those things. I've heard people be like, well, you know, specifically towards bisexual women, be like, well, if you're bi, like, I just don't get it. Like, if you can date women, why would you even date a man? It's like, because that's what being bi is. Like,
yeah, you're open to dating.
You don't choose your sexuality. So some people are just like, I like men, but also women. And that's valid.
Yes.
Well, the thing you have to remember is that anytime a guy acts like he's interested in talking to a woman, he's lying. He doesn't want to hear what you have to say. He doesn't want to hear about your dog and how it reminds you of the best people too. He wants to hear your pants. So as far as I'm concerned, any kind of lie is worse than that.
Basically short
Okay,
stories
so what do you think about Betsy? She's kind of still with
and one
Ahmed.
of
What kind of is after he's cheated?
It was basically he has to talk about how he had to like come out to his
no matter what we do, if you're a UPS guy, if you're an attorney, if you're the biggest lover in the world, the fact that you're unattainable makes you more desirable to women. So no matter what you do, she's gonna still be on your job until the day you die, as long as you keep that chauvinistic attitude going.
Do you agree with that?
Started to spiral out of control, and so he had to come out to his parents, and his dad was like, "Oh, I should have played more football with you," and he's like, and he had to tell his dad like, "No, Dad, this is
something to the imagination,
not a choice.
and that's
It's who
what
I
made her
am.
attracted to me in
You
the first place.
playing
So
more
I
football
kind of
with
agree
me
with him,
would
but
not
not in the
have
sense
made
that
me
she's
more
on my,
homosexual."
there has to be some.
Yeah, the fact that people think that too is
wild.
wild.
You know what I find so interesting? You have to pull back into the white chart right now. That your arm, okay, this is your woman, Betsy, but your arms are around two women, your ex and the new one.
Saying certain things, or like seeing the videos where people are reacting to a straight couple, and you realize
I mean, I have to say, I think a woman is, if a woman wants to be let on, I think women have intuition normally. So I think if a woman wants to be let on and wants to be bull crap, it's because they want to. But the thing is that if you're strong and you know yourself and you know what you want, you can delegate what you want to do and what type of relationship you want to have. I think men treat you how you allow them to treat you. I agree with you on that. You know, if you take respect for yourself and you respect yourself enough and you want, that's why I feel like I wasn't womanized. I wanted what I wanted.
Hang on.
I can't say
Paulo says, just play Wendy Williams farting on her show.
Does she do it more than once?
Rachel says there's a whole compilation of her just farting on TV.
So I know that gentleman has a very nice mustache.
He does, yeah.
I think it's too early to determine that. I'm still getting to learn one another, but I don't rule it out. When I was younger,
I want now I want
and I don't think as human beings,
give me Whataburger, give me your fries. I love our community for just being able to be like, trauma? No. We reject the trauma and we talk about the things that we want to.
That's the man right there.
Do you ever want to marry him? You don't want to marry him. You're not in a marriage, so y'all are just perfect for each other.
This shot just makes me uncomfortable. The fact that both of these women are like, I want to be exclusive with this guy, and this is like, or at least that's what I've been taught to believe. But there's a lot of sensory. I'm intaking a lot right now. It's a lot of information into my senses, is what I'm trying to say.
She did what she had to do, master's degree, blah blah blah. Then she got married. They put her career and herself on the back burner. For a man, had his kids, and he just broke out on her. So
I hate when people assume that I'm gay to spite my father. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is correct.
I'm not gonna deal with women that's emotionally weak and not independent. I'm not attracted to women like that. I'm not attracted to women that give up their careers just to satisfy a man. You know what I'm saying? It sounds funny, but it is what it is.
If you had a different childhood, do you think you'd be a different man?
I think so. I think all my friends that are cool with their mothers and respect their moms have a different outlook when it comes to dealing with women. So
I have to disagree with that.
Me too, actually.
I'm recently separated, and he's supposed to be an honorable man and a total mama's boy, and I've never been treated badly in relationships. I have to say, I've had bad things happen. I mean, just like anybody, but he turned around to be very verbally abusive. I mean, and then I remember there's a certain instance where he came at me, and his mother came downstairs and said, "You shouldn't have said anything to him." And it just really struck me.
I understand why you feel that way, but if it was possible, I would choose to be gay despite my father. Milo says.
Everything was okay. And I think that there's different reasons why people are the way that they are. I think Ahmed,
Rachel was Milo and then the crying emoji.
That's a womanizer because his mom said he could do no wrong, and so he feels like the world is his oyster. I think there's a million different reasons why. But I want to thank you for being honest about it today, because you'd be the last person that I thought that would talk vulnerability.
Even Tyra seems uncomfortable.
I think that's really honorable.
Do you notice that? Even Tyra is like, I don't know what to do right now.
Has a copy of his book. Why hasn't he called for everybody in the audience? That will really help. Won't that book help?
It probably did not help.
Will it help Tyra?
Things that he would call you. He will call you. Okay, the next guy you meet to be a total ladies man, or there's only one way to find out if he's a womanizer, and it's listen to Britney's songs.
On Cycle 2, she talks about how she's been cheated on, so she might be like, oh, I don't know, these individuals are being honest, but they think they're being honest.
Okay, so this show is very serious.
Teenagers who are eager to get married.
Yeah, I can't deal with that right now, Tyra. I gotta find a different one, Tyra.
That just reminds me of in Cycle 20 when Jordan is like, I got married at 18 and divorced at 18. And apparently she only said it once, and they used it like 3 or 4 more times. And someone was like, yeah, they use the exact same clip. So she only... But yeah, it's like, I was married at 18 and I was divorced
Can I
at
just
18.
say, the titles of some of these are so concerning.
Psychic Twins, Tyra.
Actually, the Psychic Twins are probably the least horrifying one. We might go with Psychic Twins, because some of these other ones are just...
Gay, the New Black.
I don't even want to touch that one.
Why?
Excuses for men. Addicted to the internet. You know what? Let's do this one. Addicted to the internet.
How dare you?
But I need a second. I need a second to cleanse, and then we will do Addicted to the internet.
Okay, what is the chat have to say?
Choose to be gay. I love being gay, and I love who I am. Good. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! I mean, like, I know a lot of people say, like, no one would choose to be gay, because why would we choose oppression and rejection from our families? But, like, if it wasn't for all of the... God, I'm so sorry. Shame and hate, I would choose to be gay. Well, yeah, like, that's what pride is all about, right? It's just, like, you know, like, everybody gets to be who they are. That's great. I love that for us. We've got a long way to go, but we've come a long way, too.
Exactly. I facepalm and told him, then husband went on about them being grammatically incorrect because they... But I remember seeing a video where it's just like, okay, if you find a jacket and you don't know who it belongs to, what would you... and you would go up and you went up to someone to ask if it was their jacket, or it's like,
Yeah, we use they, them all the time. Like, if so, like, oh, I met somebody new at work today. Oh, who are they? You know?
Oh, yeah. I think it was like, or it's just like, and you're telling someone left their jacket, what would you say? It's like, they left their jacket or something like that. And like, see, it's singular too. I don't understand. I love it when people like to try to use science and grammar to try to prove a point. And it's just like, do you have a PhD in either of those? Mm-hmm. No. You just saw something on the internet and aren't willing to learn. Like, people with the XY chromosome thing, and it's just like, you do realize that there are men with 2 X chromosomes, there are women with an XY chromosome. It's not how that works.
Yeah, I get so pissed. You know what pisses me off? Like, so much. Ooh. Can I talk about how much TERFs piss me off for a second?
Yes.
So, it's so stupid because they're like, they're hiding behind feminism to be like, we're not phobic of anybody. We're just really passionate feminists. It's like, then you would fight for all women. Oh, but I'm gonna try to say who's a woman and who's not. Based on what? Hormones? Because, like, I have PCOS, I have to take hormone pills, like, and I'm a cisgender woman, so, like, oh no. Oh, are you going off of, like, uterus? Because, like, there's a lot of women that have had to have their uterus out that were born with a uterus, so are you saying they're not women either? No? Huh. It kind of sounds like you just really don't like trans women. That seems to be the only actual thing you're going off of, you know?
Oh gosh, that just reminds me of Florida and the recent bill that was passed that you must use the restroom that you, or the assigned AFAB, sorry, or like use your gender.
Assigned gender at birth.
Assigned gender at birth. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking like AFAB, AMAB, but yeah, Florida, and then I remember I follow someone who is trans and is like, I would have to use the women's restroom, and they were doing this video while I was shirtless, and they showed that they had top surgery, and they're doing the shirtless, and they're like, I would have to use the women's restroom, but look at me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're trans man is what I'm trying to. But
wait, what's happening? One time I got really, really high. And I did the same thing, told a friend I wished I was gay. She said, you are. And I was like, OMG, you're right. Aw.
Oh.
That's cute. I think if I had a choice, I would be bi. But despite that, I still love myself. Aw. Everyone is valid. Adriel, wait, I missed a few things in chat. Chat is far away from me. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up chat here for a second while we're cleansing.
Cleanse from
I feel like I need to take multiple showers after that episode we just watched. That was so crazy. I was like, oh, serial womanizer. This should be relatively just like, oh, don't cheat on people, right?
Yeah.
Nope, it wasn't that.
Here, let me show you my card. I'm gonna... and it's just like, cool, good for you. Why? Why are you shirtless on your business card? But, yeah, the TERFs.
Singular they, them has been used since the 1300s, exactly.
Oh, I remember learning about how, how in the Shakespeare time, how men played the women's part, but then when they introduced women to the acting parts, they still weren't able to play female parts because the men there still wanted to objectify them, so they would have the women play men's parts because the men would wear shorts and the men would wear tights and they would be and it's just like, oh, her legs kind of thing, and I'm just like, why? Or it's just like, why are you telling women what they can and can't do, but then telling them they can only play men because they want to objectify them still? I'm so confused. Why? I don't know. It's interesting to see the way people are, I just want to know how they get to these conclusions, and then seeing, like, on the outside looking in, just being like, how did you come up with these decisions, and then why do you stick by them? Like, how is this productive? I don't know.
Milo said Audriel with crying, and I can't see what Audriel said. I hope Audriel is okay. And then Milo also said another fun Milo tip. Weigh your mushrooms before you eat them. Portion control is important for mushroom salad.
Side note, I remember when I was doing my internship for Ace AmeriCorps, and someone was very like, they had a chakra tattoo on their back, and they were very of nature, but then they picked a whole bunch of mushrooms and took up like the entire counter space, and they didn't dry them out properly, and they grew fungus.
No.
And so that's my mushroom story.
By the way, thank you guys, since we were talking about LGBTQ rights and stuff like that. Thank you guys for donating so far to the Trans Housing Coalition. We raised $180 so far, and we will be raising money all this month for them.
Thank you for donating.
Women played young boys, and young boys played women. Yeah, like to this day, Peter Pan is usually played by like a petite girl, just because that's tradition. Like, you know.
I remember seeing that movie, and I'm like, wait a second, that's an adult woman.
Yeah, it's just like tradition at this point. It's just the way it always has been. Look at how scared we both look. That's accurate.
Tyra. Oh, Tyra. One day she might see one of these videos and be like, who are these people?
Top chat mode is making things invisible. Oh, Tyra doesn't care. Tyra is like super rich and famous.
Exactly.
I was responding to my comment about how when I was little I wished I was a lesbian because girls were more attractive. Aww. I'm glad it at least wasn't toxic mushrooms. Yeah. I thought you were going to say it was like toxic and they like had to go to the hospital.
No, they just decided to inconvenience everybody and then not dry the mushrooms out properly. And I'm just like, and they grew fungus. And I'm just like,
thank you for telling me pay the Fae. I genuinely was like, why can't I see? And then I realized you said that and I was like, oh, I thought we were on live chat. Oh no. I hid you guys and it felt like I was talking to myself. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody make sure you're on live chat. I don't know why it defaults to... Maybe that's a setting in my YouTube thing. Maybe I can set it to default to live chat for everybody. I'll have to look. So yes, we are watching the old episodes of Tyra, and it's incredibly cringe. We are incredibly cringe. I feel like watching The Button. I feel like The Button would be less cringe than this.
The Button?
That show where they're like, they're on the date and then they can press the button.
I just remember seeing the one woman who just kept, every time it lit up, she just hit it, and I'm just like, well, rude, but...
My sister got cast as Wendy in Peter Pan. Got all excited and hyped up, saying she was the female lead, and she got all mad at me because the female lead is Peter, LMAO. Oh. She was mad because she wanted to be Peter.
Oh.
That's what we were doing. Yeah, sorry, I needed a minute because...
Emotional cleanse from the cringe of the Tyra show.
I'm cringing so hard, it's gonna take days to overcome this.
Oh no.
They just, in one episode, somehow slut-shamed, were homophobic, and then just let that older guy say that he dates 18-year-olds with no pushback.
Yep, and then, the guy who wanted to pull himself out of an MRI machine because he was worried that his wife and his girlfriend were going to end up coming to the hospital, which means that he had his girlfriend as an emergency. So basically what he's trying to say is don't have your girlfriend be your emergency contact when your wife should be there.
That was such a horrifying concoction of misogyny, homophobia, slut-shaming, and questionable age gap dating.
Yeah, so... and people watch that and they're like, I'm gonna be on this guy's side and be a womanizer and I don't know, and be slightly homophobic and do this, and it's just like, don't do that. Learn from the mistakes.
Okay, but you guys have to remember. Oh dear.
What do we have to remember? Summer reading challenge started. There was a countdown clock to the Olsen twins' 18th birthday online. Oh.
Ew.
Oh no.
Ew. That happened to Billie Eilish too.
Oh, I remember the whole drama where apparently Drake and and 11 from Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown, they were friends, but people were like, this is a questionable age difference because
Drake has a reputation for hanging out with teenage girls a lot, and it's questionable.
But then people love the quote when Matthew McConaughey's character from that one movie is like, the girls, or it's like, I keep on getting older, but the girls stay the same age, or like high school girls stay the same age or something like that, and people are like, haha, that's so funny, but then it's just like, but then
I mean, is it like said in the context of we're supposed to believe that guy is an idiot?
I think so.
Yeah, like that's the difference, I guess, if that's the way that it is, but yeah.
I don't know the context, but it's just like, hopefully it's a joke and they don't actually think that's cool. I don't know.
I'm done. I want to watch cartoons now. I also want to watch cartoons now.
They were counting down a million. What? Oh, I remember during a scene in Game of Thrones where basically the Google search for how old is Maisie Williams, who plays Arya, that people were asking her age online because there was like a scene and people were like, how old is she? And I'm just like, oh god.
Existing as a woman in the world is extremely infuriating. Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
Even though not all men are trash, we can do better. I feel like I can say that as a cis man, but I feel like I can say a lot of things because I'm Jewish. Not the all men are trash thing, but still. Levity. I don't know.
Oh my god, levity. Yes, like, why is this shit so normalized? It really is. It's so strange, right? Like, it's just like, why, like, Drake, you know, not even allegedly, he just has all of these weird, you know, relationships where he's, like, texting teenage girls, and it's just, like, it's very, like, you know, nobody's accused him of doing anything illegal, but it's a little concerning given some of the other things that have happened in similar situations, and it's just like, everybody's like, yeah, we love Drake, like, nobody's really people are talking about it, but just not as much as I feel like we should be.
Even to say, this is a cautionary tale, if someone significantly older you is doing this, then be warned and cut all communications.
As a cis-ish man, kinda, I would like to apologize because this man probably won't. Thank you, guys. I feel bad that, like, men that aren't trash feel like they have to apologize, because it's like, we can't, like, you know, I don't know.
What I do to help what's the word I'm looking for? To help combat to combat all that is I just try to let the other person, or like gauge the other person's comfort level and just kind of like ease away and have them lead the conversation, because I don't want to do anything that makes them uncomfortable.
Milo says, when I was a teen, I used to get catcalled a lot. Same. Honestly, a lot less now that I'm visibly an adult. See, here's the thing. People still think I'm a teenager, and guys are sometimes creepy about that. Like, I had that happen to me a lot on set, where guys would be, like, commenting on how they were, like, more than twice my age. Oh, I'm old enough to be your father. And then, like, trying to, like, hit on me. I've had guys, like, hit on me, and then I'd be like, no, thank you. And then later on, they're like, oh, I thought you were a teenager. And it's like...
That makes it better?
That doesn't make it... Sir, that doesn't make it better.
Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry.
Like the Tyra, she's 15.
Tyra, yeah, it's just... I feel like there's a way to approach these topics more, I want to say sensitively, but it's just kind of like, you have to say it without any bias so people understand it, but then just some of the situations that she put Tookie in, it's just like, Tyra, please don't.
Yeah, that's the worst thing, is like when you're 16, you're just like, ooh, an older guy has a crush on me. And it's like, ooh, when you get older, you're like, ooh, that's really bad.
Yeah.
People underestimate teens, call them stupid, lazy, etc., and then men go after those girls, know that, and they tell those girls exactly what they want to hear. Yeah. People, why? I got catcalled at the dollar store last week. Did I tell you this?
No.
So I was with my mom. We were at the dollar store because I wanted to get yarn and a couple other things, and I did. Dollar store is great for yarn, by the way. But trigger warning. This guy, I know we're already like talking about this, but this guy, I turn around and like we've only been in the store for like 30 seconds, and this guy looks at me and just goes, "Come with me." And I was like, I was so stunned. I looked at him and I was like, "I'm sorry?" And he was just like, like he didn't know what to say to that. And then he like went around the corner, and my mom was just like, "Don't go with him." I'm like, "Yeah, thank you, Mom. I wasn't thinking of doing that." But then he stood around the corner and like was just like, hey, babe. And he was just like, just straight up like catcalling me from around the corner. And like every time I walked by, and I was just like, please get out of. And so I just like got out of that corner of the store, and I thought he was gonna follow us, but he didn't, which was good. Because I've had that happen too, where guys just kind of like conveniently find reasons to be looking at the exact same thing you're looking at, even if you're in like the tampon aisle, and it's like, sir, stop following me, please. It was very, very creepy, and I was like very creeped out by it, but then I was like almost like upset that I was that creeped out, because I was like, this happens all the time, and then I was upset that this happens all the time. And then I bought a Snickers bar. I'm sorry, Gabe.
I'm so sorry you had to experience that.
Paulo has no idea how to reply to that. I got oh my god, I'm so sorry, Milo.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That sucks. People suck. People refer to them as young women who should know better, but men are infantilized. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gosh. I remember there was something on I don't I remember something where it was something like or it said teach your daughters how to like defend themselves, and someone crossed it out and said teach your sons not to be like creepers or something like that, and I shared that, and someone was like, well, why not both? And I'm like, well, the problem, well, maybe we need to focus on like the major issue here, okay? We can have both, but the main issue here, this is not about you.
Yeah.
We need to, teach respect boundaries. Like, I remember hearing a story about how there was this someone was talking about their son wanted to hug a classmate, and the classmate said no, and someone said something, but the parent was just like, respect their boundaries. They don't want to hug, so respect their boundaries and don't give them a hug, even though you want to, kind of thing. And it's like, yes.
Yeah, it's teachable moments, because like children don't know, but if nobody teaches them, they're going to be adults that don't know,
Yeah, and
or don't care. One of the two.
And it comes a point where it's like, and people like to use this excuse. It's how I was raised, but it's just like, but you should know better. You have this. You have the knowledge to like look things up and like see like, oh, this guy's being creepy to this woman. I shouldn't act that way, but you double down. I don't know. I feel like this is the moment where it's just like, yes, I will have the moment of saying things that mean something, but I'm just like, don't be rude.
No, you're correct. And it's like I've met like a lot of like really nice guys on crew on set, but then I've met a lot of guys that are just like, you should smile more,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I remember one time the day of my sister's wedding, where my dad told me I looked tired, and I was just sitting there, and I just had an epiphany where I'm like, this is what women feel like all the time.
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
gosh. Well, no, don't apologize. And I'm just like,
so sad, but like it's so important to talk about. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean for this to be like a triggering real talk very special episode, but it is important that we're able to have these conversations. I feel like we need to put on an episode of like Bob Ross and just cleanse. Wait.
Yeah,
I bet I can find
Bob Ross. Insert joke about me looking like Bob Ross.
Oh, that autofilled as the world turns. Well, it'll get me to YouTube. I just wanted another YouTube tab to look up Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Let's see. What do we want? What painting do we want to see, Bob? Oh, this one's pretty.
You're on a Carnival cruise and it's all over.
Get out of here,
this
Carnival.
Surging deluge is sneaking its way like the mighty.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
Oh no. Wait. Can you not? What's happening?
Speak.
1, 2, 3. Oh no. Wait. No, we can be heard, right?
Or is it? Yeah. Hello. I can hear you. Okay, the Dirtbricks can hear us. Wait, were we just having those conversations and no one could hear us?
Been a little on the quiet side the whole stream. Well, we could fix that.
You are quieter than Bob Ross. Thank you. I'm practicing for my ASMR.
It's too bright.
Is that any better? Let's see.
Right.
I think this is just very, very, very loud. Let's turn the desktop audio down a bit. See if that's better.
Good.
Yes, much. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Very nice.
we're quieter than Bob Ross.
The old oval brush, you just.
So basically, we were just talking about how on sets there are creepers, and it's just like, are they ignorant to their being creepy, or do they feign ignorance?
Which is a feat. Sorry, guys. Thank you for letting us know.
Barely tapping.
Look at the beautiful trees.
Where you think they might live? Drop them in.
Don't make them all straight.
I wanted to have more curve on them, then hold the brush down.
Oh yeah, have some with curves.
Go straight in. See? Isn't that neat?
In every way, being like, don't make them too straight is just iconic.
Yeah.
The camera to take off what it wants.
I remember on season 13, I think it was 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race, there was a contestant who tried to portray Bob Ross in Snatch Game, and the first sign it was just like, oh boy, was they decided to make a wig out of squirrels because they didn't want to be seen as problematic because of the afro, and I'm sitting here with my afro going, am I problematic? And then they just kind of made like a angry Bob Ross, and one of the contestants is like, this is not the Bob Ross I grew up with. I'm not falling asleep to this. This is weird.
Just some little indications. These will just sort of.
And so, just, do you have
it's
another
your
one?
journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty. Right now, get 0% APR financing on the 2023 Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
How did you dress up like Mrs. Doubtfire? Oh, Uncle so-and-so and Uncle so-and-so.
Yeah.
YouTube
I miss Robin Williams. He was a treasure. Yeah. We were watching. This is a commercial. This is an NFL commercial.
Why? We don't watch. I don't want. Well, I don't want to assume anything. I don't watch football.
Some people. I don't watch football.
Then why are we having an NFL?
Try killing bugs the worry-free
Stop
way.
giving me commercials. This is capitalism.
Zevo traps use light, not odors or chemical insecticides to attract and trap flying insects. They work continuously, so you don't have to. Zevo, people friendly.
All right, are we ready? Are we ready after this one to go back to the addicted to the internet? Are we ready? Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. We needed a cleanse. It was too much.
My first thought of thinking of addicted to the internet, I'm like, oh, are they on the internet for like 7 hours a day? And I'm like, weak. I'm
yes.
People that, and I'm just that soundbite has been going around TikTok and Instagram, and I'm like, do they know where this is from? And I'm like, oh, it's probably the millennials doing that, so they know it's from the Aristocats, but it's from when the geese are walking. Oh, and then we have to go get him. Tries to go down. Deepa goes down into the water to grabs the grab the uncle. Or whomever the other goose was.
Okay, here we go. All right, who's ready for Addicted to the Internet? Please don't be as cringe as the last one. I can't handle it. It's already cringe. Hang on, I gotta send it back to the reg. I'll give it a chance to be on normal speed.
Oh gosh, it's your me, or it's the Bitmoji before it was Bitmoji.
Did anybody play Barbie Online? The animation reminds me of that. How dare you!
Tyra, how dare you!
Like gazillions of other people are. This show is for you, baby.
Alright, let's see.
Tyra is very good.
Let's make it into a competition. What?
Oh, she's so pretty. But, oh, she's pretending to be a robot. AI. Practicing for life size 2.
Still never saw it.
I haven't seen it either.
Did a video on the first one.
I remember seeing it being like Lindsay Lohan and Tryra Banks.
Oh, that was my favorite movie. That was one of the reasons I loved Tyra so much, because I never watched America's Next Top Model. I just kind of knew Tyra as like the lady from Life Size who also does a bunch of other stuff.
Have you seen her in Coyote Ugly?
No.
I haven't
For a
either.
lot of people, the internet can be even crazier than that, and too much of a good thing where it becomes an obsession. And this girl's habit is totally off the charts. She's like crazy with it, y'all. Like insane.
Okay, let's see how crazy she is with it.
Let me guess. This individual's on Twitch now and makes more money than everybody.
The latest electronic gadget.
I have a laptop computer, I have a digital camera, and I have a Trio phone. And everywhere I go, they go.
Okay.
Hey,
not that weird so far.
I'm in the shower on my cell phone as usual.
That way, Candace can check her Facebook profile anytime she wants. Sometimes as often as 100 times a day.
Oh, here's my Facebook. I have like 4 or 5 messages I want to try to check as I'm driving. I have over 1,000 friends online.
Yeah, it's the driving and checking Facebook, not the amount of times you check Facebook.
Checking your profile every couple of minutes can be stressful.
Although, like, have you ever, like, does your phone do that thing where it tells you, like, how much time you're spending on which app? And it's like, don't hurt my feelings.
I love
Well, it usually just tells me
especially
how
the
long
bowling
I've been
and the
on my
baseball,
phone,
and I
it's
play
like
like
you've
2
been
hours a
up
day.
like 14, or you're
Tired. I need to go
14%.
check my Facebook.
Oh, she plays video games for 2 whole hours a day, guys.
Candace is spending too much time in the high-tech world and not enough time dealing with real life.
My family's always telling me to get off the internet.
I don't know why I expected her to speak in Simlish, because it looked like me. It looked like,
I love the internet.
Okay.
Sims. There you go. That's the word that I was looking for.
Tiara,
Me when I
you
use too much
saying that
Facetune.
Candace
Oh no.
is crazy when it comes to the internet. So tell me what you see when it comes to her.
Okay, I feel kind of responsible because I introduced her to MySpace. Because I live all the way in California and she's all the way in Michigan. Like, we could keep in touch a little easier. But, like, she's taking it to a whole nother level and I feel, like, kind of bad.
Tell me about school registration.
Oh, my gosh. Like, I will call her, like, every other day. Like, Candace, okay, make sure you're the first one there so you can get registered for school. I called her. Oh, I didn't get to make it. And so I'm like, Candace, like, why not? And she was like, oh, because I had a doctor's appointment trying to go around it. So I'm like, Candace, you were on Facebook, weren't you? She was like, yeah. I'm like, that's not gonna work for life.
And when you can't get to your Facebook, you ask her to check it? Like
Yes.
she asks you to check her Facebook. What does that mean?
Yeah, she'll call me. She'll be like, oh my gosh, because her laptop had broken once and it was like in the shop for a week. She was like, Kira, could you please check my Facebook and update my status and see who left me comments?
And so when you go to church,
I don't take my laptop in the church, but I do check for my phone because I have like a Trio so I can like get the internet.
So the preacher is up there preaching.
I did it. I went to church for a long time. You look around, everybody's checking their profile.
Well, when I went to, or I didn't have an iPhone when I was just so I would just look at the I would have to run into the side in the bathroom
How
like
many
a normal
friends
child.
do you have on Facebook?
Come back, Milo. We'll miss you.
136.
1,336 friends.
Yes.
136.
And how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel special because you have that many friends?
So yeah, she would have to check her Facebook.
Popular on Facebook.
Good for her.
Okay. Do you think that you could ever stop?
Well, Tyra,
Now I want an update with Candace over 2020.
Because like me and my best friend have like a bet like who can delete their profile for the
I
longest.
bet you she's a streamer and she's making good money.
I couldn't even do 4 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So you deleted it and just came right back up. Is it a feeling inside like
I was like going crazy, like I wonder what people's thinking, or am I missing any messages or wall postings, anything? I was like going crazy.
Okay, well, we see that she is an addict on this internet, on this Facebook. So we teamed up with TYRA to give you a serious challenge. We put Candace to the test. Check this out.
If smartphones were a thing, insured.
We started our experiment by handing Candace a laptop that had a special message for her.
Hi, Candace. It's me, your cousin Kiera. And I wrote to Tyra asking for help because you're on your cell phone and the internet away too
They're like
much.
doing a full intervention for this poor girl.
This is an intervention.
Oh my,
You'll be
literally.
taking a techcation. Good luck.
Our producers immediately seized her laptop, her cell phone, and her digital camera.
Tyra, if I don't get my phone and my laptop and my digital camera back, I'm going to call Pam and I'm going to call Michelle all day, every day to check Facebook, and she's going to check it as much as I would. I can't go without it.
And once we were certain she was technology free, we sent her off on her techcation. To help Candace adapt to life away from the web, we gave her a series of challenges.
Challenge number 1.
Her biggest challenge would be to find some new friends. 1,000.
No.
6 of them to be exact.
But some people are
like, how was I supposed to do
introverted.
this?
To go up and make a
They'll
new
be the
friend.
real-life replacements for all of her online friends.
Can you be one of my friends?
Sure.
Can
Oh my
you
God,
imagine?
You're my first friend ever. Thank you so much. Can you be my friend? Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Can you be my friend?
They're acting like this poor woman doesn't. She clearly has friends. She has thousands of people on her Facebook. She's clearly social in her own way.
Face to face is crazy. This is unreal.
Dinner, bye, Pay.
It was okay, but on Facebook, it's easy. You just click on add as friend, and then
Therapy, not talk shows.
Like, you want to be my friend? Can you be my friend?
Say it with me. Talk shows aren't therapy.
You.
Talk shows aren't
more
therapy.
challenging. And we've got the rest of it after this. We'll be right back.
Or it happens in other talk shows because it's happening on
I used to be so hooked to that was it the sidekick thing? You know what I'm talking about? Like I started.
I always
getting
wanted a
the carpal
sidekick
tunnel
back in the day.
my thumb and in my pinky, and I had a boyfriend, and he said that it was really ruining our relationship, so I got rid of it. And I've been like, sidekick free for years, so I only use the cell phone. But then with the cell phone, like when you text people and you have a cell phone and you don't have the QWERT pad, you have to go beep, 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 beep.
I remember that.
So I got this new thing where I have the buttons for the texting, and now it's turning into another new addiction. But I'm not alone because she's crazier. This is Candace.
I'm not alone because she's crazier. Tyra.
She's off the chisang. All right, so we gave her a techcation and got rid of all her stuff. And this is the rest of what happened to her that day. Check her out.
While Candace is taking her techcation, she has to replace
Tyra's so extra for making her do this. Tyra is extra.
With real-life people. And while she's finding her new friends, Candace also has some other challenges ahead of her.
Challenge number 2. Make a phone call to a friend without using a cell phone. How? A payphone? Oh my God.
Nowadays, are there even? I mean, surely there are, but like it'd be pretty hard to find a payphone nowadays.
Oh my God, would you be my friend? Okay. Do you know what payphone is? Thanks for being my friend. Are you from England?
Yeah.
Do you know what payphone is here?
No, I'm just on holiday. I'm a tourist.
Okay, thank you.
He's like, I'm new here. That look.
And find a payphone. Ooh, wait, a payphone. A phone. Oh my God. Can't believe they make me make a phone. Trying to find a payphone was the worst. I didn't have change. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know where to go get change. It smelled. It stinks. It was crazy.
It's the energy of like when Ellen would be like, all right, teenager, figure out how to fold a map for the car. And it's like, nobody knew how to do that. And also, they don't They didn't grow up like... Sure, use outdated technology that you've never had to use before for the first time on national TV. Let us all laugh at you at how you don't know how to use this thing you've never used before.
See, Ellen, this is why all that stuff came out about you mistreating members of your staff.
I don't know how to play baseball in real life, but I do play on the Wii, and since we're friends, we can risk it, okay?
We can risk it.
Sorry. Okay.
Ever watched Ricky Lake? My mom loves Ricky Lake.
When it was all said and done, Candace realized she had not been on the internet.
Yeah, she had a really famous talk show in the 90s.
I went a whole day without technology, but I did it. And I need one more friend. Here he comes now. You can be my last friend of the day.
What is this? They made her talk to in real life as many people as she had friends on Facebook. Imagine how terrifying that is right now. You said you have like, what, 300 and something people on Instagram? Go outside right now and talk to 300 and something strangers.
I was shopping with my cousin, and I wasn't even thinking about Facebook. I did get on there a couple of times, but not as much as I would on a daily basis.
I think you have a beautiful personality. Like, her spirit is just like, woo! And people can't really feel that and touch that through a computer. And it's so beautiful. Like, you should spread that in person and like have people touch you and feel your consciousness. Because it truly emits from you.
They all hate me.
On her techcation is here. Deanna, how are you? Deanna, have you ever taken a techcation?
Oh my god, I hope they're getting paid well.
I have, and I accidentally dropped my cell phone in the toilet.
Oh, I've done that before.
I know, but I didn't get it replaced for a whole month, so it was nice. It felt very liberating, and I didn't have to answer to my parents. And,
I didn't want my phone back because I didn't want to talk to my parents.
So was it weird when she was running up to you wanting to be your friend?
A little bit. She's a great spirit about her.
Well, Candace was a really great sport during her techcation, but we couldn't resist giving her one.
Yeah, was it weird when we made her do that really weird thing that we knew was weird so we could all laugh at her together?
Check this out. After Candace took her techcation, our producers asked her to come back to our office so she could fill out some more paperwork.
We'll go get whatever we need, and then I'll be right back. Okay. All right.
What Candace doesn't know is that we've set up a hidden camera to see what happens.
It's a trap, Candace. Don't do it.
That's hooked up.
Hey guys, just coming in. We're watching old episodes of the Tyra Show, and then Bob Ross when we need a cleanse break because it's extremely cringe.
Yeah.
And raising money for charity. The Trans Housing Coalition. Woo!
Candace made it all of 15 seconds before she broke down and went on the web.
I'm not gonna lie, because I basically work on the internet, I have this like, I feel the need to be checking like messages and stuff because I know I'm bad at checking messages, so I'm just like, I'm missing stuff, I'm sorry. And I feel bad about it.
And I was like, she probably won't do it, and if she doesn't do it, oh well. But she did it in 15 seconds! What were you thinking? Like, were you like, they're not gonna know, I'm just gonna get it done real fast.
Right, I like tried to look around like, I wonder if they really watch me. I didn't see anything, so I'm like, let me
Did you hear Tyra just say, I don't think she's gonna, I said to them, I don't think she's gonna do it, and if she doesn't do it, oh well. It's like, you wanted her to fail.
I was being right about your show that day, and then I went, you know.
Oh, well, then we give her a little pass on that. Well, we gave Candace her phone and her camera back, but when we saw that video, we decided to hold on to your laptop here. Okay, so this is your laptop. You tell me
I was gonna
what you're do differently to make me give this back to you.
Well, when I go home, I'm going to get a job.
What I'm going to say to you, Tyra, is this would be a crime. You can't. That would be theft.
Like in an internet company where you can be around it and be in that, right? It's all. I feel that people should have jobs that are connected to their passion.
But what if my passion is the internet, Tyra?
We have a nice light bulb moment here.
Yeah, and I'm going to get registered for school next semester.
Good.
I am. Yes, I am.
You will? Are you going to keep her accountable, Kiara?
Okay. I guess so. That's a little much, but still.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll be right back. You're welcome. Okay, I have a question. How many of you guys are addicted to the internet? Just like... Yeah.
Anybody not raising their hand is lying.
Dang, y'all, but Ainsley and Ashley and Monique here, they know what you're talking about, but Their addiction, I think, puts you guys to shame.
Come in, everybody. Prove how addicted you are to the internet with us.
So much time do you spend on these celebrity blogs?
I get on as soon as I wake up in the morning, and I get text messages and emails sent to my phone.
I do that. The first thing I do when I'm like half awake is checking my phone. It's probably not good for your brain.
Yeah, I check it at least 12 times a day.
12 times a day. Ashley, what about you?
I'm on there at least 25 times a day. I have to be the first one to know what's going on with all my celebrities.
Oh, you're celebrities.
So addicted to celebrity gossip blogs.
You're celebrities. And then, what about you, Monique?
I spend about 4 to 5 hours on reading celebrity blogs.
A day?
Yes, and then I check them before I go to bed.
That is nothing.
Really?
That's nothing,
okay.
Yeah.
And I understand it's affecting your life. Monique, tell me about school. Your mom says you need to focus on school.
Yes, because I read celebrity blogs like all day, or if I'm off, and I don't study or do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Ashley, tell me about vacation. Vacation is an issue for you. Most people vacation is like, woo, I can't wait to get on the plane and get in the water, the beach.
Everyone else has so much fun. I have fun, but I'm out of it for a week. I went to the Dominican Republic for a week, and it was the week the winner of American Idol was announced. I had no idea for a week, and it's all I could think about. Every day.
Oh, the winner of American Idol. I would have been pissed too back in the day if I had to wait a week to figure it out.
I felt like I didn't feel like I was even like part of society anymore. Like everyone knew about me.
Oh my God! And Ainsley, you had an issue with a boyfriend because of your addiction. Tell me about that.
I take my computer with me everywhere to read on Facebook and on all those other websites, and I don't communicate with people when I'm on the computer, so it causes problems.
You're all on the internet now.
Did it leave you?
You're all addicted.
Tyra looks into the camera and says, I know you guys are watching.
Yeah, so you chose
You've been on the internet for too long.
Not really.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Monique.
What did she say?
I understand that you want to be a celebrity, so this is the closest you can get.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, I feel like because I'm not a celebrity,
and I don't communicate with people when I'm on the computer, so it causes problems.
It causes problems. Did he leave you?
Yeah.
Well, get a different boyfriend. She can get a different boyfriend. One who appreciates the Twitch streamer hustle. I don't know if she was a Twitch streamer nowadays. Twitch didn't exist at this point.
I understand that you want to be a celebrity, so this is the closest.
Wow, if only there were a phone that you could access the internet. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, right?
Is more interesting than my life. Like, I feel like our lives are irrelevant, basically. Like, celebrities have more fun, they go out to hot spots and stuff. And
you feel like your life is irrelevant?
Yeah, like, it's just average compared to, like, how they live.
Really?
Yeah.
But you say that in a sad way. Don't you guys feel a sadness?
Tell
me about your life and what's not. Like, what are you not happy with?
Yeah, generally when you say things like, my life is irrelevant, people tend to be pretty sad, to say the least, when they say things like that.
My first thought is nihilism.
Have this thing that you do at work that is against the rules.
That reminds me of
Tell me what that is.
I hide behind clothes racks and counters to check my email.
I bet that would be a great ASMR trigger.
So
you
you
just
work
said
in
that
retail?
over and over again.
And I know when you work in retail,
No,
you're
no,
not supposed
Whale
to
of
have your
Magic.
cell phone. You're not supposed to have any of that on the floor. I know that. So you are hiding. So what about the customers?
I mean, if a customer comes up to me, I take care of them.
That was the only anime I've ever convinced my mom to watch, and she's like, it's fascinating.
Well, Ainsley's mom does. So you are hiding. So what about the customers?
I gotta go. Clothes racks and counters to check my email and my.
So you work in retail? And I know when you work in retail, you're not supposed to have your cell phone. You're not supposed to have any of that on the floor. I know that. So you are hiding. So what about the customers?
I mean, if a customer comes up to me, I take care of them, but I just watch out for them.
Okay. Well, Ainsley's mom, Darlene, and Ashley's friend, Julia, are in the audience. So where are you guys? Stand on up. Darlene, you worry about your daughter?
Yes, I do, because I, worry that she's spending too much time neglecting her studies.
But I understand that she's not alone in her little internet addiction. You know somebody that you're very close and personal to that has the addiction, and she has on an orange sweater.
Flip the tables.
Yes, Charge.
The tables have flipped.
I like to I like to, know what the celebrities are doing. I just find it interesting. It's like entertainment. But I have my own
Yeah, I
Facebook
rewound it because I
page,
missed it.
too.
Are you serious? And Mom, how old are you? It's okay. You can tell everybody. Well, let me tell you something. The rule, you can tell how old you are, especially when you look as hot as you do.
Thank you, Tyra.
Good save, Tyra.
Good save.
Ask someone on your talk show how old they are.
51 years old.
Say it one more time.
51.
Look
Well, you
at
can't,
her.
maybe, but still.
When you're Tryra Banks, apparently people just tell that woman
Hey
stuff.
guys, do you think that you could
And then
pass
she'll
a
use it
celebrity IQ challenge? Do you think you could do
a
that?
lesson.
Sure, really? Why not? Because if you guys say that you are the queen bees of the internet celebrity blogs, you should be able to answer these questions. Okay, the first question is going to be
Celebrity
which, you guys
IQ.
audience, don't yell them out. Okay, which celebrity couple recently had a baby named Zuma? Which celebrity couple
This is very
recently had a
outdated.
baby named
Several.
Zuma?
Let me guess, they're divorced.
Stop murmuring, audience. You're like Zuma. Okay, so Gwen Stefani and her husband. You said Gwen and Gavin, Ashley, because you know. All right, the next question.
Oh, isn't Gwen Stefani with
Who are
Blake
the
Shelton,
two vice
yes.
presidential candidates in the 2008 election? Uh-oh, Ashley.
Who were the
I mean,
vice
Ansley
presidential
seems like
candidates?
she's
Okay, so it was
stressed out
Joe
for a second.
Biden and Sarah Palin.
Oh.
Okay. And what did
I'm a
you
nerd.
say?
I know some politics. I don't remember who
Obama
Zuma's
and
kid was.
McCain.
Like who's
Okay. So if Obama and McCain are vice presidents, who's running for president?
Obama is running for president.
Okay, you guys cover your answers right now. Who's running for vice president, Monique?
Oh, McCain.
Vice president.
McCain was running
Oh,
against.
it's the woman.
Her
Name is like.
Monique.
My brain is kind of blown
Okay, remember I
because
said
I
that there
didn't
was a
realize
sadness?
that
Now I'm
he
sad.
ran into Obama ran in 2008.
I'm sad for you. Because
Yeah.
Celebrity entertainment. That's the problem.
Well, no, but the vice presidents are celebrities right now, aren't they? You guys, they're
I mean, I doubt that her like blogs that she's reading are like talking about the hot Joe Biden guys.
Like in terms
For a second I thought you were about to say the hot Joe Biden, but it's just like, no, the Joe Biden goth.
No.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
nervous
sorry.
for you, and hopefully at the end of this show,
Tyra Banks is gonna be
pull you back into
50.
reality and let you know
I
that
feel
your life
that's not
matters,
old, but I feel
and your
old
life
because
is
like
worthy,
you know
and that all
I've
work
known
is
about Tyra
honorable
Banks for my
work, and
entire
9 to
life.
5ers, my mama was a 9 to 5er, and that is the most honorable work. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
I just remember when she was like 36,
Jared
and I
are
think that was
both
around
so
the time.
obsessed with the internet
Or
that
then
it
a few
is
years later,
ruining their
she had
relationship.
her
So, how has the internet ruined you guys, Brooke? Tell me what's going on.
He is annoying when it comes to my MySpace page. He's addicted to it.
He's addicted to your MySpace
Yes,
page.
he's always on my page.
Can he
checking
get
my
his
page
own MySpace
constantly,
page?
All day, every day.
All day, like how
Soon as
many
he wakes
times
up
a
in the
day?
morning, he's checking my page. It's like 20 times a day.
This feels just like a control thing, if anything.
And he'll call me and be like, "Who is this guy?"
Potentially.
On your page? And I'm like, "I don't know."
Or I'm just like, shouldn't he have been in the last segment
And
where
he's just a friend on
with the,
MySpace.
I heard he's
the
threatened to message
problematic
guys on your page.
portion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have war flashbacks to that episode.
You gotta stop.
No, you're
You gotta
good.
tell him to stop messaging you, or I'll tell him to stop.
Well, that's a
gosh.
problem.
And so,
That's controlling.
Jared, you have registered yourself on your MySpace as married, even though you're not? What does that mean?
It's just how our relationship goes.
Oh, you feel
we have an excellent relationship.
Wait,
so you
so
register
he
yourself as married.
Yes.
And so she refuses to do that because she's not married. How does that make you feel?
But like
Like a little boy.
But
seriously, it do. Like,
why doesn't he ask
I
her to
don't
get
have
married
as
then?
married,
He's like, I'm mad that we're not married. And she's like, but we aren't married. We can't. That's weird. We're not married.
Well, I think
he
we
just
are gonna get
wants her
married.
to say she's
So,
He doesn't want to marry her. He just wants her to say she's married.
Like, I like her a lot, and one day I want to marry her, but we're not married yet.
conversation
Can
with
you
her
click that?
boyfriend. Or,
So do you
so
flirt
married
with
women don't
guys
cheat.
online
No, they
to make them
don't.
jealous?
Yes, they do.
No.
No, I don't.
I don't know. Okay. It's any guy that he sees on our page. If it's just what's up.
This has nothing to do with the internet. This is just their relationship drama.
Yeah, it just happened to be on MySpace, so it's like,
whoa, we women, I know sometimes we be snooping all the time. I was a chronic snooper years ago, but I've never really heard of a guy being so obsessed and like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
You've never heard of that?
I've heard of that. Tyra.
It's just sometimes the things that they say to her, that's why I get upset. Some guys that say, what up, sexy? How you doing?
And that's her fault?
I get mad at that. You know, I'm ready to fight.
You want her to say she's married to get... That's not going to get rid of them, though.
He could stop checking Brooke's MySpace page for one day. How'd it go?
Tyra, I'm not going to even lie to you. Before I came to the show, I checked it one time.
You checked it one time?
Yes, one time.
Okay, well, Jared didn't know this, but Brooke installed a profile tracker on her page. Before we challenged her man to stay off of her page for a day.
So he,
and how did you think he would do?
Hey, guys.
Not so good. I don't think. Do you want to know how he did? Yes. Okay. Well, before we told Jared to stop, he was tracked on your page 4 times in 30 minutes.
What?
4 times 30 minutes. So
that's more than every 10 minutes.
It's probably more like 162 times a day. But after the challenge, he went in on your page anyway, and he did go once. So, like, Jared, do you think that you're like there's an insecurity inside?
Still, that's still
Brooke is
weird.
Like,
It's weird.
She's stacked.
Look at her.
I know. I see her. I see her.
You know, I was talking about.
So, does it make you feel insecure?
I mean, I don't know if it counts as stalking because that's like his girlfriend. He's not like checking up on her to see like where she is, but it's like he's insecure and he thinks she's gonna cheat on him. So she's like, so he's like checking up on her page and not letting her have any space to like, how dare you talk to guys, which is just always an issue. When somebody's like, I don't like my partner to talk to the opposite gender or whatever, that's a red flag.
It's not about Brooke, really. I was joking saying that she's stacked and she's beautiful, which she is. I mean, she's stunning. But
I was joking saying that
no
she's
matter
pretty.
what girl it is in your life, you'll always feel insecure.
Yeah.
So you have to heal yourself inside and know that you're fine too, working that green.
I think that was like genuinely good advice from Tyra.
The snooping thing and that, it's like a disease. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. My man would get up to go to the shower and I would run to his 2-way pager back in the day.
Oh, no.
It was a constant thing. He would go to work and I would check the same drawers every single day looking for something. It is a sickness and I feel like you are ill right now.
Oh, this is just making me think of my OCD and my checking tips. Not like checking up on other people, just like having OCD and feeling like you need to like check, like you like pack your bag. And then you're like, but is it really there? And then you have to check. And then you're like, but is it really there? And then you have to check because it's like an anxiety thing.
There have been so many times where I make a list for myself and I cross something off the list and then a day later I'm like, wait, did I pack this? Did I pack this? I need my battery charger for trying to go. Okay, it's here.
Leave the
Do I
house,
have this
turn
here?
on the TV, play a video game, call a friend, and just know she loves you.
Yeah.
Right? Tell him that you love him. Tell him you love him.
Not unhinged advice.
We can all see it and live vicariously through your love.
Oh, now she's telling them to kids to show their love. I don't know.
Talking to people who admit that they spend more time logging onto the internet than living their real lives. But some are taking it to a
I hope they're happy. I don't know.
Whole different level of
I don't know that those relationships last if you're like, I can't go 10 minutes without checking your MySpace.
Well, I'm just flashing to the Oliver Twist interviews and how some of the contestants are still with their significant others that they had while they were on the show.
That's good. It's always good, assuming it was a non-toxic relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know Nicole's was a little toxic there for a second, but they worked it out.
Yeah, that's good that people can work it out.
But
they're the ones that have like teenagers and stuff.
Japanese cartoon art that's mostly based around superheroes.
It's kind of like cartoons. There's a lot of superheroes.
She's addicted to anime.
Okay, Tyra, be careful what you say about anime.
You're going into dangerous territory right now.
Oh God, all right, but we'll try to discredit everything you say. Can I say that? I don't know.
She's created.
And I don't know if
For Patty, it's all fun and games, but her family is starting to worry that the cartoon world on the internet is taking over her entire life.
People just doing things and, oh, I have
I honestly don't have friends to call to hang out with anymore.
Now it's different.
The more time that I spend on the web, the more it's like the only world that I've got.
Anime is the only world she has.
Well, that's pretty serious. You said you feel like it's the only world that you have right now. That's a lot. I'm familiar with anime. It's the Japanese characters. What do you do with the characters? Like 10 hours a day, what are you doing with them?
What we do is we take these authentic characters and we kind of put them into our own stories, our own situations.
Fan fiction. She's talking about fan fiction.
I can make them into rock
A
stars.
completely healthy and normal thing to do, Tyra.
Yeah, she's creating and storytelling with the anime characters.
Okay, and how late are you up at night doing this?
I'm really hoping that
on weekdays I'm up to 5, 6 in the mornings. On the weekends, I could go up to 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
So all night you're up doing this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now,
oh my gosh! Everybody in chat is like, hi, I'm back from showering. Milo? Oh my god. I'm going back to the beginning of this because this is just funny, just in modern context. Sorry, we're rewinding.
What? Lives. But some are taking it to a whole different level, a whole different level of out there-ness. Check out this young lady.
They're so good.
I've been addicted to internet for 2.5 years now. It has taken over my entire life.
I mean, the more that you eat, the less that I have to eat, so.
Buffalo, New York, and left all of her friends 2,000 miles behind.
Yeah, she left all of her friends behind. She's probably just like, that's probably like a good way for her to communicate with her friends that she left back home.
Anime is a kind of Japanese cartoon art that's mostly based around superheroes.
I love the explanation about what anime is.
Now she's spending up to 14 hours a day surfing the web and looking for fellow anime fans she can interact with. Patty posts comments on the site's message boards and shares
Last Airbender. Is it anime or not? And I'm just like,
for Patty,
I don't want to give my opinion because I don't want to
family is starting to worry that the cartoon world on the
She's literally me at age 15. Yeah, she's just showing off her OCs.
That's true. I don't know how to stop. I honestly don't even have friends.
You don't need to stop. This is normal. I can help you. You don't need to go to Tyra.
We're gonna be like, or Tyra's like, don't be addicted to the internet, and we're like, no, keep creating. This is wonderful.
So I'm
also find a way to get paid for it too.
The Japanese characters.
Make a Patreon.
What do you do with the characters? Like 10 hours a day. What are you doing with them?
What we do is we take these.
Can you imagine trying to explain your OCs on like daytime TV?
And we role play as them. I can make them into rock stars, or make them get married, or two people can make their characters date, and we write the whole thing out.
Okay, and how late are you up at night?
Yep.
In the morning, should I say?
On weekdays, I'm up to 5, 6 in the mornings. On the weekends,
yeah, it's okay.
9,
you don't have to be ashamed of this.
All night, you're up doing this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I just love the oh my gosh.
Tell me about school. What it's doing at school.
Because I'm always on the internet until so late, I would wake up around in the afternoon, and I would miss like 3 periods.
That's just having a bad sleep schedule. I'm there. That's not a thing about the internet either. That's just whatever she's doing, she's hyperfixating on and not going to sleep.
Because of it, I failed my last semester of school, and I'm repeating high school right now.
You're repeating it because you failed.
Yeah.
And you had an issue with a boyfriend.
Yes. Me and my ex-boyfriend were together for a little bit over a year. Around our 9th or 10th month in our relationship, we were having some issues because he would come over after work or after school to visit me, and I would kind of be like on the internet, and I wouldn't want to make time with him. And, eventually we kind of drifted apart, and we didn't see each other at all. And then he came back and he's like, okay, I want to fix this. I want to be with you, but I chose the internet over him. I didn't want to see him anymore.
You chose the internet over him. Yeah. And I know that it's affected you.
Has anybody asked if he was a good boyfriend, though? Maybe we don't need this. Maybe we don't need the boyfriend.
Really outgoing. I was always out. I never watched TV. I was never on the internet ever. I had a lot of friends. Used to go to the
OCs
beach,
before
go to parties.
brocies.
But then when I came here, I never went out. I gained 30 pounds in the last 2 years. I went from a size 5 to size 13 in pants.
Or something in
Because you're just sitting
non-binary.
there.
I'm just sitting there munching on.
Oh,
food.
what was
I
that?
never
Women and non-binary.
Women
I never
and
got
men and
my
non-binary
own
friends.
sister.
I don't know if I
Your
came up
family,
with
you have a
that.
sister?
I'm sure
Your
somebody
sister's
said that
been hurt by
before
this
me,
as
but
well.
yeah, that's
Me and my
what I've been
sister used to
saying.
be
That was in
best
response to
friends. We told each other
the Infinity, where the
everything,
one
how
guy
about
says,
all
"What
the
up,
time.
B-words and
See
pros
each
and
other all day.
non-binary
Now,
O's."
so
Yes.
talking
And I'm
to
like,
me, and when I'm
inclusivity,
on there,
question
and I'm
mark?
kind of like
So I don't
drift,
know if we should call
away, and I won't really
individuals
talk to her
B-words.
anymore.
So you're cutting all these people out of your life. You don't really have friends anymore. You've lost the boyfriend. You're flunking out of school, and now it's even.
Personally,
with your
I think
family,
it's
with
one of
your
those things
sister.
where it's like
Well, your
the
sister Carla is
intention.
here.
Like if
Come
you're
on.
not if you're not using it in a demeaning way, you can also use it in an empowering way.
What up, B-word? Yeah, we're B-words.
So Carla, you're hurt by this.
Oh yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Well, before we used to be real close. Like she said, best friends. I used to come home from school, tell her about my day, and she'll tell me about hers. And now it's like she'll be on the computer. I'll come home from school, and I'll be talking for 5 to 10 minutes, and she'll look up and be like, "You're talking to
Talk
me?"
shows are not therapy sessions.
Talk
just tune out.
shows
You know what
are
you
not
sound like to me,
therapy.
Patty?
Also,
Like a drug addict. Yeah, like it's that severe where drug addicts.
She's
all they
equating this to being a
I gotta go
drug.
back.
She just tune out. You know what you sound like to me, Patty? Like a drug addict.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like it's that severe where drug
But
addicts,
it's
all they
not,
care about
Tyra.
is that drug, so they cut everything out of their life. Nothing matters. Their kids, their families, their loved ones.
Tyra.
Nothing matters except that drug.
She's just
Does that
decreasing
make
her
sense if I
social
take out the word drug and put computer or internet or
Definitely
anime?
makes sense.
That nothing else matters.
Yeah,
I
the
know
problem doesn't
your
sound like
sister
it's
told me
internet
how it hurts you and makes you
addiction.
feel
It sounds like she's
and she
depressed
ignores
and
you. Is that
coping
you
with
told
it
her?
by using her computer
Like I said, we used to be really close.
as her
We used to
only
go out and stuff
outlet.
together.
Yeah,
To go to the
this is a
mall,
completely
like,
normal
go
thing.
to the
Tyra,
movies,
why?
even if
Tyra, why?
we do get the
Because she
chance to
did
go
say that
out,
she moved like a
you're
couple
always
thousand
on her
miles
to get
away
back
from
on
her
the computer.
friends. So I mean,
Yeah.
we need to
What
look
does it make
deeper,
you feel like? You know that's
Tyra.
what happens, but what does it make you feel like?
It upsets me. It
Also,
does.
the mom being like, "I'm upset at you and I'm dragging you
Yeah,
onto
your
this
sister, Patty.
show because you don't talk to me like you used to." It's like
Yeah,
she's
I
a
don't know what to say.
teenager. No matter what she's into, like whether she was talking to her friends in real life or whatever,
I miss
teenagers
you
are
too, I
just
really
going
do.
to start migrating away from their parents. That's natural. Like, doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It just means that they're like old enough they want some space.
I'm really sorry.
I remember in the Breaking
Really
the Glass
sorry.
Balloons book
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
reading, one of our
Oh, it's her older sister.
You know, it's
Still.
interesting. These two sisters are crying over
Okay,
something that
sister.
didn't even exist like 20 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole new thing that is tearing apart relationships,
author
tearing
of
apart
Breaking Glass Balloons,
families,
he talks about how
messing up your relationship
in
with your
it-
sister. Y'all are crying
he
over
has
a
an older
computer.
sister, and in her teenage
Y'all are
years she was kind
crying
of
over some
rebelling, and I think she
Japanese
dropped out of
anime
school
characters.
and stuff like that, and
You know,
wasn't
like,
really,
that's
or
crazy.
was kind of
It's
like,
really,
I do what I
really-
want, mom,
we're in
kind
a
of thing,
different world.
and he's like,
And,
she grew up to be
I
a
know that you
very
like to
kind
draw,
and
right?
caring,
Yeah, I do.
caring
You love
adult,
to
so it's
draw.
like, there,
Do you ever draw,
there are
like, not on a
times, well, I'm not a
computer, just,
parent,
like,
so I
on
can't
paper?
talk, but it's just like
I
when you're a
do,
teenager,
yeah,
you have,
but
you kind of have to
it's like the
find your
inspiration
own
just left
way
me, and I'm
after,
so into this.
all
You
the
know,
hormones
that's
flood
all
your
I draw.
system with puberty and stuff like that.
But what if
There's
I
a
were to
reason
put
you
in
can't
an
sign
art class and I
documents
paid
at
for it for a whole year?
17 or below, you know, below 18.
Yeah, Ariel. I'm 16 years old. I can do
There's a
this.
real teacher, and you're gonna be using
That's
real
Ursula's
pen
problem,
and
though.
ink
She
and
coerced a teenager
watercolors
into
and
signing a
oils
legally
and
binding document.
Real stuff,
Yeah.
not stuff. Okay?
I like how when we're younger we
And then when you
relate
come
to
home,
like
you
the
can show your
teenage
sister,
characters,
look,
and then when
sister,
we're
he's
older
a
we're like,
human
shut up,
being
Ariel,
with life,
listen
just
to your
like human
father.
Yeah, you know you're old, or you know you're fully grown up when her little speech, like, I'm 16 years old, I'm not a child anymore. You used to be like, yeah, you go, girl, and now you're just like, the fuck you are.
You're like, or it's just like, here, replay this when you're in your late 20s and see how you feel.
Oh, look, she's a YouTuber.
Now she probably makes so much more money than all of us. There's nothing wrong with being an influencer or a YouTuber.
Says the YouTubers.
What is live casting?
Live casting is like basically you do anything that you'd normally do, only you would film
Blogging. It was what we called vlogging
like
before vlogging.
Well, yes,
Yes, if you would have put that in, it'd be just basically that.
And I heard
Life
that
casting
one
is
of
just
your
a more
hits got,
complicated way to
the
say
most hits
vlogging.
of all time. One of your videos, which was what?
One of my videos, which is braces, which is me basically talking about my braces that I got about a year ago, and it's had over 61,000 views now.
Of you just saying, I got my braces, they're tight, they hurt, and here's my colored rubber bands, and people are like, oh yeah, that's so interesting.
Oh, Triton's definitely wrong. Triton's definitely wrong. But when she's like, I'm 16 years old, I'm not a child anymore. It's like, you are literally a child.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works in fish society, but you are a child by human society.
Basically a job for me now because I have advertisements on my videos, which I get paid for.
How much money do you make I can't wait to grow up thing. I remember on Jackie Chan Adventures, one of the characters was like, I can't wait to grow up. And when I was younger, I was like, I can't wait to not grow up. I like being where I am.
I will say vehemently, I get very mad when people say that, and I'm about to make a video about this, how, because we have the new Little Mermaid coming out, when people say that the Little Mermaid, like the one that we grew up with, is not, or just the Little Mermaid in general, is not feminist or is misogynistic because she gave up everything for a guy. I vehemently don't like that because she wanted to be a human before she met Eric. The only reason she was there to save his life was because that was her special interest and she just wanted her family to understand, and then she met a guy and like she was like, oh, I can share all the things I like with this guy because he's a human and my fish family doesn't accept me. And then it's like a story about like literally learning to stand on your own, and it upsets me when people are just like, it's sexist. It tells women to give up everything for men. It's just like, but she didn't.
Family just hanging out.
I will admit, the other day I was playing Star at the swimming pool, and I jokingly was like, she became a human for a man. Why would she do that?
But she didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not mad.
She's mad, you guys.
I'm not mad.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Vicky.
I won't say that anymore.
She wanted to learn to understand fire. The handsome guy was a bonus. Same thing with Cinderella. It's like she wanted a man. It's like, no, she wanted a night off. The guy was just there.
She's like, oh, the first human contact I've had other than my stepmother and stepsisters, and he's nice to me. Oh, okay.
So then that's kind of alleviated and really excited for because it started a new
the mom's not upset with the live
tell me
casting.
about this language that you've created. Like, there's a weird language that you've created.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was like, if this girl was like a really, really well-known person to this day, and we're like, oh my god.
Taylor Nees. So give me a Taylor Nees word.
One of the most popular that everyone uses now is YOLA, which is like
in The Little Mermaid 3.
YOLA.
Basically, what happened was the mom accidentally gets crushed by a boat, and that's why he doesn't like humans, so he wants to protect his daughters from the humans. That's why he wants to do it. So it's more understandable why he's like, stay away from humans.
Awesomelicious.
And the reason why she was crushed is because she was going after a music box, like human music box, and she chose the music box.
We asked New Yorkers whether they could live a day without technology. So go to TYRAShow.com to find out what they have to say.
Can you read that? I can't see. I'm so sorry.
You have to go on the internet to do it, but don't stay on all day unless you're on TYRAShow.com.
Of dancing, and it just happened that her dance partner was a prince, which she didn't realize until the next day.
Tyra. Yeah.
That's it.
What?
Okay,
now.
Most people.
Preconceived notions about race. Tyra, I don't have the strength. Tyra, do you have one that's not super, New York on the Tyra?
The Secret Life of Teens.
Steve Harvey, Tryra Banks. Oh boy.
I don't know why I get
Excuses for men.
Excuses for men.
Secret Lives of Teens. Addicted to the internet.
Love them or leave them.
Oh, good. Healthy Do we want to watch one more? The Psychic Twins?
Yes.
Let's watch The Psychic Twins. Then we can go eat dinner.
Even chilling predictions about the future, including some that you will not believe.
Oh, that reminds me of the Beyond Belief episode where the woman watches TV and sees the accident. And she's like, we can't go.
Yes.
Financial crisis.
Oh yeah, this is 2008.
Yep.
Linda and Terry Jameson predicted.
Here's the thing, I'll say this before we get into it. I'm not, like, I consider myself a pretty spiritual person. I'm not, like, closed off to people having, like, sixth sense gifts or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how the world works. But also, I don't think generally people that are getting famous and rich off of claiming to do this are authentic, because the people in my life that are like very much into like that spiritual side of their life, it's not something you have to pay them to talk about. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me being cynical.
Maybe they're just like, I can, or it's just like, oh, I can use this to my benefit because money and my society is very important.
Capitalism makes us take all of our gifts and turn it into money making.
Yep.
Oh, they really are identical.
I remember America's Next Top Model Cycle 7 had twins, and for the longest time I was like, oh, I can't tell the difference, but then I noticed the difference, and I'm like, oh wow, they're completely different.
I didn't expect you guys to be like
they
this
and they give them
identical.
different makeovers,
Really?
so that kind of helped. But
Really, in unison, in stereo.
they look pretty much
Look at you
exactly
guys,
alike, and they give them the
creepy?
exact same makeover.
And they're psychics too,
like,
so
why,
like they can
though?
Did
see
they
like,
fight?
oh,
Did they?
they
So they had to be pitted against each other.
Have been psychic,
I don't think they really
felt
pitted them against each
psychic
other,
abilities
but
since you were
they
kids.
liked
All
one
our
twin
lives,
over the
Tyra,
other.
all our lives.
So it was
All
just
your
Yes,
kind of like, oh.
even as children.
And tell me what you mean when you say that it's painful to be a psychic. What does that mean? It's painful.
Well, you take on everybody's stuff. You know, you feel everybody's pain. It's really hard. And if somebody's emotional,
my life.
you cry
Yeah.
too.
Life can be
You're
very
an infant,
difficult,
so you
and it's
probably can relate
worth
to
it.
this. You have a
The
heightened
the
empathy.
difficultess is worth it, but it
suffering of
can
other
feel
people.
really
That's neutralized.
awful sometimes,
I'll cry
for
on my couch
sure.
with my friends, I'll cry with them, but I can't go, ooh, and next what's gonna happen is
You
he's gonna
could,
magically
you could
so much.
I bet you could.
For scamming
You could
people.
learn how to
Yeah,
do
that's the
it.
thing.
You know what's
Like,
funny
that's
is
the
you had
thing.
a
It's
past
like-
life in Egypt as a high priestess in 7th century.
Really?
And you were very intuitive. Yes, you were, Tyra.
Are you serious?
So
No,
that's
it's
cool.
true.
I want to see
Both have that.
the new Spider-Man.
Wow,
Yeah.
did I have a lot of gold and stuff?
Yeah. All that stuff. You did.
I-
treasures.
I would love to see you fight the Long Island medium.
Look at her nails.
Okay, but on the serious note, you
Did they
guys
just
have
tell
helped
Tyra
solve
that she
murder
was a
cases? Like,
Yes, we have.
intuitive in a
Some murders. In
previous
fact,
life?
The San Luis Obispo Cohen murders.
Like, see, here's the thing: is like I
the
have
Krebs
people in my
murder,
life who
he-
are
he's in jail for life
very
now,
spiritual, and
they
they,
found the body where we
you know,
California about 10 years
are very
ago.
like
And we
intuitive,
also
and they kind of
actually
claim to
recently,
be like, oh, I have
about
the
3 years
feeling that
ago,
this is
we
gonna
said
happen or
where
that or
Olivia
happen.
Newton-John's boyfriend, Patrick
And sometimes they're
McDermott,
scary
was,
accurate, and
and
whether that's
he
just, you
had
know,
literally
whatever,
faked his
you
death.
know,
And
I don't
now
know how
a
the
lot of
world
people,
works, but it
I
is one of
see
those
in
things where it's
Mexico,
like
which is
the
where we
people
said
in
on
my
TV
life
that he would be
who
found.
are like that
So,
do that
okay, you
because
guys
it
are
is something
twins. Are you single, married?
spiritually important to them, and they're not like going on TV and scamming people.
So how do you date?
So I'm always very.
We don't anymore very much.
This kind of thing is just very like.
They're scared.
Yeah, well, we can
If being a psychic was real, am I gonna find out about it on Daytime TV? You know?
Yes, we do. It's LA. Guys are all dating each other in
Okay,
LA.
we're in New York, but you guys live in LA. So when you go on a date, you do meet a guy.
Sorry, your friends canceled on you, Milo.
Kinda. I can always predict for her to the nanosecond how long she'll date a guy. It's very What? annoying. She hates it when I do that. I just want to have dinner, and she's like, it'll last 3 days,
Oh gosh, it's
2
like
hours,
if
and 4
you had
minutes.
the chance to
Really
see the
annoying.
future with you, and I'd be like,
What
no,
about,
there have been many
gambling? Do you
TV
guys go
shows
to
that have shown
Vegas
that
and,
is
like-
not good.
Nope,
we
don't do
perform
it.
in Vegas,
It's so
but
many
we don't
self-fulfilling
gamble.
prophecies in there.
Well, it's funny. The gift is really to help other people.
Yeah.
You know, we would be wealthy if that were the reason for our gift, but we really are here to be of service to others
I'm
and
gonna make
help them
one
with their
dinosaur
future,
because I
their
have been
career,
shirking
their
my
Your
health,
responsibility.
their money situation.
Do you guys know what you're going to look like when you're elderly? Do you have it pictured in your face already? Because you can see your own
We
futures?
are elderly now.
No, you're not. You guys are young and
We're going to be hot old ladies, Tara.
But you know how you're going to look.
Yes.
How the hell am I going to look at 65?
You're going to look good.
It's going to be okay?
You're going to look beautiful.
All right. Is it because I'm black?
Always good, yeah.
Okay. Well, our first reading is for Michelle and Leah. Where's Michelle and Leah? We're going to have some audience personal questions. And you can get the down low with Linda and Terry here. What's your first question you guys have?
Hi, well, it's our first year of college, and everybody's talking about having sex, and we're both virgins.
Wait.
I was wondering how
You
it's
guys
going to
are
happen.
virgins. How old are you?
19.
I love that. So much.
19.
And so what's
She
the
loves
question?
that.
When is it going to happen? If it's gonna
I mean,
happen.
good for.
It's just like, ooh, yes, the ceremony requires
Well,
that.
you know, this is so serious,
Is that
ladies.
problematic
Do
for you
not
to
rush
say?
this. It's very important.
I
that
assume
in a
you're just
solid
joking
relationship
about
with a man
like
who
the
respects you and
virgin,
treats you with
the
kindness
virgin
to
has
make
to light
that
the candle
step.
like on
when is it
Hocus
gonna happen?
Pocus.
Yeah, the ceremony requires a virgin.
Okay, Michelle, I feel like it could be.
Which fun fact? Somebody told me that what that really means in like ye olden times is just blood blood of somebody who you haven't used for the ritual yet, like not a virgin, like in the sense that they haven't had sex. Just like virgin blood, meaning you haven't used the blood in the ritual yet.
So some are lucky and they're like, yes, I can use this for this small ceremony, but then someone else is like, whoopsies, and I get a lot for it.
He tells me that he loves me all the time, but I have a feeling that he's cheating on me.
He's cheating, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. If what?
And you need to be very, very clear about what you want going forward, Sandra.
She didn't waste a second. The girl hadn't even finished answering her question, where she was like, throw out the whole man.
Also, if you're like super suspicious, you could drive him away. Hopefully, you'll be able to work this out, sweetheart. And if he isn't the long-term one, so be it. It's okay. You learned lessons, and there's something.
No, wait, no.
It's true. Even though you have a child, don't feel that that's the end-all, be-all, and because you have the child with this man, you have to stay with him if you're not happy. Happiness first.
I love when Tyra feels uncomfortable on her own show. You can see it. Like she's just like she's over there, just like this is awkward.
Hi. Like many other people, my husband and I have been hit hard by the economy.
If I'm going to find out magic is real, I don't want it to be a curse on me. Yeah, you hedge your bets, you know.
Do you see better things coming first?
Oh, it's such a hot read. No, it's such a hot read. None of this is something that like they're not saying anything, right? You're gonna come out of it stronger. Dump your boyfriend if you don't trust him, right? Like.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See, they're never wrong. They don't lie to us.
That made them so uncomfortable.
Clear plan and really reassess your spending habits and where you could cut back. You guys are going to be fine next year, the following year, but really.
Oh yeah. They're being pulled specifically out of the audience, which means that they probably were able to like find info on these people, right? Like.
Oh, it's always very clear.
Usually it's the woman that
it's just like, oh, these are simple questions. It's like,
it's
no.
man. We'll be right back with more questions from our audience and more of my psychic powers.
And she's like, more of my psychic powers too.
Talk about her boyfriend David. She's suspicious. His text messages.
I think she was just joking because they told her she was like a psychic priestess in Egypt in a former life.
And she wants to know the womp feeling. She has a womp feeling of I feel like something's going on. I gotta use that on the Tyra show, the womp. So our real life lie detectors are here, our psychic twins, and they're going to help us decide if he is cheating.
Oh yes. What is more?
Okay, so Terry and Linda.
What is more unreliable than a regular lie detector test?
Okay.
The human lie detectors, also known as TV psychics.
Is that true? Yes. It feels like people you were very close to have left you through death or other ways.
Yeah.
And
is that true? Tell us who.
That's really true.
Biological
my
mother?
adopted mother.
Yes. Right. And adoptive, so both.
Also the way that they're just like, is this true? So like every time they get a yes or no answer, they're just honing in, like doing more of a hot read, and it's like, again,
and then your
people who are genuinely like inclined spiritually, you know, whatever you believe, people who believe that they are inclined that way,
the loss of your mother.
they don't need to be told. They're just like, I have a feeling that this happened, right? And then they're just like,
how many red flags do you need? How many red flags do you need to see that David just isn't ready? He isn't ready for marriage. Yeah. But you are like a pocket on a shirt. You're just so handy.
Yeah, this is making me super like, this is super cringe.
You idealize it. You rationalize it.
Actively. Yeah, no, these people are like, this is like terrible.
He can put his dirty boogered tissues in.
And that's exactly how I feel. Like just
Tyra's mind works in such an interesting way.
I mean, we've read Model Land, so yeah.
Again, if she just committed to making it a horror novel, just harshly criticizing the model industry, we would be talking about her genius, Tyra, because like you could tell she wanted to go there.
The most greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay, he did score some points there.
He kissed you on the cheek on national television. We gave him brownie points.
Yeah, the vision of him cheating on you just went away in my head.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie.
And
yikes. This is yikes.
And he accepts me for who I am. You know, with the makeup, without makeup on, everything. He tells me, you know, I'm beautiful and just accepts me for who I am. And that's.
But he's making you crazy.
He is making me crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
But also feels like I'm bare minimum, right? He likes me without makeup. He tells me I'm pretty, right? The bar is so low, and it's not to like criticize this poor lady, but the bar is so low.
This, David, and we're not judging here, but we really feel that you need to be absolutely honest with Aquina in order to go forward. There are.
Why are they talking about him like they aren't, like he isn't there?
That's going on, and she's very clairsentient. That means she has a clear sense, a gut feeling about what's true. She needs to trust that. You're making her a little crazy because she's right a lot, but you are
like I think some people are genuine with their beliefs and their
feeling.
abilities, whether I believe in it or not. But I think that, I think there are people that are genuinely just very intuitive people, and whether that's, you know, whether that's because spirituality, there's something to it and they have a gift, or whether they're just, you know, their brains just pick up on patterns very well and they're just very good at, like, reading people. There are people that are good at that. I don't claim to understand it or know, like, what's behind it or know any kind of science or whatever, but, you know, there are people that are very genuine in, like, they are inclined that way. They're good at being intuitive and reading people and that kind of thing. But you can always tell those people from the scammers because, like, I have family members who will just stop people to be like, I'm sorry, are you having a bad day with this? And somebody's like, yes. And it's just like, the trick is getting the intuitive people to not talk about their intuitions, right? Not that they shouldn't, but just, you know the Shrek thing where it's like, the donkey talks. Yeah, it's getting him to shut up. That's the trick. It's like intuitive people are always telling you about, like, the things that they feel, because that's part of who they are. They don't need you to, like, pay them to be like, yes, he is cheating on you, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I said that well, but, like,
I can't imagine someone coming up to me and being like, oh, are they cheating on you? And I'm like, what?
Nani?
Nani? I have a significant other.
Why is Justin Timberlake on the screen? Jinx.
You know, I feel like you're not ready for marriage. I feel like you're always going to be in each other's lives, maybe not married. Yeah, but you're not ready for marriage. You're incompatible, what we call incompatible soulmates. Not all soulmates can live together. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? And Aquina, you are addicted to drama.
She's so much better.
Let's be honest here. You are a drama queen.
She is beautiful.
Why do you like drama? Why do you like drama?
She's beautiful, yeah.
There's so many times when I watch reality TV shows, my sister's like, why are these gorgeous, beautiful 10 out of 10 women with these men? And I'm just like,
away from it, and it just manages.
But, like, I don't subscribe to, like, you know, your looks are not whatever. If he's, like, a good guy, right, I'm not gonna be like, he's ugly. But if he's, like, being a piece of shit dirt, then I'm gonna be like,
And so you attracted David.
That's most of the time.
Stop wasting her time. She's gorgeous.
That's most of the husbands on the Real Housewives show.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
not
I'm
sure
just
what
like,
that was, but there was an insecurity that you developed early on.
Some of the time I'm like, maybe his sparkling personality
heal that and work on that
camera,
insecurity. You need to
has no
find love within
personality.
yourself,
He's
sweetheart.
nice to her. Yells at her on camera. I have no idea.
I just like had a lot of problems with, you know, a lot of kids at school and everything.
I've had a lot of people tell me that I'm intuitive, I'm just observant. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like there definitely there are people who are just like,
and so maybe you're seeking out that same drama now, even though you don't want to. Even
very like,
it's
you
kind
know,
of familiar.
intuitive, observant, and it's like, you know, people have said that to me because I'm like able to like pick up on how people are feeling, and I'm like, is that? I don't know that that's anything special. I think I just pay attention to people.
Well, people are so addicted to their cell phones, they're not able to see human emotions.
Oh my God, Tyra was right. It was an addiction.
Oh no.
You know what it sounds like to me? A drug addict.
No.
And maybe David is the best, but just he ain't right now.
We've been going this like almost a year and a half now, and it's like you can only take so much from a person.
Exactly, girl. And I say don't take it anymore.
Being in a relationship with someone for years and then being like, oh wow.
Twin sisters, Terry and Linda,
you know what's probably not a good sign for the relationship? The fact that one of them had dragged the other one on a reality show.
I've been in a relationship for a year and a half, and he has moved to Boston and now lives and works there. And I
Oh yeah, the whole starseed, indigo child, all of that stuff. It's just I don't pretend to understand it. It's just like you were, you know, born from a different.
Relationship.
It's very like science fiction-y. In my opinion, it's just like you were born different, and I'm like, that's always a little concerning, you know? Be like, you're literally born different than everybody else, and I'm just like,
there's somebody great coming to you.
or at least that's how I understand it. Again, don't claim to be an expert. I've just heard people say it, and I'm just like, okay.
But then it's like, what does it mean to be born different? Because normal is.
22.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah, I got married at 22.
Someone being quote unquote normal.
Feels like it could get very elitist. Like, I'm sorry, I'm born different.
Okay, next up is Tiara. I love your little outfit. Look at her little Tiara. Look at your little boots. Oh my god.
Oh, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
With the fur.
It's with me and my boyfriend. We've been together for about 6 months.
Have you seen the thing where the guy's like, okay, but they say she has the apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur, but then in the very next thing they say the baggy sweatpants with the Reeboks with the straps. So like, did she go and change? What? The only logical explanation is that she is a centaur and she is wearing 2 pants and 2 pairs of shoes.
Or I think someone described it as the guy who
6 or
says
7
apple bottom
months
jeans
comes in is a
with the
very
fur.
good
That's
time for you guys to move. You're going to move south. At some point, you're going to live in either North Carolina or Florida. One of time.
T-Pain replied to that guy that made the bit that was like LMFAO, you know, the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur is Flo Rida's type of girl, the classy type. I just like, what did he say? He was the baggy sweatpants. He's like, I just wanna. He said something like he likes some classy, and I like a girl that can chill, or like something like that, or like whatever. They both put in like what their like ideal like pretty woman in their outfit at the club would be. That's why there's 2. But nobody knows that, so it's just like, did she change?
My boyfriend and I dated for 5 years. We recently broke up. I was wondering if it's worth holding on to, or should I move on?
Move on.
You can't trust him.
I don't need. If you're broken, move on.
You with him. I don't like him for you. It isn't going to work out. Is he a little bit jealous?
Yes.
Possessive?
He was, yeah.
Obsessive?
But he never went out with me, like, ever.
He never went out with you?
No.
You don't need to be a psychic to be like, oh, the 5-year relationship you broke up? Yeah, move on.
You deserve to be taken out. You're just glorious.
You seem fragile when you talk about it.
Yes,
I am. Because I've been with him for like since I was like 15 years old.
Yeah, that's all the more reason to move on, girl.
Sorry. All the more 15 years
I had no idea that it was specifically like
And you're 21?
autistic. I mean, that's actually really sweet if it's like, you know, just like a kind of way to
You need a better guy.
validate people. I never heard of it like in conjunction with neurodivergency.
I've been with my ex-boyfriend on and off for about 3 years now. We met when I was 18, we lost touch, and then we met 2 other times after that. And I've been feeling like it was fake because we have amazing chemistry together, but like our differences kind of keep us apart at times. But I'm like, we're both trying to hold on, and I don't know if we should try to hold on.
Should they?
I haven't been diagnosed with autism, so I feel like I'm unable to really say.
You're so great.
Yeah, I'm neurodivergent, but I'm not autistic, so I can't speak on that.
I'll just say what I've heard other people say, and if I'm educated on the topic, then
I keep telling him that I would be with him to make it work, and
it's just going to blow up in your face. If you get married, it won't last very long, and you'll regret it.
Right.
You could have 2 marriages in your life. I'm seeing 2 for you.
But have fun. Seeing 2 marriages for her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tyra's just like, oh my God.
6 years.
Oh, and earlier Tyra was like, oh, maybe you can't, or you're 21, so maybe you can date a boy who can teach you some new things. And I'm like,
nope. No, Tyra, no.
In a few years, when you're about 24, 25.
But just know, don't put that much into him because it's only going to be 6 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
For the first guy she married, she's like, look, this is only going to be for the next 6 years.
Deep secrets, just, you know, just little surface. Don't have any babies with
This is why you don't want to know about your future.
Because now she's going to be second guessing her relationships, and then she thinks she's the best one. She's like, oh, we'll last longer than 6 years, I swear.
Legit psychics. I'm the biggest skeptic, but you guys are freaking me out a little bit because you don't know about these guests, and you're like saying like
the smoker thing freaked me out. There's a lot of things that are freaking me out. So how do if somebody does want to see a psychic, how do they know if they're like real or?
90% of the psychics working are fakes.
They are.
We're the most documented psychics in the world.
Really? 90% of them are fakes, you say?
Accurate predictions. Seriously, you'll waste your money. We have a track record, actually, we're the most documented psychics in the world because we predicted dozens and dozens of predictions on tape. We have proof on tape and in magazines or print, newspapers, and we can point to it.
That makes sense. I mean, I am neurodivergent, so that would make sense why, because people have said that to me with like the whole like RC thing, and I'm just like, okay, thank you. I don't know what that means, but
so in 50 countries, so
yeah, I can see that being like explain away neurodivergency. Like, my kid is fine.
But then once you got the translation, you could give them the
absolutely.
I was watching a show, or I was watching a video where they do deep dives into the
I gotta say that's really impressive, but I know there's a lot of people that have different beliefs, and all those beliefs are to be respected. But thank you for coming on the show, and I think you did shed some light on the audience. Whether you believe or not, it still is entertaining. We'll be right back.
Apparently she was like behind the slide
Terry and Linda are applying their powers to couples who are dealing with cheating and trust issues, and they're helping them figure out if they should stay together or if they should split up. Now, Mallory and Dustin say that they haven't even hit their second wedding anniversary.
I don't want to cut you off, but I just realized for the first time Tyra is on her third costume change of this one episode.
Yes, he chooses to go jeep-riding like on the weekends with his friends.
Yeah.
Instead of spending time with me, and I'm his wife, I feel like
she was wearing the brown plaid a second ago, and then before that I was like, is she wearing a different thing?
PlayStation. Yes, and
I wonder if the psychic twins just had to sit there while she went and changed.
I do not exist. Like, I'll put on a black lacy lingerie one night and heels and put my hair up in a clip and everything because he says it looks good.
Milo says the kid doesn't have PTSD. LMAO. I've never watched Bluey, I don't know.
Well, or in the video I saw, I believe they said that, but I think they used the term anxiety.
So I have put on a few pounds since we've been together, and I feel like,
it's about processing your emotions in a healthy way.
I don't understand why. Like,
I think we need your good, Gabe.
I'm like, spend time with me. Don't spend time with them.
So do you find her attractive anymore, Dustin?
Yes, I do.
Yes?
Very much.
My man is wearing a whole suit for this.
Work all day, and when I get home from work, I leave at 5 in the morning, and I get home probably 6 or 7. I'm exhausted, and that's a day-to-day thing. And on the weekends, I feel like I should be able to do what I want to.
Should be able to not have sex with your hot-ass wife with her hair up in a clip.
No, I ain't saying that.
Tyra?
Having sex with
Tyra, why do you have to make everything so strange, Tyra?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
So do you initiate more than him? Sex?
Yes, I do. At nights I will go in, and he knows this. He knows I will come in, and yes, at nights
I'm not hearing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm just doing my crochet work. I have a blanket now. It's almost done.
And trying to show affection to him, he's like, no,
Gabe is like redder than I've ever seen.
And I'm like, so what? I want it now.
I want you to get up now. Accused him of cheating.
La-di-da.
And I mean, I'm sure any girl can say, when you want your husband to have sex with you and he's not willing to at just that time,
La-di-da.
It does. I mean, there's a trust issue.
So cringe.
Like, was he having sex with somebody else? Is he out with somebody else when he really says he's at work? And I do worry.
Now, you also suspect something too, Dustin.
Yeah.
What do you suspect?
There has been times she worked late at the hospital, and I feel like she should be home before
she works at a hospital? Of course she works late.
With, pins on her shirt that's doctors gave her, and she's came up with a nickname at work named Sunshine and stuff like that. So
well, there is a doctor
Sunshine,
at work.
Tell me.
I am. There's a doctor at work. He does call me Sunshine because he says, no matter how upset he is whenever he comes on our floor, he says I'm always happy, I'm always smiling, and always...
What is it with these guys blaming their girlfriends, fiancés, wives, what have you, when guys are hitting on them?
Because I'm not getting
like, oh, I'm sorry.
Home, so I'm like, feels good. He calls you Sunshine, and you're like, let me.
But it's just weird because it's like we were just talking earlier. A lot of women have had guys, let's say, hit on in a light, to say it mildly, without us wanting them to. Why? How is that our fault?
Is Dustin telling the truth when he says that he is too tired to have sex, or is he cheating?
I don't think he's cheating.
We don't feel he's cheating.
But I feel like you guys are arguing a lot.
Yeah, it's constant, right?
It's kind of like
Really, what gives you that impression? Are they arguing a lot?
Yeah, it is. It's a mother-child dynamic, which is not working.
And if you're his mommy, then he's gonna run. But at the same time, I feel like
Chat, don't say it. Don't say anything.
Self-esteem by complimenting you. Is that right?
Yes, your communication is just lousy. I'm sorry to be that blunt, but you need communication.
To be that blunt, you told that girl that her fiance was cheating on her with the taking a beat.
But you're both avoiding each other. You're stonewalling, which means you're not being honest about your feelings. You're not communicating much at all. She's angry, and I don't blame her. And the criticism and contempt.
An unqualified therapy session,
yeah. Jealousy is just the icing on the cake, honey.
What about Mallory? Is she cheating?
No, Mallory's not cheating on Dustin.
But she kind of likes to make him jealous a little bit, right, Mallory?
I do. I mean, because I'm like, when other guys notice me, yes, it feels wonderful, but it would feel so much better if my husband would notice me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would go out of your way to tell me whenever I spend time to get ready.
This feels like something we shouldn't be airing out on on national television.
When I get ready, he says, "Oh, well, you look good," and I'm like, "Well, how's my hair look? Does it look good?" And I would say, "I'm having a pretty day today," and he just kind of stands there, "Yeah, you look good." And I'm like, that's not what I want. I want, oh, you look sexy or something, something that I can feed off of.
Well, stand up right now. And you just face your man. And I want you to tell her something, Dustin, from your heart and from your spirit and from your loins.
Tyra, why?
I love you to death, and I would never cheat on you at all.
Ma'am.
And I love you with all my heart, and I'm never going anywhere.
And tell her how she looks.
Well, gee, it's almost like they're two completely different people. I know, right? Weird.
I want to see how they're doing.
So you told her about stay standing. You told her about her insides. Now I want to hear about the outside.
Every time a man approaches me, I wish I could turn him into a pillar of salt like Lot's wife. Vibe.
Look her up and down, Dustin.
Not even giving warning, like, hey, you look at me, you turn to salt. It's like, no, boom, you're salt.
I see a beautiful woman.
What specifics? You see breasts? Like, what do you see?
Yeah, I love every single part of her body.
Tyra, you could have just said her eyes. Tyra, her eyes are up there.
I love
her. Her eyes are perfectly, they match each other. They're the same. Her eyes are the same color. They're not. She doesn't have heterochromia.
They look like they're blue. They're not. What did she say?
Not colored green and one's not colored brown. The only time she doesn't use food to describe colors.
My father's a convicted murderer, and he's serving a life sentence. Unfortunately, I believe I've witnessed my father at a young age commit a murder. I worked up the courage about 1.5 years ago to ask my sister and my brother, and they remember the same, recall the same thing. A young African American man, except I remember a knife. They remember a shotgun.
Wait, hang on. Pause. I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to pause for a second.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes. Oh no. Okay, damn. Chat's like, what? This is a lot of information very quickly. There's no pacing on this show. You just imagine, you probably saw like a Clorox commercial right before this if you're watching it live.
Oh my goodness.
Just watching like the Snuggle Bear, and then it's like, oh, I like the Snuggle Bear. Look how cute the new commercial is. I like that little Huggies commercial with the kid running around with its Elmo, playing with Elmo. I don't know. My father is a convicted murderer. What?
In addition to that, my mother took us away from my family, that side of the family. So about 2 months ago, I recently reconnected.
Look,
with
even this twin is like,
my aunt informed me.
Okay.
We were in fact there inside the house when he did murder somebody.
Oh my God,
really
this poor girl.
I'd like to know more details in regards to that memory.
I feel so bad. Like, there's not even any joke I can make about this. This is just sad.
Yeah, your dad is so sorry. He's in jail for murder.
He's in for life.
Okay, good. I'm glad he's in for life. Amen.
I mean, I am too, but this is...
We feel there may be as many as 7 murder victims, and I'm sorry to have to tell you that.
What?
But
What? I need a paper bag in here to hyperventilate into.
No.
Oh god.
Oh no. Just I don't know.
What a thing to say to his daughter, right? Yeah, I'm glad he's in there for life. It's like, well, yeah, but also that's his daughter. Oh no. Huh, this is so hard for this poor lady. This is so irresponsible. This is so sketch. This is so... If they're even a little bit wrong, which the probability is that they are very wrong, holy shit.
I think you were prepared to hear that, and you're very psychic, so that you're picking up on a lot of those...
Well, she's psychic. Why does she need you guys?
In your dreams. And your brother... You have a brother?
Yeah.
And he's very, very psychic as well.
Why are psychics always telling people how they feel?
Really intuiting what may have happened. You've worked on forgiveness, though, haven't you?
Maybe it's a
and I think you've done a
tactic where
great
it's
job.
just
But
like
you were
read them
there.
in and be
You
like,
were
yes,
there.
I
You
do
did
feel
witness
this
it.
way.
Yes.
False
And your
sense of
brother
security.
witnessed
Yeah, they're trying to get their
another
brains
one.
to fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Again, not
Yeah,
saying
I
all
think
spiritual
there was a
people
gun
work like this.
involved,
I'm saying
one
these
in a
specific
knife
spiritual
and
people
another,
seem to
correct?
work like this.
Okay, now let me
So I
ask
know
you,
to
was it
try to
age
change
3
her
or 7,
outfit
please?
in this segment.
I don't remember.
She was wearing
how
black
old I
last
was.
time.
I
What's
just
she wearing now?
remember a knife and someone at the front door and maybe
I'm so sorry. Trigger warning. I did not know. I did not know we were going here right now. Okay.
Yeah, but there was no warning.
I'm so sorry. We didn't have a warning. I didn't know.
Did you talk to your father?
Or they didn't have warning either.
About 2 months ago, and I freaked out. I had a panic attack. I couldn't even be around him for maybe 20 minutes.
People used to do this to me at church all the time, where they're like, people would just come up to me and be like, "God told me this about you," and it's like, well, it's interesting because
to visit her father,
my phone isn't ringing off the hook. God could tell me.
That's that toxic and that disturbing. Absolutely, but it's okay to write a letter. Yeah, you can write a letter to him. Yeah, that might help you therapeutically to get through this and heal.
I am so concerned.
You're working on, or
I'm working on a book.
Okay.
How do you guys know that? I mean, I forgot.
I feel bad too.
I really wish there was a follow where there was like a Wikipedia page where there's like a follow up on each person in each segment on each episode. Like, what's Naomi Campbell's update? What's the individuals who are addicted to the internet, the one who constantly had to check Facebook, the live casting person?
Just let
How
it
are
go
they
and move
doing?
on with your life.
Yes, and good
you're
luck.
obsessing
Good
with it.
luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
you.
Sarah.
We have one more.
No, please, not one more. I can't take one more.
Who is she? Find the book.
Hello. I've lived in 2 different states, Washington, D.C. and North Carolina, and strange things keep happening around me. I've had doors open.
Yeah, I never understood why people said God was telling them things, so I thought I was praying wrong. I know, right?
And I want to know who it is. They've never tried to harm me.
3 different houses?
3 different houses.
And
it's
3
happening
different
all
towns?
3
All right,
houses.
we've now gone from like
Two
petty
different
relationship
states.
drama to like
So I'd like
actual
to know
shit. This is
who it
just
is,
severely
because they
fucked
don't
up.
try to scare me. They just let me know they're there. So I'd like to know who it is
So they're just
and what
chilling.
they want.
Yeah, they're just. You know, people always think it's going to be like Ghost Whisperer or Medium
Oh, it's a
or something
goat.
like
Okay.
this, where it's
I
really
thought she was
scary.
legitimately saying she had a stalker.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
Okay, it's a.
Those spirits are
Okay.
very
Talk about the
benign.
ghost. That's
They're-
fine.
They're neutral. They just want to let you know they're there because they're trapped.
Probably broken
Did
up.
you? Did your mother pass? Did you say?
Yes,
Because she comes in.
Who is
around
she?
you
Find the
with a
book.
message of love, and she's been visiting you. The electricity goes on and off in your house, correct?
And something with the doors?
Yeah. Yeah. You can.
I want to know. I want to know this woman's name because I want to know if she actually came out with a book. Because I wish her the best.
Right back.
Life sentence. Get
God.
murdered.
Into our audience because we'll be right back. Now the psychic twins are turning their powers into our audience. What's your question, Monica?
My father's a
We just have her name is Monica. I don't know what her actual full name is. Fast forward.
Yeah, they're just. You know, people always think it's going to be like Ghost Whisperer or Medium or something like this, where it's really scary and people are ugly and burn victims, and it's nothing like that. Most spirits are very benign. They're neutral. They just want to let you know they're there because they're trapped. Did your mother pass? Did you say?
Yes, she did.
Because she comes in around you with a message of love, And she's been visiting you.
Boyfriend
There
thought
the
he
electricity
demon.
goes on and off in your house, correct?
And something with the doors in the
I
house.
think a lot of times people just have heavy stuff going on in their life, and it kind of
When it was time to leave, I went back
Again,
to
don't
close
say
the
that I
doors,
know
and
anything
all the
about
doors were
spirituality,
open
but I
the
think in a
same
lot of cases
amount of
people just
space.
like
That's happened to me
their
too.
own
It
energy
goes
is
all the
heavy,
time
so
in
it's
our
just
house.
like
There's a
feeling
way
like
that
they
you
have
kind
something
of-
else
sounds
attached to
crazy,
them makes it
but we
feel
do. But your mom,
other,
she's not
like
the
not
she's not haunting
apart,
you or
like
anything.
apart
Your
from
mom
them,
is
so it's like
around you with
easier to
love, but
process if that makes
the
sense.
ghosts,
Like
you can get them to leave. You can talk to them and say, go into the light. And imagine white light, and imagine them going into the white light.
I
And then
love
you
how
can
different
say,
this is from the way that
"This
I was
spirit
taught to
no
handle
longer
ghosts as a
has
child,
earthly connection."
which was more or less just like, if a ghost is in your space, you have the authority. You could be like, get the fuck out of this space.
I feel like that's a supernatural thing.
Salt circle.
And if they try to open a window, just have the hula hoop salt circle and be like, out of my space, ghost.
The hula hoop circle, I forgot about that.
So they're attracted to your light.
How many of you guys believe in ghosts?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. And how many people do not believe in ghosts?
Okay. More people than not.
Some
skeptics.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I believe in Casper the Friendly Ghost. I like that cartoon. I like that.
Tyra's like, I don't know, man.
So you have a question for our twins. What's your question?
I have a 3.5-year-old son, and his father completely fell off the face of the earth about a year and a half ago. It was November of 2007, and I was just kind of wondering, we weren't together, but why did he leave? Why hasn't he wanted to have anything to do with his son? And where is he? What happened to him?
First of all, what's your name?
I'm Lauren. I'm sorry.
Lauren.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just say the police need to be doing their job better if people are going to TV psychics for these kind of questions?
And couldn't handle the pressure of a family. It was too soon for him. He was not ready for that.
He was terrified.
I'm getting West Coast, California.
He's in California.
That's where I live with him. San Diego.
Oh,
really?
And he's still there. You knew that.
Yeah.
Yes,
You could find
actually, I
him.
don't know. where he
Okay,
is.
we feel you can find him.
I think you could find him. I don't know that you'll make it work at all. Because,
I don't want to make it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's not.
Do you see that? Do you see that cringe? Ugh.
Have him be a little bit in your child.
Maybe she can file for sole custody and be like, if you're not gonna have any.
Yeah, it is weird. They're very cold. Like usually, like
separated at
I think that's the other thing. I think that's a very like people that are genuine in their belief in their like intuitiveness and things are usually very warm people, and a lot of these like TV psychics are very cold, like very detached. And people are just like that lady that was like, my father is a convicted murderer. He's in jail. They're like, tell me if that's rough. Sorry about that. And it's just like, usually people who are more authentic in their belief of their intuitiveness are just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like because they are plugged into other people, and that's how they can get a good read on people. We have 3 concurrent viewers. I don't blame them. I can't believe anybody's still watching this. Derprex said, bring back the happy little trees.
Happy little trees.
Oh my goodness gracious. You have to go home, but you can't stay here. To the ghosts, yeah. Get out. Yeah, that's just what we've learned today. What have we learned today? We've learned that the Tyra show was a hot mess.
Oh gosh, we thought it was gonna be all nice with the Naomi Campbell stuff, but
started out strong with that Naomi Campbell episode.
Yeah.
Went downhill real fast.
Yeah.
It's not worth it anymore. Well, I knew that. Oh, we all knew that, but whoo. I used to watch the show all the time as a kid. As a child, I never like appreciated how completely unhinged all this was.
I've only ever seen one episode, and I'm just like, oh, it can't all be like that, but no, so far it's all been like that. So I'm just like, oh boy.
Oh boy. Everything's fine. How'd the dinosaurs go? Did you get any dinosaurs?
I have 2 dinosaurs. Whoever wants to name them can name them. Whatever you want. But yeah, little trauma dinosaurs.
Are they psychic dinosaurs, though? Psychic dinosaurs would be a great name for a band.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We are the Psychic
Dinosaurs!
And they do, like, covers of... they do covers in different genres of, like, the Jurassic Park soundtrack, like... I don't know.
And they're all, like, in those inflatable dino costumes that are really popular at con every year.
They would, but they'd have to be like, we can only wear those for one set. We can't keep those on. Lilo and Stitch. Oh, I love that.
Oh, I like that. They treat fanfic like it's a sin. I know, right? They were more upset about that fanfic than that guy that was dating 18-year-olds at like 36.
Well, Tyra did call him a harlot, and the one guy was like, "Are you trying to compensate for anything?" But it's just like.
But they didn't say like, "Oh, maybe you should just." They didn't say like, just date women a little bit, not so young. They were just like, "Oh, you're a male slut," is what she said. Christ.
Or which is the one where it's like, oh, it's like the drug addict one. Was that the fanfic one?
The fanfic one. You know what it reminds me of? A drug addict. And she's like, really? She's like, yeah, really. And it's just like, Tyra. Oh no, I just tried to pull my stitch tight and it wasn't tight enough. Didn't have my hook in when I thought I did, so I pulled out like 3 stitches.
Oh no.
It's okay, 1. Fuck.
Oh.
Doing it at a weird angle. 2. I swear, you know when it's like harder when people are like there to witness it?
You're like, I've made like 3 feet of this blanket in the comfort of no one watching, and then when you come on here, you're like, dang it, no, it's all changed. What's going on?
I've come a long way from a couple months ago where I could barely like chain stitch.
And now you almost have an entire blanket.
Yeah.
Soon all your Ellis and the cats and all of them will be able to lie on it.
Perry loves this blanket. I'm like, Perry, can you wait until it's done, honey?
No, Ivan Google cannot find anything about the
woman and her murdered father.
Oh.
I hope she's doing well wherever she is, whoever she is.
Agreed. Not just Jurassic Park, but any from Dinosaur Media. Like 65, that recent movie with Kylo Ren, Adam Driver.
I did not see that.
I didn't either. I heard it was, I heard it was okay, but it was plagued with rewrites, so there were a lot of tone shifts, and it was in development for a long time. I think is what happened. And I'm trying to think of other dinosaur, like Carnosaur, that movie that was based off a book that wasn't really like the book.
Velocipaster.
Oh god. The perfect movie, doesn't it? Velocipaster.
Cody Co did a great video a couple years back on Velocipaster.
Oh gosh. I've been watching something called Carnage Counts, where they basically highlight the number of people and animals that got on various movies, and a lot of them have to do with sci-fi movies, and there's like Jurassic City that takes place in a prison. There's just various other. There's like a Dinosaur Valley one.
Nice.
And then there's one where like dinosaurs escape and are eating people in a city, and they're trying to keep the city from being overrun.
Well, you guys, thank you for hanging out with us. And
thank you.
I'm just realizing dinner. It's probably time for food, and I feel bad holding Gabe in a closet and not feeding Gabe.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm good.
But we have raised $207 so far.
Oh, sorry. Yay! I hit my mic. I'm sorry. Yay!
We're gonna continue raising money for the Trans Housing Coalition all month. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I have challenged myself to stream every day this month.
Yay! And there's still some warheads left over.
I'm actually kind of impressed.
Yeah, I've had like 5 or 6 of them.
Nice.
I think they're good. My enamel does not agree though.
Well, I think we're gonna head out.
Skedaddle.
I believe there is food.
Time
So
to dip out.
We will see you guys. What are we doing tomorrow? Probably playing another Nancy Drew. Probably another DS game for the DS. Because I got my DS emulator working, which means
yay.
DS games.
Yay!
Yay! One of our tier goals, if we hit it, I can't remember which one it is, but one of them is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, that game, I don't know if you've ever played that game.
I've never
pretty
heard of
popular
that.
DS game.
Oh. My bad.
No, you're not, you don't, it's like, I can't believe you don't know that game. I've never really played it, except for, like, the first few minutes. But yeah.
Dinosaur King. I've heard about it, but I think I've only seen a review video about the sequel of Dinosaur King. Sorry.
Wish I could donate so we can play Phoenix Wright, but I don't. No, that's okay. You don't have to donate, Milo. Just you sitting here and watching it is helping the algorithm to show it to other people, and that is helping us get towards our goal. And we've got all month, so I have faith in us to hit at least a Phoenix Wright goal. I don't remember which goal it was, but I know it was one of the lower goals, too. And every dollar we have, again, is going to helping people in chronic homelessness not deal with chronic homelessness anymore. So that's always a plus positive. But yes, thank you for sitting with us this very cringe day.
The cringe.
We'll have to, maybe we'll watch, a cartoon next week.
Yeah.
Like Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century, or something nice and just fun and lighthearted, and not Tyra giving life advice.
Oh gosh, and having psychics give therapy sessions.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, good night, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Tyra, why?